What's up, guys? Oh, hold on. What's up, guys? It's your boy Nathan. Just depressed, man. Don't really have the energy to even dance around right now. If I'm being honest, just super frustrated. Super frustrated watching this game. I don't really know what to say. Watch Newcastle and Wolves now at St. James Stadium. Hopefully the game's better. Just low energy right now. Super low energy. Send me the link too, bro. Anupam, the thing is, I've not set it out correctly, man. Do you want it? I'll give it to you, but I don't know how well it'll work. Just give me a second, man. Just sick, man. Just feel so sick. Yeah. Just feel really ill, man. Anupam, there's an issue with OBS, man. That's why I can't share it with anyone. Oh, you can? Hold on a minute, dude. Give me a second. Just give me a second. I'll get my earphones. What's up, dude? Hold on, wait. I can't hear you. Give me a second. Let me just adjust the settings. Say something. Yep. Can hear you, dude. Just let me see if the stream can hear you. Say something.
Close my stream. Just
Say something.
um.
Yeah,
Hey,
you're good.
hi
Yeah.
Nathan. Finally speaking to you after a long time.
Yeah, man. Just give
What
me
do
a
you
second,
make
man.
of the red card though?
What do I make of a red card? He can go to hell,
Yeah,
that
like
donkey. That donkey can go to hell. That's it. I don't have anything to say about that, dude. He's an absolute
it's the
clown.
same. It's the same VAR guy who actually gave him the red card the last time. I was just listening to Mark Goldbridge like while we were off. So it's actually the same VAR guy, and Mark Antony, of course. Antony, what's his name? The Antony something, right?
Anthony Taylor.
Anthony Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is actually the same pair of VAR and Anthony Taylor who gave him the red card the last time for literally holding his neck. And then Haaland holds a neck, then Ben White holds a neck. Like no one gets a red card. It's just Casemiro. He probably definitely has something against this guy.
I'm just, you know what, dude? I could get emotional about it, but it just doesn't make sense. We have so much shit to take care of in the league and in other things, it's like I don't even know how to respond. Like I'm feeling sick, but at the same time, it's like I'm glad the boys got like we got something out of it, man. Like I don't even know. It's the best I can do when it comes to like being positive right now because I genuinely feel ill, like really ill watching that game. So
I
feels
honestly
really bad.
relate, and honestly, I don't even know. From what I heard, like Sabitzer is probably ill or something, or he's not match fit. So it's
Mhm.
probably going to be McFred for the next 4 games. So unless Weghorst like steps down to become a central midfielder, I don't see that happening. So it's probably going to be McFred, unless Sabitzer gets fit. So that's even more worrying for me.
I actually I'm genuinely I'm just speechless. Like I don't even know how to react to that game. Like I could the thing about ranting, right, is that you get something out of it. I don't think I'm gonna get anything out of doing this rant. Like if he's gonna get a 4 game suspension and we don't appeal, there's nothing to say, man. Like I I I don't I'm actually trying to like I'm genuinely trying to sit here and go, oh, at least this, at least that, but I can't think of anything. The only thing I can say is well done to the boys. 65 plus minutes on 10 men. They couldn't do shit to us. Um,
I mean, honestly, and these guys are playing like every match, every 3.5 days. If you think about it, like they're actually playing since like what December maybe, like Carabao Cup or Europa League or the final or this or that. They're playing like every day, midweek and then weekend, midweek weekend. It's the same starting lineup. I mean, it's not Lindelof starting or Maguire starting. It's the same defense, and I'm glad they held back for like what 65 minutes almost.
I'm I'm really struggling to say words right now. Like I'm trying so desperately to give
And
some
you know
kind
what's
of
even
analysis, but it's like it's really doing my head in. Like Casemiro was there, like looking like he was gonna cry, man, and I was like, what's
exactly?
happening? Like
I've never seen this man cry. He's one of the leaders of the game. And if Casemiro feels like he's crying, then my
he's
God, I
really
can't
so
imagine what the
unlucky.
other
He
players
must
are
be he
going
must
through.
be thinking to himself, flipping hell, man, 10 years no red card. I get two in 3 months. It's like
And it's Premier League. That's Premier League refereeing. And it's
bro,
actually VAR.
I've been saying this, man. People just don't take me seriously. The refereeing is so inconsistent. Yesterday, João Felix got such a bad foul on him, and
Yep.
and the Leicester player got away with it. I saw I saw Mohawk put up a video of that said foul, and it looked
Yeah.
like the same kind of foul, except that guy didn't even go to ground. He literally was standing up, which is actually more dangerous if you think about it.
Yep. Yep.
And
I mean, you
this
don't even have to look into yesterday's game, right? I mean, let's forget about that. In today's game, like 90th minute or something, like when Garnacho gets fouled on, he actually gets off limping. That's even a more dangerous because
dude, when I
he
saw
twists his
Garnacho
own
roll, I
knees,
was like,
right?
you're having a laugh, man. I was
Bro,
like,
that's
today
how's
is really not our
not
day.
even a yellow.
I was like, today is not our day, G. Like, today is not, it doesn't matter what anybody does today. We're going to get screwed. That's the feeling I had. I'm like, there's no, today is the first day in all the days that I thought we aren't doing anything today. There is no way we're scoring. There is no way any of this shit's happening. None of it. We are done today. Like, that's what I thought. I genuinely
Well, at
thought to
least we didn't
myself,
lose.
we are not doing anything today. Like it doesn't matter what anyone says to me. I was not convinced anything was going to happen today.
Man, I mean, I'm not looking forward to the next week. Next 4 weeks, God knows what's gonna happen. Seriously.
It just I'm really like I'm still struggling for words. I I don't know.
Do you? I mean,
I
I
genuinely
think
didn't want to do this watch along because I was really disgusted. Listen, man, I don't give a shit about taking L's, right? It's nothing new to the fan base, but
yeah.
this is worse than an L, dude. And we didn't even lose.
I mean, honestly, it's Southampton's loss that they couldn't win
Bro,
against the 10 Man
Southampton are
United.
so shit, dude. I can't believe they couldn't score 66 minutes, dude.
And it's been like 4 to 5 clear chances, honestly, like one-on-ones. I can't even, I can't even think about it, honestly.
No, I can't believe I'm reacting to this more than losing 7-0 to Liverpool. That's how frustrated I am right now. Bro, how did Chelsea lose to Southampton, man? Ah, I'm not. It's 7 minutes into the game. I've not even put the timestamp, and I'm not even watching the game, dude. Like that's how annoyed I am right now. Just take out the timer from you. People want to know the score. Just put it up when they do. Just so. The fact that the teams below us are now closer to us because we had 2 games in hand before the Southampton game. That's even more frustrating now.
I mean, to be honest, the Liverpool loss was like okay, the scoreline was terrible, but I mean, a lot of people could have thought that we would lose to Liverpool at home, especially given the form at Anfield. I mean, it might have been 1-0 or 2-0, but okay, it's all right. But Southampton at home, like at our home, it's I can't believe it. Especially now that we don't have Casemiro for the next 4 games.
Oh,
That includes
don't remind
Brighton
me,
and
please, man.
probably Everton.
Please don't remind me about that. I'm begging you. It's just making me feel even more sick, dude. I'm just feeling so sick right now.
Do you think we should appeal though?
I don't know if should feel sorry for Casemiro or myself, dude. Like, at this point of time, that's how disgusted I'm feeling. Like,
Do you think we
just
should appeal though as a club like this time? Because we didn't appeal the
I
last
mean,
time.
I mean, if people genuinely think Casemiro did that on purpose, we might as well just not play football anymore, dude. Like, oh this is. Don't. I'm actually genuinely trying to think of some kind of quippy bullshit to tell people. But honestly, all I want to do is just abuse right now. That's it. Like I don't wanna do some rant. I don't wanna go, we could have still won the game or any of that shit. I just want to abuse right now. Like a lot.
Yeah, I feel you. Let's not think about it. Let's forget about it.
But
Can't even
the
imagine.
problem is, dude, that now teams actually have a chance of catching us up. Like before this game, it was like, yeah, we have this in the bank, like not to sound overconfident or anything, but I mean, especially
But
after
but who
watching
do you
that
think is?
game with 11 people on the pitch. I mean, no one can tell me we wouldn't have won that game today, man. Like really.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And to know that everyone behind us is catching up. I'm watching a game where someone could catch up to us right now. They also have 2 games in hand for against Spurs, so it's even more like maybe this was not the best game to watch considering what happened, man. I was like,
But who do you think is more likely though? Newcastle, Liverpool, or Spurs? Like who's gonna beat us? Like if they do, according to you.
it can't be Liverpool, dude. It'll be too unacceptable for me. It really will. And I know that sounds like some arrogant bullshit, but I mean, I would really not be happy about that. Like,
I mean,
today's not been a good day, dude. Let's just let's just
like, now you gotta
call
watch a
it
Newcastle game.
like it
I'm
is.
not
Today
even
today
watching the
has
game.
not been a good day. Let's just
2 weekends ruined. Let's put it this way: last
I
Sunday,
don't
this Sunday.
I genuinely I don't care about my weekend getting ruined, dude. Like I've said time and time again. I've seen our team lose, man. This just feels way worse. That's all. That's really all I can say about it. Really feels
This
No,
is like literally robbery in daylight. I genuinely am. I'm serious that this guy probably has some agenda against
Anupam, can you
United
just
or
do me
something.
a favor? Can you just send the
Yeah.
link to me on Instagram if you don't mind?
For what?
For the chat, for the call. Someone wants to join, and can you just send it to me,
Oh yeah,
please?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, sorry, you were saying. In the meantime, you can say what were you saying? Sorry.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was saying that I genuinely think that the referee has some agenda against United. Like seriously.
Fuck that guy,
I
man.
mean,
That Paul donkey. Really. Rishikesh is saying clearly he has an axe to grind against United. Bro, he's such a low life. Seriously. Also, the VAR ref for yesterday's match was the same as us. His name's Andre Marino. Oh, for God's
yeah, yeah,
sake.
yeah. This is the guy who actually
Oh
interfered. Sorry to
no.
interfere you, but this is the guy who actually interfered the last time to Casemiro the red card as well. Because the last time, if you remember, he got a yellow card and he got away. The VAR interfered to give him a red. And this time the same happened. The referee gave him a yellow. The VAR intervened to give him a red. I'm certain, bro. This guy has something against Casemiro, like a vendetta, alleged, because he's interfering to give him a red card on a purpose that is not red for both the occasions, and it's the same player. I, I can't be more certain. Like this can't be a coincidence. It's the same referee, same VAR guy giving the same player a red card, interfering to give him a red card from a yellow for a red card that is not a red card. And this time is
I
worse than last
hold
time.
on. There's Nathan is saying. Oh, by the way, Nathan is a United fan. Congratulations. Season is going good for United. Don't expect trophies. Just enjoy the process. United's on a good. No, it's not about that, man. It's simply about the game, Arnab. Like I said, I'm very happy with the boys holding it down. But I mean, I'm not. If you notice, I'm not even complaining about the team. I'm just disappointed with the call. Really. I don't know if you have watched, but United have had more than their fair share of luck. Yeah, but Nathan, we're not talking about luck here, dude. We're talking about something that's not true. Like he clearly won the ball. I get what you're saying. Listen, dude, Barca is getting caught for it apparently, so I don't want to get into it very much. I'm sure lots of teams do that somewhere down the line throughout the years or whatever. But it's like rob Arsenal of at least two EPL. Listen, man, I don't want to get into that. I'm not even saying they're robbing us, Nathan. I'm just talking about this incident. I'm not talking about anything else. Listen, man, we could win the next three. We could win the next four games without Casemiro. That's not really the point, Nathan. It's the feeling of being screwed over ridiculously, dude. Like, I don't know how to explain it, man. That's the best way to explain it, I suppose. Like, it's the feeling of being ridiculously screwed. That's about it. What do you think about it, Anupam?
I mean, I agree with you honestly on this because I mean we are getting screwed over.
Like, even if we win all four, when Casemiro missed the three matches, didn't we win all of them? No, we drew with Leeds, right? But we won the other two. Like, we could
Yeah,
win
I
all.
mean we
We could
did,
win
but
all
that was
four.
a
We could
different
win all
form
four.
though.
It will still be a screw job though, because it's like
No,
a personalized vendetta.
no, Nathan, but you have to think about this, right? During that run of form, the last time we lost, legitimately lost was 6-3 to City. That was back in October.
Hmm.
Since then, we have not lost like terribly. We lost to Arsenal 3-2, but that was a quickie loss. Like we
98-minute
lost in the
goal by
90th minute.
Nketiah,
Yeah,
which
yeah, yeah.
is
Exactly.
fine.
So
They
that was
outplayed us, but they got through in the end.
it was an equal match. I mean,
Yeah.
the players didn't lose motivation, but right now the players just lost 7-0 like the night before, right? So they are still like doubting the confidence. And losing Casemiro at this point of time, I am it's a different ball game. Genuinely, that time we were like on the peak of our confidence because we were winning everything. And right now it's not. We just lost 7-0, not even 1 or 2-0. So these guys are still doubting their confidence and losing one of their like leaders on the field at this point of time. I'm genuinely worried. If it was like anyone else, even Rashford, if I'm being honest, even if we lost Rashford at this point of time, that would have been a different game. But Casemiro, we don't have a player like Casemiro. To be very
So
honest with you, if
what the hell
Rashford
is
is not scoring,
Sabitzer?
someone
What's
else would.
happened to Sabitzer? What has Sabitzer done to Ten Hag? Why is he not getting game time? Like, what's
He,
going
he,
on?
he I don't know if he's on the bench as well. I mean, I didn't see him on the Betis game, but I don't even know if he was on the bench today, to be honest. So probably he is not ill, because if it was some like disciplinary issues, then it might have been in the news. But it's probably not. Then probably he is ill or he is injured. Probably not injured, maybe ill. I have no idea what's going on.
Man. Oh, it's doing my head in, dude. It's doing my head in. It's really.
But if you can send you the link on Instagram, just
Anupam, you shared me the YouTube live link. I'm talking about the Google Talk link.
no, I think it was the Google Meet link, right? If
It
I'm
said
not wrong.
youtube.com live, yo. So I don't think so.
No. It is meet.google.com/ whatever the link is, right?
Hold on. Suryansh wants to get in here. Just give me a second. Oh, today is just not a good day for me. Just not a good day. There it is. I've sent it to you, dude. Let's see what else people are saying on chat. Yeah, I agree with Anupam. Rishikesh is saying Casemiro's absence from the squad at this juncture will make. Oh, come on. Don't say that, Rishikesh. Make a huge difference. Teams like Liverpool and Tottenham are really trying to give us a hard time. Oh, God. Lovely jubbly. What else can you say? People say, luck can't get any worse. Newcastle's doing something, guys. I'm really not paying attention. I apologize. I know it sounds disrespectful, but I'm just not in the mood. Sorry. Timestamp, Wolves
What
are
do you
playing
think?
good. Timestamp Lavanya is 18 minutes. I totally forgot to do it because I was having this discussion about shocking things that happened during the game. Let's just put it that way.
Nathan, what
Yep.
do you think that Ten Hag is gonna do right now? Like, what would be
I
his
think
mind?
Ten Hag
Given
should
that,
go in on the referee for sure.
so that means appealing and doing that
Yeah,
way.
and
But
I
if it
think he
doesn't
should
go our way,
definitely criticize the referee for sure.
but game set wise, like, what do you think his lineup would be? Going to back to McFred
I mean,
or?
he's oh my God, Ericsson's not even fit still.
Yep, Ericsson is not going to be fit until like last 2 weeks of the season.
Oh my God. Has to,
He has a
no,
fracture in
not
his ankle or
McFred,
something.
man. Not no. Uh, uh, I was happy with Bruno Nate today actually. I'll take Bruno.
In
Bruno in the
center
middle.
and Sancho as a number 10.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think I'll take that. We were playing well with that formation, man. It just Lavanya, who's this guy? He's a fellow subscriber, Lavanya, and a United fan. And he goes to Old Trafford from time to time as well. So yeah, Anupam is his name. But they need a goal to cement it because United are tough. Oh, he's talking about Wolves. Sorry. Yeah. Sabitzer
Was the score line?
injury. Who the hell knows, Lavanya? Who the hell knows what's happening? He and Martial are still not fit, so hopefully he's fit by the Fulham game. I mean, listen, man, it's either Fulham or bust because Wolves had a really good chance there. It's Fulham or bust because there's a 2 week break anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We kind of need him for Fulham. Rishikesh is saying we won't budge from chill, bro. We won't budge from the top four at this point. Touch wood, but we may even be in a race towards winning another trophy. So overall, the picture's not that bad, man. It's a very positive outlook on what's a very terrible last 2 hours, dude. I mean, can you imagine just creating even a bigger gap from fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh? Aryan's here. Hey Aryan, welcome to the channel. Do like, share, and subscribe. Danish is saying, who's a United fan, is saying, bro, if we got a signing like Anthony Taylor, we could get a quadruple next season. Oh, jokes. Jokes.
I mean, honestly, Or like everything coming out of like the refereeing and the Barcelona thing, I probably think like UEFA should do like at least some kind of investigation. Because at this rate, I mean, I genuinely doubt there are people with vendettas against clubs or like I'm not saying like Southampton paid the refs off, but we never know. We never know. On after the Barcelona thing, like this is completely out in the mud. Anything is possible. Maybe United have played refs in the past. We never know.
Yeah, hello, you lot.
Hey
This is
Suryans, good
Suryan.
evening.
Good
Guys,
evening,
Suryans
Ethan.
is
How are
a
you?
Real Madrid fan, but his dad supports United, so he's very invested into the United side of things as well. Welcome him to the channel.
I'll say I have a soft corner for United. I'll not lie. Like in Premier League, if I want any team to win, that is United. And of course, because of our clubs as well, I have a very soft corner for them. But coming to the today's point, na, Nathan, I'll straight up say it wasn't a red card.
It wasn't a
I-
red, dude. That's why I'm this upset. Otherwise, I
It's
wouldn't even
it,
have this
it's a
discussion.
yellow at max. It's a yellow at max because the ball contact was first and then he hit the person's shin, right? That is not a red card. Any book, any refereeing novel or journalist will say that it is not a red card. You cannot come out and say it's a red card. That clearly shows how wrong VAR is, because at times, because I don't want to point this out, but the Arsenal game against the one they came from back, the Bournemouth game,
Bournemouth.
right? Yeah, the two, of course they scored 3 goals, but they should have gotten 2 or 3 pens. But there the VAR didn't work. Here, I don't know why, man. It's inevitably this guy Anthony Taylor, who is always involved in this shit. For Chelsea, he is there. For Spurs, he is there. For even Arsenal now, United. I can name instances where I feel that this guy he's a clown. To be fair, you cannot say anything less than that.
Michael Oliver.
Michael Oliver though is gone.
Serious
Michael
clowns, and
Oliver
Michael
is
Oliver goes to the World Cup and Champions League games. I remember watching him referee a Champions League game this season. I was like, get ready for somebody to get screwed. And I laughed because I was like, you know what? Finally, people will understand now. When I saw him a ref, I was like, get ready for the people to go mad at the referee.
bro.
Wasn't this guy the referee in the Argentina versus Netherlands
Yeah,
game?
he was a
I,
referee in one of
I
in
think,
the
right?
World Cup games too. Yes,
Yeah, I think like
No,
he
that
that's
was
the one that
Matthew
he got
Messi was.
Lois.
sent back home early, I believe.
Matthew Lois was the one in Argentina and that
Oh
Netherlands game.
yeah, he's that La Liga referee with the
He's
widow's
also a
peak.
clown.
You know, the widow's peak, that bloody weird looking crown thing, haircut.
They
He's
do
another
get
joker.
bald, but they are not this guy. I forgot that Italian guy's
Uh,
name. Shit.
uh, Luigi. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. You get the point, right?
Yeah, yeah, I know
Everyone in
that
the
guy,
chat also
dude. That
couldn't
guy
be.
had a proper control over the game. I've never seen anything like it.
I'll be. I'll not mince word here, but I'll say it was a robbery today. To be fair, it shouldn't have happened, and I clearly saw the first 33 minutes. United were in absolute control. After that, both the teams were rattled, and I am amused why Southampton couldn't score.
How Southampton is so shit, dude. I can't even believe they beat Chelsea. People can
Chelsea
laugh at
were
saying
even
Chelsea's
shittier, na?
10th place. You can say Chelsea shit, dude, but Southampton with 66 plus minutes with 10 men with 11 men couldn't beat us. Dude,
I'll tell you one
they
more
beat
thing.
Chelsea with 11 men.
This guy. I'll say I only remember one instance where they were very close to the goal, and that was Ward-Prowse. And I was like, "This
Yeah.
is going in." At that moment, I was like, "This is going in," because Ward-Prowse, you cannot. That guy can score from anywhere. If it's free kick,
And
it's
Walker
Ward-Prowse.
Peters hit the post.
Kyle Walker-Peters had a blinder today. I didn't expect him to come out and perform like this. That Garnacho wala tackle should have been something, yeah, because it was quite rash. And to be fair, if any of the United fans says ki, "Nee, it was a fair tackle," I think you didn't watch the game or any of the PL.
I think it became a scissor on a follow through. And if Casemiro gets a red card on a follow through, then Kyle Walker
It
Peters
should be a
should get
yellow on
something as
the
well. But oh fuck, Newcastle scored. Fuck off, man.
who gave the
Fuck
assist?
off, man.
Who gave the assist?
I have no idea, but Isaac scored. Dude, I wasn't even. Oh, come on, What a shit way to end the weekend, man. Gotta go to the doctors in the morning tomorrow. Fuck this, man.
Bro, in this case, we are much more luckier
Oh,
than
I guess
it, yeah,
Trippier got the
yesterday.
assist.
Yeah, then it's nice because my FPL is saved now.
Yeah, my FPL's down the drain today, man. Like Luke Shaw was about to get a clean sheet, and then last 20 seconds he got a yellow. It's like fuck it, yeah. Like today is just not happening. Just not happening today. I gambled on Jao Felix. He hits the post. I was like, today this week's been not great, dude, really. I put in Saka in the team. Everybody gets on the score sheet except Saka. That's that's the game,
That
dude.
that way, I had this guy Odegaard and Martinelli in my team. Got 15 out of them.
Trossard got 3 assists.
Trossard had a 9.4 rating. For God's sake, come on, how is this possible? And that too in one half of the game, great. They
Wait,
decimated Fulham, and United struggled against Fulham. And to be fair, na, anyone who is saying that the title charge was on, you are the biggest clown out there,
dude, no
bro.
one was saying that, dude. I don't know. Everyone comes to my channel and goes, "Do you still think United in the race?" I'm like, bro. Before the season started, I said we're finishing third. Yeah, Ronaldo, Casemiro, everyone's in the team. I said third. It's there on TCSPS. Like, who the hell said they're winning the league? Yeah, everyone bottles it, and suddenly everyone
I'll
thinks we're
tell you
winning the
one thing.
league.
I'll tell you one thing, right, Nathan? It's not you. It's the guys who have propagated this idea. It's majority. The Twitter fan base is the biggest clowns out there. I'll tell you. People say na Twitter is a very good space you can express your thoughts. It is the worst space out there
It's the worst
because
space because you can express your thoughts.
yep,
Because you get everyone with all the badness for free, dude.
we
Publicity. Dude, there's some guy named
racial
United
slurs are
Trey.
allowed on
There's some
Twitter.
guy named United Trey, dude. You got to follow him.
Yeah, I
He's
do follow
so
him,
heavily toxic, dude. It's almost like
man.
he doesn't like United. I'm like, bro, just
This
support someone else.
buffoon, I'll tell you one thing. This buffoon posted that 7-0 wala thing, right? You conceded 7, then the next time, I guess Liverpool yesterday lost as well, right?
Yeah.
For L for Liverpool fans, to be fair, taking a lot of L's recently. But that L they took against this, I
Bournemouth.
don't know which team they lost, but yeah,
Bournemouth.
they
The
lost 1
team
0.
they beat 9-0 in the first half of the season, they lost to. That's why it was even worse.
For fuck's sake, man.
That's the
But
team
yeah,
they bloody smashed. The only team in the league. I mean, of course, they smashed us now, but that was the team before us that they smashed.
it was Bournemouth, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
at
About that
Anfield.
itself, this guy posted like these clowns cannot. I was like, bro, you have jinxed it now. You have actually jinxed it. And the moment Casemiro went off, now I was like, it's either United losing today or it's a draw. I didn't see a win coming. And people saying Marcus Rashford was lost today. He didn't get the service. For God's sake, what are you on? He didn't get the service. He didn't get
Listen,
the
yeah,
ball.
when Ronaldo left in November, no people were like, where the goals are coming. Rashford has surpassed what Ronaldo got in Feb. So it's like I sat there quietly. No, I said that you can't make anybody happy. Just sit quietly and just not keep nodding. Because now, if
If
you
he
tell
gets a
people
service, he's
he
scoring.
surpassed him in Feb on the left wing, people will not say anything now. Now they'll say, yeah, if he got service, Ronaldo would have scored 40 this season. I'm like, it's
Yeah, of
okay,
course,
yeah, leave it.
Ronaldo would have scored, but the thing is, you cannot discredit Rashford as well. People are discrediting him if they are saying this, but I'll say if he's getting the service, he's scoring. You cannot expect
Bro,
anything more out of him.
In Feb, he has surpassed Ronaldo's goal tally. In Feb,
Yeah,
Ronaldo
that's
had
right.
11 goals until February. People don't know this in last season. He got a couple of hat tricks towards the end of the season and he finished his tally respectfully. He had 11 goals at the time of the transfer window ending. People don't
No,
know
but
these things,
Nathan,
dude. They look at the end goal tally and go, he scored 25 goals this season. I'm like, of course. But in how many games has he scored 25 goals?
no, but Nathan, I would like to add something over here. That is, I still rate Ronaldo's last season's goals more than
No
Of
just
one
course,
Rashford
dude, of
recently
course.
discredited
But
his.
everyone
because
was
of
ready
the
to
value
dance
of
on
the
your
goals,
grave,
right?
dude,
Like,
when Ronaldo left. And here's the best part, Suryansh and Anupam, listen to this. This is my favorite narrative of all the narratives, okay? Ten Hag sacked Ronaldo. I'm like, do you all know what a contract is? Do you all know what a contract is? If you all knew what a contract is, no, you wouldn't even say these words. How stupid do you sound? This surpasses football because it shows you have no common sense.
Bro,
Ten
that
Hag
is
sacked
something we
Ronaldo.
cannot
I
get
was like,
into it.
lovely. Ten Hag
It will
sacked
only get
Ronaldo because
worse.
he breached his contract. I was like, lovely. Great choice.
Coming to the point itself, right, Nathan? Coming to Rashford now. Let's not get into that Ronaldo saga because people
Arey,
will
dude,
be
they
like,
come every day. Every week we get. Every week I get people here. Arey, yeah, Ronaldo could have done better. Ronaldo could have done this. Ten arc sack Ronaldo. Look how badly we are performing. Bro,
it's
what are you
okay.
on about?
Ronaldo would have done better. Yeah, totally agree. Now agreed, and let's move ahead. Let's not get into that shit.
No, but
So
the
cool.
I agree, Suryansh, but the thing that bothers me is not Ronaldo will do better. That though I'm not arguing. The thing I'm arguing is Ten Hag sack Ronaldo due to
That is
Ronaldo preaching
stupidity.
contra.
That is sheer stupidity. That way, to Mr. Ozil was sacked by a lot of people. Do you agree? Like, get the fuck
I don't know
out,
what
bro.
to say
He is
about that either.
Nah,
Ugh.
bro. To be fair, I have no idea about what to say here. But the thing is, like, when I get straight into the perspective, like talking about Rashford, if he gets the service, he scores. Today, we didn't see that service. Coming to Bruno, I'll ask you one question directly, Nathan. How can a midfielder lose this much possession? How can a midfielder? You are playing as a forward. I agreed, but even forwards track back. At one point, now this was this attack in 83rd or 84th minute. Southampton is on counter. Only four United players were there. The forwards were not tracking back. McTominay, to be fair, if he didn't have a
Fuck yeah,
good game today,
McTominay
you would
showed
have
up
been
today, huh?
slapped.
Defensively.
He
Seriously.
was he was like Michael Carrick today.
I
I
don't
got
know
a
what happened to him today, but he
he was
showed
quite
up.
reminiscent of that time when Carrick was there, right? Carrick used to
Yeah.
have these blinders. Like once in a season, Carrick would become like the goat. No one could pass him. Like today's squad had a very good game. If I remove squad from the team, you are clapped. Rest were not good. Van Bissaka, though, I have lost faith in his passing. I'm like, you can only defend, brother, and do that only. Don't get into the passing trains and all. You are finished in terms of passing. This guy, like talking about Luke Shaw, I'll just say one thing that at times Luke Shaw is overdoing himself.
Mhm.
He tries a little too much. And Anupam, I would like to have your opinion on this. But don't you feel the games Luke Shaw remains composed and tries to work in a certain manner, he'll perform really well? What do you think about that, Anupam?
I personally I kind of agree, but it's a yes or no answer for me because I think there is lack of creativity from the left hand side. I'll be very honest with you because Rashford is not creative. He's a good dribbler of the ball, but so he has to create all the I think the what free kicks or whatever, like like dribblings or the I am not getting it in my head, but whatever the passes, whatever he does, I think he has to outdo himself, to be honest, because there is a clear like lack of creativity. And whereas on the right hand side, we sometimes have Bruno, who is a good feeder of the ball, but Rashford is not a good feeder of the ball. Like a lot of people, like coming to that point again, that if Rashford feeded Ronaldo, he would have scored like 40 goals. That's not true because if you have seen Rashford play, especially in his last season and a half, he's not a feeder of the ball at all. Even the assist that he makes, he's not a feeder. He's a poacher kind of. He just stand and get it. He runs at the ball. He gets past defenses, but he's not a feeder. So Shaw has to. I don't think he's overdoing it. It's a necessity.
I agree on that point, Anupam, but the thing is, like, I don't expect Rashford to create. When at this point, you don't expect anything from Rashford. It's just what he expects from others in terms of creation. You will not say that Rashford didn't create goals, but he scored 26. That means he's a bad player. That means how authoritative he is at this point as a player. The likes of Erling Haaland, the Mbappe, the Messis, the Ronaldos, everyone. If you want to be remembered as one of the best, you need to demand the best out of your team as well. You cannot just sit there and expect others will not do anything and I'm the one responsible for it. And coming to Rashford itself, I don't question him. I myself was termed as a clown by a lot of people on my channel that this guy says Rashford is the best player in the world. In form, Rashford was killing, ripping teams apart. And ripping is the right word. He and Mbappe are ripping teams apart. And that is what you expect from your forwards. Coming to Anthony, though, I'll say it's 100 million Dan James, bro. No, no, no. Come on, man. How can you be that arrogant and then you produce those stinkers, bro? Against Betis, you were good.
Mm,
Against Barcelona, you were
No, 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 no.
Wait,
See,
wait.
see,
So
I'll tell you
I'll
something.
say one thing about this. I'll say that Anthony had a very good game defensively today.
yeah, he has improved his defensive work rate after he has been questioned, and that is even worse. That you have to be questioned once and then you improve. You
No,
should
but I
have
guess
been.
he didn't do
no,
that
no.
much in Ajax, na, Suryansh. The
Ajax
fact
had
that
a different
he
style of play. Nathan, I'll tell you one thing. Ajax had a very different style of play. Ten Hag has not yet applied his style of play on United.
yeah.
If people are expecting that Ten Hag comes and gives them that high possession rate and that the long balls and all, if you have seen that 18-19 Ajax, you know one thing that this Ten Hag's best gameplay comes from a flank. It's not a middle creation game; it's a flank creation game. Hakim Ziyech was exceptional under Ten Hag because of the side creation and the flank creation. This guy, I forgot his fucking name. Blind. Blind was
Really blind.
exceptional under Ten Hag. Exceptional
Mhm.
under Ten Hag. Because it was not his job of creating. Because at times when he was in United, he played as a centre back, but at times he was in the midfield position. But at the end, he was not getting the right balls that he could propagate those passes. In Ajax, he did that. In Bayern, right now, he is doing that. In two games, I have seen him play. He has done that. Coming to the point itself, uh, United will take time. This project will take time. You have to give this guy, this Uruguayan player you have. I think he has a lot of
Lastly,
potential.
I remember we were talking about it, dude. And
Super
this one was
biased.
so dismissive, Jayan. I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
listen,
yeah.
I said it. I was like, okay.
No, but Suryash, can I come back
Hold
to a
on,
point you
before
mentioned earlier?
Anupam, I'll just address some of the chat, please, for a second. So
Yeah,
Ari,
sure.
Suryansh is a Real Madrid fan, and he has a YouTube channel called Madrid Pundits. Do like, share, and subscribe. Since you are a La Liga fan, Ari is a Barca fan. He's saying that. And Anupam is a subscriber of my channel who's also United fan, and will just hit the post. I mean, we don't have any luck today. Just leave it. Seha just saying Anthony अपना right foot कहीं भूल गया है. This is the one thing the reason I said interrupted Suryansh is because I wanted to say this about Anthony. I am on the fence with Anthony for one reason, which is the same reason I actually criticize a lot about Valverde. Probably my only criticism I can think of in general is that there's not enough crosses, and I need Anthony to work on his right foot at the end of this season. This season, it is what it is, man. We're March now. I can't say anything about it now, but he needs to work on this right foot, dude. It's not acceptable for me at this level of football. You have to have some ability on both feet. You have to be a two-footed player to some degree. You cannot just pray that you're going to be a left footer your whole career. Not everybody is Messi, dude. You gotta balance out the foot. You just have to. It's one of those things that needs to be done. Hey Jod
But
and
Nathan, there was
Ari,
Iron
I
Robin.
don't support Wolves or Newcastle. We are just talking about we are reacting to the United game. I do Premier League watch-alongs. That's why we're doing a watch-along. The panel is just happily keeping me comfortable because I'm miserable right now. That's the context.
Every United fan has the right to be miserable at this point. I'll not disagree on that point. Yeah, Anupam, you were saying something, bro.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, firstly, I would say two things. Firstly, if you see like the off-ball presence of Anthony, then you would completely agree that he's not $100 million Dan James. The off-the-ball presence, like creating space, like creating voids for other, why is Marcus Rashford able to run so good? Because Anthony is pulling defenders towards him.
Yeah.
He's a very wide playmaker. He sticks to the line because I saw him play up front, like literally, he was very close to me,
Yes.
and his whole
Suryansh, for context, Anupam goes to the games when he gets an opportunity. So
Bro,
so
how's
I
Stratford right now? Last time I visited there, I was not pleased with the conditions. Like, dad was very, very
it's
concerned.
not very good. It's not very good.
He was like,
I mean,
this
it's
is the
not
worst
nothing
stadium he
changed.
has seen in recent times because when he was back in day when he was
Mm,
like 21, 22, it was like years past. He was like, I used to enjoy going to this Trafford, but then after that, recently when we visited when I was in like 8th or ninth, like he was not impressed. He was like, this is the same thing I
mm,
saw that many years back.
it's not comparable to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium or let's say even Etihad. Etihad is a far better stadium than us. But what I would say is it's better than Stamford Bridge, in my opinion. Like, if an unbiased opinion, Stamford Bridge is still the worst for the big clubs. I can't expect a stadium from Bournemouth to be on the levels of United, but Stamford Bridge, it's worse than United Stadium for Old
I
Trafford.
mean,
But
Bournemouth's nice
anyways,
if you live near the stadium, dude. I saw a
yeah,
drone shot yesterday from the Liverpool game. I was like, imagine if this is your local team, dude. You literally walk to the stadium, or you can just sit out and hear the crowd. That must be such an exciting feeling as a like a football
To be
fan.
fair, Nathan, I can't do one thing that I can stay in Spain because I have to pay bloody 50% tax. I cannot do that. For me, that is fuck all, bro. That's why fucking supporting Real Madrid is a tough job. You have to.
Tough job, bro.
yeah. But anyways, so if what I was saying was, if you have seen Antony play off the ball, which you don't get to see a lot on TV because TV is fixed on the ball. So, but I like seeing him like play several times, like on the ball, off the ball. I think his on off the ball presence is really good, which is nothing compared to Dan James. I haven't seen him play off the ball, but what I've seen is he just makes runs. He was very fast and he probably is still very fast with no finishing,
Still
nothing.
better than
Anthony has
Pepe.
a good finishing.
If you know, you know.
Nicola
Yeah, we
Pepe
can say
was
that.
not a bad player. Okay? He didn't get enough time.
Bro,
I
that
just say.
same season, they both joined at the same season, and Dan James had more goals. End of story, dude. That's all you need to say.
I'll just
70
defend.
million, 15 million.
Bro,
Thank you.
Nicola Pepe was like the human embodiment of being a meme. Like
Bro,
at
this is Suryansh, my favorite thing, okay? AFTV. This is my favorite line.
bro,
He
bro,
only
Don,
finishes
Don
second
was
behind
like,
Mbappe in League One, and he doesn't even play
Uh,
for a good team. I was like, none of
Nathan, do
those
you
teams
remember
are
the
good.
song? Nathan, do you remember the song they made on Pepe?
Oh,
AFTV. They made a
yeah,
song
yeah,
on
yeah.
Pepe
oh,
with like
this is
Robbie
great.
literally dancing outside Emirates. I
You
was
got
like,
to you got to love their overcommitting, dude. You got to love it.
Don
Brilliant.
was quite pissed when he didn't score, na, right? That chance against, yeah, I remember that chance against Southampton, which the blinder he missed. Don was like, ah, shit, here we go again. And then it was like, it was never coming back after that. It was lost that day. Oh my God. For
yeah.
fuck's sake, man.
But again, Nathan, just to come to your point, like you said, I agree in the modern game it's difficult being a player with just one feet. But there are players like Arjen Robben who I think were completely reliant on one feet. If Anthony gets to be that strong on just his left, then we can excuse his right being miserable.
Anupam,
But
the
unless
thing
he
is,
goes to
na,
that level, I don't think so.
Yeah.
with Iron Robin, na, one thing which favored him the most was that Iron was a very, very, very composed dribbler. Anthony, on the other hand, is very flamboyant, and I don't
Yep.
expect much out of him because I don't criticize flamboyantness because for me, Vinicius Junior is one the best left winger on the planet Earth, and you cannot question it because he has those numbers to back him. Vinny also is very flamboyant. Even Rodrigo is flamboyant. So I am not the one criticizing it. But the thing is, that's the difference in style. Iron Robin was very calm, composed, and a cold finisher. He was never this flamboyant kind of a person. With Iron Robin, say one more thing that if you look at his early career in Real, when he was in Real, na, he was not
Yep.
as effective as he was in Bayern. When he joined Bayern, the robbery thing was actually working for them because Frank Ribery was one of those players who was cutting inside and then passing the ball, which Rashford won't do. Rashford, as we all know, is not a creator. So
Yep.
that's the difference, right? So you cannot expect him to become a Iron Robin. I would prefer if Anthony goes on to become something like a Vinny as well, because if he gets that Vinny kind of Gisna in him, Anthony can be a very deadly winger from the right. Because at this point in world football, right wingers are a necessity for almost every team. There aren't
Yep.
many right wingers available, and to be fair, as a Real Madrid fan, I am the one who can actually cry about it day and night because our entire attack is from the left. So, not bringing Madrid here, but talking about Anthony, I'll just point out a couple of things more that Anthony pays a lot more attention towards a single player rather than looking at the entire defense collectively. And when you look at that, now, as a, I'll not say it as an analyst, but from a player's perspective, when we all used to play football, right? We all knew that you cannot look at one defender and just go ham on him. You need to look at the three defenders besides him as well. Every winger looks at those four defenders in a collective. In Anthony's case, I think it's just one defender he tries to beat, and then he's like, I have to create, which he messes up real good. In terms of crossing, as Nathan said, the crossing is not pinpoint. Rafinha
No, the
improved his
crossing is
quality.
not existent because I want him to cross with his right foot. The
He'll not
crossing's not
cross
there.
that.
Yeah,
He'll not.
because he's on the right, so he has to pass with his
And
right.
one more thing I don't understand, yeah, with all this bloody tinkering Ten Hag does, why doesn't he just leave him on the left, dude? Like,
Then we have another left winger like Rashford and
but
Sancho
Rashford is
and
at but Rashford's at least righty, dude. You'll force him to at least give a cross here and there,
But
especially with Weggy in
Rashford's
the
right
box.
is Rashford's. I guess which foot Rashford is like the which is the stronger foot of Rashford? The
Rashford
right,
is a
right,
righty, yeah, but the
right.
thing is,
right.
Left
if
is
he needs to
non-existent
whip a
for
cross,
Rashford
he'll
as
whip
well.
it. That's why I'd
Rashford
rather put him on the right hand side.
because Rashford's left foot also works like Anthony's right.
No, I
No,
am
no, no.
actually looking
Actually,
forward to this.
Rashford can cross with the left, dude. It's just,
No, he is not. He is like Rashford is not intelligent. I'll be very honest with you. There are
yeah,
very few players in world
yeah.
football who are actually intelligent with ball intelligence. Like, okay, Suryansh, you might not like this, but Vinicius is not intelligent as well,
No, he
and he's
isn't.
like Rashford.
I think we
He
can
isn't.
all
He is not.
agree on that one, actually.
No,
He
like
isn't.
he's a matrista. So some people might
No,
like
but
not.
but listen, man,
I'll
where
say,
he makes up for the intelligence in other
yeah,
things, nah. That's what. So it's perfectly
he
fine.
makes up for the intelligence with his dribbling skills. Others don't do that. Vinicius has a very good thing in him that is currently present. That is, off the ball movement. Vinicius becomes a very lethal player against those teams. The pace, the accuracy. At this point, his finishing has also improved drastically, and that is why he's the current goals. Matlab, he's legit carrying Madrid on his back. And as a Madrid fan, it pains me to say, but at this point, reliance on Vinicius is much more than Karim Benzema at this point. Uh, Coming to the crossing part, I'll say the smart winger you were talking about, it's Gabriel Martinelli. People will not see it, but the look
Yep.
at the crosses he puts, it's very pinpoint. It's very pinpoint. Even I'll say at times Salah, who is I guess one of the best PL wingers that has ever existed. To be very frank, no biasness, but
No, no.
the way
I think that's fair. I think that's fair to say.
but when you look at him, na, even Salah doesn't have that kind of crossing. Mane did. Mane did.
Hazard,
That is what I'm saying. You are absolutely
Hazard in his Chelsea days, man.
Yeah,
you are
If you
absolutely
remember, if you remember his winger days in Chelsea,
yeah,
like
yeah.
15, 16,
Hazard was a
like
proper
that guy was
dribbler,
smart.
crosser.
That guy was smart. He was a complete winger
I
when he
mean,
was
now
there in
when you look
Chelsea. I
at
don't know
him, you
what
just want
happened.
to run away. But
Please
back in
don't
the
talk
day, he
about
was
Hazard.
good.
Please, it hurts my feelings. You are actually harassing me. I'll just put up a case against you, lot. Don't talk
No, no,
about Hazard.
no, genuinely though. Like, listen, man, he should have stayed at
No, don't
Chelsea.
talk about Hazard, bro. It
No,
pains.
I'm not coming for. I'll tell you something, Suryan. Something you know that La Liga fans didn't know, Real Madrid fans didn't know, probably because they started watching football after us. It's not even that they don't have the knowledge. A very fun fact amongst everyone that watched the Premier League knew that Hazard in the off season would just become a donut, and people like Mourinho had to kick the shit out of him to get in shape when the preseason started. Now, if you don't have hard taskmasters preseason, you're going to come out of shape because that's what he always did. And he always happened to get into shape before season started. Like there
I'll
is
tell
that
you one.
meme now when he signed for Real Madrid and he came with like a little pot belly. I was like, we know this. This ain't new to us. We know this was gonna happen.
You know, Nathan, what would work? Hazard to Bayern. If you know their preseason training camp,
No,
and
no. If Carlo Ancelotti is not able to convince someone to work out, na, I don't think Julian Nagelsmann would be able to do. The
No.
best manager is currently at Real Madrid, and
The
I'll tell
best
you one
person to
thing.
kick you in the ass is at Roma. That's what I'll say.
Yeah,
That's the best way
but
to put it.
Jose will not take the risk of bringing Hazard to Roma.
No, no, he won't break. No, no, I'm saying if anyone would get that Donny in shape now, he's in Rome right now.
That Donny
That's
is
the only
gone.
person.
That guy is gone. To be fair, Hazard doesn't even fit his pants like which he was fitting in the last season. Man's ass is bigger than his career at Real Madrid. To be fair,
It's tough, man. It's
dude,
tough.
Hazard, Bale, they all finished their career in the same way. I don't know if it's something with like the camp over there or
No,
something
no,
like that,
listen,
but
man.
in
Bale,
even
case of
Bale
Bale,
did the
Bale.
same
No,
thing,
no.
bro. They
I'll
just went
defend
lazy. I
Hazard
mean,
here, dude. I'll defend at least Hazard got injured, dude. Bale just checked out, dude. Nah,
Bale just checked out.
yeah,
I'll defend Hazard for this, dude.
Bale was
they
never
just get the fat paycheck, and
never
they're
got
like,
that fat Donny playing. Bale was
Listen, man,
always
I'd
fit.
take Hazard over Bale right now. Let me just put it that
Right
way.
now, though, you will take anyone because he has retired. But in prime, I'm taking Bale over Hazard.
No, no, but I'm just saying, one of them checked out, and one of them, out of shape and injured a lot, which is very different. When you
Yep,
check out, now it's like it doesn't matter how fit you are, you don't want to
yep,
be there.
that is the thing, right? But coming to the case of this guy, Anthony,
Hmm.
Anthony has to buckle up because if he wants to survive now, because in market there's this certain guy now, Kvaradona will be the one people will be comparing everyone with because he is the ideal winger according to people. Vinicius is the ideal winger according to people. Usman Dembele is the ideal winger according to people. Anthony has to be at that level. When you have a Marcus Rashford, you need someone to feed him. Wood is doing an exceptional job, but at times Wood does feel like a bit heavier on the pitch. And I'm not
Definitely.
talking about the build and all. I'm talking about
Yeah, yeah.
the style of play.
It's like
It's a very
he
technical term
lags.
I'm
It's like
using,
it's
but
like a watching lag. Like, yeah,
yeah,
no, I
yeah,
get
yeah,
what
yeah.
you're saying.
Bringing, I'll say, Anupam, are you on this with me? I'll just ask you this question directly.
Yep.
Osimhen to Manchester United works. It's the best transfer that can happen next season. The best transfer.
I I think I personally think we should go for Ivan Tony. I personally think
Ooh,
because
I like
Already
that.
doing.
Osimhen.
I
He's
like that
already
one.
doing
I
well. Come
personally would
on.
take Ivan
You never
Tony
do
for
that.
50, then Osimhen for 100.
Dude,
Osimhen is a
I
very
was
good.
telling Suryansh and Jayant on TCSB this. No, they were laughing at me, dude. Not him, not Suryansh. Jayant
If
was
you
laughing
see
at me. He was
Ivan
like,
Tony play for a team
Tony
like
plays for
Brentford,
Brentford. I'm like, so what, dude? What are you trying to
dude,
say
have you
here?
seen him play for Brentford? If you see the game, like his presence, he's tall, he's physical.
Bro, he has the
Dude, Ten
most goal
Hag would love a
contributions
striker like
in
that.
the league.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
what does him playing for Brentford have anything to do with anything, dude? Like, I don't
And
understand
no,
that
in
logic.
fact, Nathan, it makes it better because Brentford, with the creative chances he gets from Brentford, he makes so much out of it. Can you
Yeah, I
imagine?
mean, listen,
If he
man.
comes to a team
I
like
floated this
City
to
or
I
United or
floated this
something
to
like that.
Giant. I floated this to Giant. I think just before the World Cup, the season before the World Cup started. It was like Ivan
I,
Toney would be
I
such a
was
good
the
deal,
one.
dude.
I was the one who. I'll say one thing. I'll put it up here. Like with the current scenario, like of the field scenario with Ivan Tony,
Yeah,
I don't think he is a correct buy, Anupam. I don't want to bring
yeah,
the entire details
yeah,
into the
yeah. No,
play,
no. I
but
agree. That's why he's third on my list as well.
yeah, because with the current situation, it can happen any day.
Yeah,
Anything can happen,
yeah,
and with current Greenwood scenario as well. In the
yeah,
past, United doesn't want its name to get even dirtier,
yeah.
and with I'll say that that is why Ivan Tony checks out of the list. I was like, even this Isaac prior to going to Newcastle, I was like, he should go to United. Isaac has that build and Isaac has that gameplay, which can definitely work at Manchester United. And I would have totally enjoyed Isaac playing for United because in like this I'll say one thing that in close spaces, this Isak would have been very good with Rashford. He could have helped Rashford in tight spaces, and that would have surely helped him.
I mean,
Plus the
I
pace
don't.
plus the pace of Isaac just makes it even better, I suppose.
But according to
What
you,
did
apart
Newcastle
from
pay for
Ivan
him?
Toney,
75.
apart from
75 for.
no, but Anupam, apart from Ivan Tony and Nathan, apart from Ivan Tony, one player for me it's Victor Osimhen. Then
Yeah,
for you
no,
guys,
Osimhen.
for me, Tony's
Osimhen.
third. It's going to be either Osimhen or Kane. I don't think we're getting Tony either.
Yeah, because of the thing that you mentioned, Suryans. I mean, for his reputation's sake, I don't think we're gonna get him. But as a player, I would have loved.
If we had the Qataris, I don't think they give a shit. But I don't know when we are going to
no, but
when it's going to change
United as
hands.
an legal entity, you have fans as well who will have a say on this because Qataris don't want the fans against them on the first day of the week, right?
But
Like the
I
first
think a
hour
lot of
of
fans would take Tony though. To be fair.
they will take Tony, but if anything goes south, these fans will be the first one not backing him. They'll be like, no, no, we don't give two shits. He's like this, that. It takes one moment of this off the field shit, and fans stop thinking that you are a player.
I'm
With
surprised.
Ivan,
I'm surprised. Basuma's not got so much flack in North London. Yeah, I'm really surprised I'm really
Bissouma,
surprised.
according to me, was a very good player. I don't know what happened to him.
No, no,
He
I
has
mean the flack about his off-field thing that he did in
no.
Brighton
That
before
is
he
the thing,
got
right?
sold.
I'm talking about the player in general.
Ah, yeah.
Like you got the
Conte,
name right.
dude. Simple. That answer's simple.
Conte
Conte.
has shitted on Bissouma. He finished.
Simple.
People are talking about Richarlison, right? Richarlison was scoring goals in Everton. What happened to him at Tottenham? I don't understand. That makes no sense.
Oh, look how he played yesterday. He had a fantastic game yesterday.
Even Sun is looking quite finished at
It's
this
all
point as a.
gone, dude. Son is older than
Dude,
Kane, dude. It's
dude,
all coming to an end.
dude, the camp at Tottenham is very toxic. From what I'm not very active with Tottenham, but I feel it's very toxic inside, and I think players are just giving up on the club at this point.
Bro, Expressions has gone to
Like,
Dubai. He's
to do
he's
what?
not even watching the weekend game. He's gone to Dubai this week. He's gone to Dubai. He's like, fuck all this. I'm going to Dubai, dude. He's like, even after winning yesterday, I'll see you. I'll see you in 3 weeks, guys. I'm going to Dubai. I was like, wow, yeah, great.
I mean, if you guys have seen the Amazon documentary on All or Nothing, this Daniel Levy guy who runs the club, he himself is a very toxic guy, irrespective of the manager. So imagine a guy like Conte, who's another person with a very strong and dominant personality. I just feel how it would be like for a player in that camp. And if Son, probably who is like one of the nicest guys around, like genuinely, if he is giving up, or it at least look like he is, then I can't imagine for a guy like Richarlison who's just young and new. So I probably, yeah, I won't like to be around that club either.
And Richarlison is anyway a little bit of a, let's just be polite. He's a little bit of a shit. So he really enjoyed that comments he
He's an
made on
asshole,
Conte.
to be
You know,
fair.
he must have really enjoyed it when he said it out loud.
He's a bloody buffoon. What? Let's keep it at that. Richarlison is a whole different thing. You know that Richard Arnold wala thing which happened in the UCL final against Liverpool and Real.
No, what did he do? Oh my god,
Yeah,
what did he
I'll
do?
tell you. There were Everton fans who booked a certain bus which was named Richard Arnold. And if you say it along, it does sound like Richarlison at times. And it was like a lot of Liverpool fans bought ticket from that side. And then this buffoon puts up a Twitter story in which he is sitting like a conductor. He has posted his face as a conductor. So
I mean,
Richarlison,
you guys are
total.
you guys are actually lucky. Sorry, you guys are actually lucky you don't get to be on TikTok. Richarlison actually has a very active TikTok account. And
Of
if you
course he
actually see
does.
what he does on TikTok,
Of course he has a very active TikTok account.
like this guy, the game's not even finished. His club is losing, and he probably does one player thing during the whole game, and his club probably lost. I remember this like a month or so back. Spurs lost to Chelsea, I think, or no, Spurs lost to someone. They beat Chelsea. But anyways, Richarlison, he is not ashamed that his club lost. Like literally 30 minutes after the match is over, he posts a TikTok about one player thing that he does, a skill that even was not successful. I was like, how shameful can you be? Your club just lost like half an hour ago.
Bro, I tell you one thing, this guy is like too hot to handle.
I suppose that's
Reminds
one way of
me
putting it.
of a certain Balotelli. Reminds you guys of a certain
Oh no,
Balotelli.
come on.
Balotelli used to score,
Balotelli
right?
definitely had more skill than this guy.
Balotelli
This
used to
guy's a
score.
clown.
This guy is a clown. Balotelli used to score. Balotelli was a good player. This
And
guy.
his sense of humor at least was on point, dude. He'd get in trouble and then wear the "why always me" shirt and all. It like made sense. This guy just like he does his talking after the game's over and they lose, dude. Like who cares about that? Like really. At least when Balotelli gets criticized, he scores a goal, he takes out the shirt, goes "why is always me." It makes sense, man.
Bro, Newcastle should score like 2 more goals, bro. My FPL is fuck all today, one now.
Ruben Neves was on the ground when everyone vacated the field. I don't know if any of you guys were watching, but after the halftime whistle, he was still rolling on the ground. So I don't think that's good news.
Ruben Neves would have been a good signing for United coming to this player. I'll
Oh,
say
he
if you
was
don't
crying last season. I thought he's moving to Barcelona. Go to see at the beginning of
get
the
this,
season, he's still there only.
if you don't get this guy, Dion, go for this Ruben Neves. I kid you not, him alongside Casemiro would work real well. क्योंकि Ruben Neves is like an engine himself. He can run the entire game, and at times Ruben Neves has those long balls which can help your fast and pacey wingers. Eventually, Garnacho will be integrated into this team. I personally feel because of his pace and all. Na, if Garnacho improves his finishing even more, he will be a very lethal winger. So yeah.
I personally rate another guy more than Garnacho, honestly. If you guys have seen the championship, Amad Diallo,
Oh,
he's tearing it apart
Diallo. I knew you were
in
gonna say that.
Sunderland. He's
Diallo is playing for this na abhi, this
Sunderland.
Newcastle's rival. Uh,
He was playing for Atalanta,
South. No, 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 no. Diallo right now in Championship is playing for Southall.
Yeah,
Sunderland.
yeah, he's in Sunderland.
Yeah,
Sunderland.
yeah, yeah, Sunderland. He's playing for Sunderland. Yeah, Diallo was
Man,
scary.
he won like two Player of the Month awards. Like
And
in
Sunderland are currently 11th, so they're not actually doing well
yeah, they're not a
themselves
good
per
team
se.
exactly.
In Championship, it's Yaya, this guy, Vincent Company, who has taken over. Bro, he's too good.
80
He's
points,
too good.
dude. 80 points in the
Burnley
championship.
is the Napoli of champion. What do you call it? Championship.
Championship.
My God, how good is he? How good is he?
I mean, I this is going to sound really arrogant, dude, but we comfortably beat them 3-1 in the Carabao Cup. But they're 80 points in the championship. Like I'm not really sure how to answer that question really.
But you have to give him time. If Burnley gets a good backup, but I don't think so. Which is happening, to be fair, because they are not that ambitious as a club. But
Yeah, they're not.
if they do get, Burnley can finish in top 10. If the way they play, na, they can finish in the top 10.
Oh,
Because I
Sean Dyche made them finish 7th in their first season up, dude, with limited
Sean
funds. It's very
Sean
possible.
Dyche saved Everton. What God fuck's sake, man! This buffoon, he's back, bro. Shit show,
But
man.
but but what's the best part, Suryansh? You noticed something about his wins.
Nah, nah,
You
nah.
noticed something about his wins. His wins, almost all the goals have come by Burnley players.
Yeah, that Chris Wood, right? No, no,
No,
not Chris Wood.
Dwight McNeil and
Dwight McNeil.
Tarkovsky.
Dwight McNeil scored his goal against Liverpool. What the fuck? What the fuck,
The
man?
the Burnley boys are back, dude. They must do like a pre-game huddle in the back there. Yeah, in the dressing room. They're like, yes, boys, we're back.
But
Yes.
today's Casemiro's face was like the worst thing that has happened.
Uh,
Man, the man
get ready
cried.
for the
Like
memes,
legit,
dude.
he almost cried. He probably cried in the dressing room when he was
Get ready
back.
for the
I
memes.
can
It's coming. It's
No,
100%
it shouldn't
coming.
be memeable, man. I mean, seriously, if someone is crying like that, you should actually feel bad. For
No,
someone like
that's not
Casemiro,
going
who's
to
a strong
happen,
Man,
guy.
dude. The
that
Barcelona
is
and
why we are.
Liverpool fans are going to come out. Don't even think that's going to happen.
There's this guy Hussam, if you don't know, on Twitter. He's a Liverpool fan. Like search Hussam Liverpool and search that 5-2 wala game against Real. After the fifth goal, na, the man brought in the smoke, legit. And I'm quite literally brought the smoke out. I cannot say the word on this
Mhm.
streams, but I suggest Anupam, if you have anytime free, na, go to this
Yeah.
Twitter and search for Hussam Liverpool. This guy, this guy is the true embodiment of what Liverpool fans will do up. They will actually go ham. They don't care up. It's like over for them now. This Casemiro face will be loosed anytime United loses to Liverpool now.
Oh yeah, probably. Probably. I won't be this thing. I won't be very surprised, man. They make a fun of Ronaldo crying after the World Cup loss. Like I
Oh,
mean,
that's just.
dude, like they actually make laugh of that, like they make a meme out of it whenever Ronaldo misses at Al Nassr. They post it with that meme. I was like, dude, can you even like think of this guy? It's his last World Cup. His team like almost like one could have won it, and he's
Almost,
losing it.
I'll tell you one thing. Almost 250 people out of his million people out of his Instagram page have started watching football because of this entity,
Yep.
Cristiano. The name says it all. Name says it all. People don't have families who started watching football. Like in my case, my grandfather and my father both were football fans. So it didn't come to me from Cristiano, but I genuinely admire him because he played for my club. He had more goals and assists compared to the games he played. That man had bloody 450 goals for us in 432 games. That is crazy numbers.
Yep, and that too during a dominant time of Barcelona, when Barcelona had all the. He joined at the prime of Barcelona. probably the
Now,
best team ever assembled, like Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, Ronaldinho, Thierry Henry, Samuel Eto'o, God knows what. I can't even name that team. The 2009, 2010 team.
yeah, man.
Like
But to be fair,
that team, like he started against that team, and even Jose, he won the league against that team. When like legit,
we
when
scored.
like
We were a centurion.
Messi
That
scored 91.
we were.
Yeah, he
We were
scored century of
centurions.
goals. Yeah, I think in one
We
of
were
the seasons that yeah, I think Messi scored 91 goals and Real won it just with the help of like Bale. I think Bale joined probably by then. Bale, Modric.
the
Did
2012 season. Messi in the calendar year scored 91.
91,
Yep,
the calendar year.
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
Real actually won the league that season, if I'm not
So,
wrong.
yeah. But that is besides the point. Like, let's not get into that because people will be like, why are you talking about Real Barca here? But that's the thing, right? When we talk about football, we will include all the clubs. You don't expect us to just constantly talk about United because everything we are talking is currently linked to one player, and we are coming to that point itself again and again. Wingers do win you games. If you have strong wingers, you can win matches because at this point, majority of teams use their wingers as goal scorers. And this, I'll tell you, Woot is not a long time project. Any one of these United pages who are like, no, we should give him enough respect. He is like important and all. No,
Dude,
God's
Wood is a Igalo. If you remember Igalo 2 seasons back, he's that. He's a lovely guy. People are loving him because of his passion and love for the club. As a player, if he was not as much likable as a player, then I don't think Wood would be like anywhere near discussions right
I,
now.
I, I,
He's
I
just a likable
disagree
guy.
with
That's
I
it.
disagree with both of you all. Sign him up, baby. I have a good feeling about this. Sign him up.
But he is
He's a
not just
Screw
starting.
workhorse.
Burnley, dude.
Every game,
Screw Burnley.
Nathan, I'll tell you. I'll just give you the situation. Let's get into the situations, right?
Yeah.
You have a Osimhen you can sign, but you are signing a Woot.
I mean, Wood is a backup, not a primary. Anyways, even I think Nathan wants him as a starter.
Yeah, so listen, I believe there's no way to really prove this, unfortunately, because journalists talk all kinds of crap. So they have active Twitter handles. But apparently that if Ten Hag is just happy with what he does as a team player, he will get some sort of contract. Now, taking his age into consideration, what I assume the contract's going to be is a 2+1 extension. To which I say, why not? Because I don't know what's going to happen to Mason
How
probably.
old
Everyone's
is
like,
Woot,
yeah,
by
he's
the way?
coming back, but I don't know about that. I really don't. I'm not that confident like other people are. So then it'll only be Osimhen. I think we're getting rid of Martial. I think Ten Hag
You
is
should
officially
at this
lost
No,
his
I'll
mind.
tell you this one thing. Greenwood is coming back. Mark my words. The word around Old Trafford is Greenwood is coming back.
Yeah, but that's
I
Because
have
because they
also
he's
want
heard
him
seen
to,
one
na.
of
he's
my
It
seen
friends.
benefits our
regularly.
agenda, no, if he comes back.
My
Youth
one of my
Academy,
friends say,
prodigy,
said,
Because
all this.
I'll tell you this one thing, Nathan, and I heard this like several times around like people who actually are living around the Stratford End or Old Trafford in that area. He comes to Carrington very often. He trains with
Now,
the physio teams. Yeah. He doesn't train
wait 1 minute.
regularly.
He comes right
He
now
comes to
as we
Carrington.
speak
Yeah.
to Carrington?
Yeah. Right now, as we speak, yeah, he comes like not exactly every day, but he comes often. He's seen around Carrington a lot with players as well.
Zaid,
I'm 100% sure because
yeah,
these are Mancunians who are telling me this, right?
That's
yep.
not
So
true.
One of my
Greenwood is
friends was
already
telling
getting
me,
familiarized. The thing is,
Nathan,
they don't want him introduced right now because it would disrupt the stability of the team. So they are slowly integrating Greenwood back,
So
just like how someone from
Lavanya
injury.
saying, sorry to cut you off, guys. Lavanya saying, Wout is a Liverpool fan. Lavanya, it doesn't matter. So was Solskjaer. You know how that ended up. These things don't
Iniesta
matter,
was a
dude.
Real Madrid fan.
It doesn't
Now,
matter. Forget that.
Iniesta. No,
Carragher
no,
was
no.
an Everton fan.
Dude,
Carragher is
Rooney was
probably
a
your
Rooney
best
was
centre
a
back in 30
Rooney was a
years.
Rooney was an Everton fan. Like
Rooney
Rooney's whole
was
family
Rooney
is
was an
Everton.
Everton fan. It does, Lavanya, this doesn't
Dude,
matter,
Rio
Rio
yaar.
Ferdinand.
Ferdinand. Rio
Doesn't
Ferdinand was a
matter.
West Ham fan.
Yep.
Bro,
Rio Ferdinand.
Rio Ferdinand played for Leeds.
Yeah, Leeds and West Ham. Like he started his
Leeds,
career.
dude.
His whole
Leeds and
family is
Liverpool.
East
Leeds
London.
and Man United. He played for Leeds. It doesn't matter,
Dude,
yaar.
not just that. I think one certain not I forgot his name, dude. He was the star signing of Leeds. He was the star
I
striker.
know
I
who you're
forgot
talking
his
about.
name.
Alan Smith.
Alan Smith. Yeah, he signed. Dude, forget that. The Ballon d'Or winner from Liverpool in 2001. He played for United. The Ballon d'Or winner. What's his name? He played
Arey,
for
bro,
Real as
forget
well.
all
Owen.
this. Paul Ince has played for Liverpool and Man United.
Yeah, exactly. It's a common thing.
Bro,
It's
no,
okay.
don't
It's
bring Michael
professional.
Owen into this. As Real Madrid fans, we don't accept him. That fucker fucked us up. He scored 7 fucking goals, bro. Get the fuck out, bro. Get the fuck out. Don't even show us your face. And
You know
that
who
me.
I feel bad for, Suryansh, who did come from England and played for y'all? Jonathan Woodgate. He was a really good defender, but he
I'll tell
was
you one name.
so injury prone, man.
This guy,
So injury prone.
what
Steve
his name is?
McManaman,
This
Liverpool.
Steve McManaman, this fucking idiot, played for us, and then he's like, "Ki, I think Real Madrid are not at Liverpool level." You fucking idiot! We were the ones who made you famous. You won the first Champions League of your fucking life with us. You fucking clown.
No, Suryansh, he won it because with you because Liverpool didn't give him a chance. That's why Liverpool's better than you do.
Fucking
This is
idiot.
this is this is how the
That's
narrative
why.
goes,
That's why. Even though I love Bellingham, na, I think he doesn't pull this off something this kind of shitty in the future. But to be fair, Bellingham would be an exceptional signing for us. Malab. Let's not bring that into a debate. But
Hmm.
yeah, the thing is, like, these players who have played for both, I think professionalism comes over fan club, right? Like, things don't work. Like, you cannot expect a contract from your favorite team every single time. It might
Yeah.
be the rival team, but if
So,
you
Suryans, what do you think of Ronaldo though? Not CR7, the Brazilian R9. He played for Barcelona and then signed for you guys,
uh
and actually played decent
Oh,
for you
wait,
guys,
one
pretty
minute.
well
Didn't
for
he
you
play
guys.
for both Milan teams even?
yep,
Yep, he
even
played for
this
Biggest
Barcelona and
sellout,
Madrid
biggest
and
sellout
both
in
Milan
football
teams.
history, dude. There,
I'll
biggest
tell you
sellout
one
in
more
football
thing.
history.
I'll give you
There.
names. Pirlo played for Juventus, AC Milan, Inter Milan. Okay.
Yep.
Bonucci played for AC Milan, Juventus. I can give you names in Serie
Yeah,
A.
and Bonucci he requested to leave, right? That was the
Yep.
controversial thing.
Bonucci was like, I wanted to join Inter Milan, and if his biography comes, you will read about it. He wanted to join this Azuris. Then this guy. I'll give you one more name, and this will be a shocker for a lot of people. Zlatan
Yeah,
Ibrahimovic played for Inter, Juventus, and AC Milan.
it's Milan, yeah.
Can you beat that? He played for the
Oh
three.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And not just
Three.
once, several times. Matlab,
Yep.
he left. He
Okay.
played AC Milan during the Beckham era. He left and he rejoined again after his US spell.
He
So
left Inter. Inter had a swap deal. They like swapped Samuel Eto'o and sent this fucker to Barcelona, and that season Samuel Eto'o won the treble. This big nose idiot who claims to be like one of the best of all time. No, bro, please don't bring it into contention.
The only shout out Ibrahimovic will get from me is that he always likes clowning Lukaku, which I absolutely love about him. He
I
loves
won't be
clowning Lukaku.
surprised.
why do you dislike Lukaku though, Nathan? Why do you
Why
dislike
do I
Lukaku?
dislike him? He's just good old trampoline toes, dude.
He's a
That's it.
racist. Nathan is racist. Basically,
Nah,
is
dude.
racist.
Listen,
Who
man. He
look?
talks. He talks way too much.
No,
See, here's the
Lukaku,
thing.
man. Lukaku was decent, man. That
Okay,
night
okay.
in
So
Paris.
I'm going to I'm going
Come
to
on.
I'm going to explain this to you. I'm going to give you the entire backstory, Anupam. Don't worry, it won't be that long, but I'll give you the absolute clear
You can go
reference.
long. No one is watching that Newcastle game, and everyone in the chat is disrespecting us at this point.
So what happened was there was a channel. I forgot the name of the channel. It was me. Giant was on the panel. It was on Giant's channel, and I think it was the United. Yeah, I don't even remember what their name was. Yeah, United. It wasn't United Road. That is a single person. Basically, it was another United channel. Okay. Before this conversation happened, Giant asked me, "Why did you get rid of Lukaku? Why did Solskjaer get rid of Lukaku? It was a stupid. It was not a good idea." We went on to score 70 plus goals, only behind Firmino, Mane, and Salah. Okay, and I think we were the best scoring trio in the top five leagues. I think we were top five scoring trios in the top five leagues. I don't know in which number we finished in the end, but we did pretty well. Suffice to say. Okay. First of all, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer knows his strikers. Everyone can make whatever bloody jokes they want. I'm okay with it. Please don't tell me Ole Gunnar Solskjaer doesn't know his strikers. I'm not willing to listen to anybody. Man came off the
Yep.
bench, 4-0 down on Leeds, and scored 4 goals on his own in halftime. I'm not having any of this. People
Yeah,
can have
Ole
their
knows his
opinions on
strikers
Solskjaer.
because he is an efficient striker. That's why.
So that's what I'm saying. So he knows his striker now. So he got rid of Lukaku. Everyone was doing this. I was like, whatever. I'm happy with Solskjaer's decision. He talks so much crap. He goes to wherever he goes. He wins the league with Premier League rejects. People conveniently don't recall this. All of them were Premier League rejects. He's won the league with them. doesn't even outscore Ronaldo, who's 10 years older than him. Talks a big game, says Mourinho made him do this person made him do that, gain weight, this, that, and the other. Comes back to Chelsea, flops, talks a load of shit, barely gets 10 goals at the end of the season. Goes back to Inter Milan, says, I love Milan, this, that, and the other. And now what is he doing? Nothing.
That
And
buffoon actually shitted on Chelsea.
he
And
shitted on Chelsea and us now. And here's the best part: that United channel, when we had a
No, no, no,
call, no,
no, no, no,
this
no,
is what
no.
the
Sorry.
United channel said. Okay, Anupam, this was before the season started when Chelsea signed Lukaku. Oh, guaranteed 20 goals, 20 goals to. I laughed. Go check it back, dude. I laughed. I laughed. Everyone could see the laugh. I laughed. I'm like, what the hell are you guys
Dude,
talking? He
dude,
has
people thought
notoriously
Lukaku.
flopped in the Premier League. And you're telling me he's going to come back and score 20 goals because he beat 40-year-old defenders in Serie A? No shot, dude. No shot.
No, no, Nathan, sorry to interrupt you, but I think people thought Lukaku to Chelsea would be what Haaland to Man City is.
no,
People
in terms of
genuinely thought that he was a 30 goal striker in the season.
Anupam,
Bro,
I'll
he
disagree.
fooled everybody then. Good for
Uh,
him.
Anupam, I'll tell you one thing. No one expected him to score 40 goals. When Haaland came into Man City, everyone was like, he will score 40 goals. My voice is getting Anupam, my voice is getting repeated. Can you look
Oh,
into?
sorry.
Yeah, but coming to the point itself, Nathan, I'll say it out loud. When coming to this Lukaku's, this clown's worth, right? This buffoon scored 33 goals for Inter, right? Everyone is like, yo, he's scoring and all. He's like going to be next level. He's like the human embodiment of what Chelsea need a number nine. Call Lukaku. First three games he was good. Then comes the interview. The entire, I think the bad omen started for Chelsea from there itself. Ever since this fool came out and he was like, no, I feel like my opinions are wrong and all. I feel I will return to Inter. Are you mad? You have just signed a contract with a fucking club who paid over 110 million for you. You come out.
And don't forget Suryansh, the tweet when it happened. Unfinished business. Unfinished business.
He went
Tata.
to Inter to troll Chelsea. Gave him the number 90. Since then he has been just sitting there. His biggest achievement is that he was in that Inter game against Barcelona recent times mein. Nothing else. And people are talking about his goal scoring form. Bro, you Eden Jacona scored the same amount of goals in Serie A, and he is 7-8 years elder to him. So please don't bring that name out if you don't want your facts to be corrected. Eden Dzeko, they bought him for free. Scored almost 20 to 25 goals for them. That is a seasoned striker right there. Lukaku is not a seasoned striker. He is a negative omen in your team. That man brings toxicity everywhere he goes. Back the time he was in Everton, he used to kiss the badge, and the moment the offer came, he left. And then he kissed
Yeah,
the
that's what Gaurav is here
badge.
saying. Gaurav is saying Lukaku was OP at Everton. Gaurav, it's a very simple answer to that question. It's the same way Lingard was OP at West Ham. They play different style football. They allow you to have more on the ball because they don't,
But
frankly speaking, consider you that much of a threat. That is the real truth. If you don't believe me, no, forget Premier League. There is a reason Vinicius Junior gets triple teamed, and it's not because it was dance moves. That's all I'll say. That's
no,
all I'll
but
say.
Nathan, one thing though, I mean, you have to remember one thing. Lukaku's career didn't start today. If you remember back
Oh,
in
it
the
didn't
day,
start today,
he
but I
scored a
don't
hat
think
trick.
he's Premier League material, dude. He's perfect for Italian league. I'll give him
Yeah,
his
he
due,
is.
dude. At the end, he did win a Scudetto. Whatever you think of the title itself is up to y'all. But he's not.
And,
He'll
Scudetto is
never
not a
succeed
small
in the
thing,
Premier League.
Nathan. Scudetto is not a
but
small
again, in that season, Martinez was firing,
Yeah, but Martinez
so
is
he
only
had a
known. But
partnership.
the difference is, Anupam, that Martinez only knows Italy. Like Lukaku's actually come here, talked a big game, and failed. You don't hear Martinez go, "Oh, I'm going to come here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that." He's like,
I'll
"I'm just doing
make
my
sure you
thing, dude."
remember one game. Anupam, you remember that game, Chelsea versus Liverpool, 1-1 draw on this Anfield. Like the
Oh
first,
yeah, last season.
yeah.
Yeah,
This season, Lukaku came. Everyone was like, he will destroy Van Dijk. Van Dijk manhandled him.
yeah, I remember. And I was surprised because I think Lukaku is a big boy. Like he is strong. He is
Lukaku is like
physically
a
well built.
100 kilo beast. He was
Yeah,
Actually,
exactly.
manhandled.
I'm glad
And
y'all
he's
think so
fast as
highly of
well.
him. I think he's an absolute donkey. So good for y'all.
Oh, bro,
I,
we can
I
go.
I've been saying it, dude. I have plenty of there are plenty of TCSP watchalongs where I've called him a donkey. I can't even walk it back even if I wanted to. So it doesn't matter.
I'll tell you, but for the striker, I'll still say anyone who is listening to me or any United fan, go for Osimhen. There's no other option. Even though he's injury prone, he can guarantee
Can
you if he plays 20 games, he'll score 20 goals. You don't need more than that.
can I
I'm not saying
can I
he should.
can I tell you this one thing though? I personally, this is my gut feeling, right? Again, I think Osimhen, if he comes to United, is gonna be a big flop. I just have a gut feeling. I don't
Bro,
know
you
why.
jinxed it
I
now.
I
You
need
have jinxed it. It will officially happen. Anupam, I kid you not now. It will happen.
I personally think it's
As
gonna
long
be a
as it's
big flop.
not as
I
bad
don't
as
want it to
Lukaku, I'll
happen.
take it, dude. That's all I'll say.
Dude, Lukaku was not a loss for us.
Oh,
If you
yeah,
think about it,
you're right.
he
That
scored
that I
decent
agree
goals
with. He
and we
wasn't a
didn't
loss
lose
for
money.
us.
We bought him for what, 75, sold him for 72.
Yeah,
We
I
lost like
agree.
max 5 million
I
on him.
agree.
We
It
didn't
was
lose
he wasn't a
money.
loss for
We
us. He was just a loss to my eyes. I agree.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. But Osimhen, I think because again the Italian league, and I think Naples right now or Napoli, it's probably a one season wonder. I genuinely believe that.
I also agree
If
on that point. I
I
also
it's a one season wonder. That player is not class at all. I've seen his games. He's scoring, and I can guarantee you this one thing: if he comes to the Premier League, he's gonna flop. Because Premier League is a league
Naples,
not
no,
for
no,
the
no, no.
one season
Anupam,
wonders.
I'll tell you about Osimhen one thing, right? I have seen him for a couple of years. This season, the numbers are coming because Napoli are 18 points clear.
Yeah.
Osimhen just plays like he used to play. I'll give you statistics. Last to last seasons, he played 16 games. He scored 17 goals. Of course, he's quite injury prone. No one can deny that. Any striker like Dusan Vlahovic, even Dusan Vlahovic, who is supposedly considered amongst the big strikers the most healthiest one, because even Haaland is not free from injury. Haaland is also someone who can get injured really easily.
Yeah, his last
Because of,
season at Borussia, of course, he was completely injured.
yeah, I'll tell you one more thing about this guy itself. Osimhen, previous season, prior to the season I told you about, played 23 games, scored 24 goals. So that man does score a goal in every single game. Osimhen with Rashford, paired with Rashford, I'll tell you one thing: you will just need Fernandez to put one ball in, and that is game set match done. Osimhen may not look like the fastest player out there, but that guy is fast as fuck. He is too quick. Osimhen in big games is always performing. He has one more thing in an Arsenal, that is his verticals. He's quite good at jumping. So header winning ability might be better than even Wood. Wood, even though being 6'6", won't win that many headers. Osimhen being, I guess, 6'1" or 6. I guess he's also 6'2". He'll win more headers than Wood. Osimhen has that physicality, even though his structure is not that huge. He's quite thin as a
I
player.
I don't rate him for another reason, and again that physicality factor. I think he's very lean. No, like he has for a central striker. I think, and for a number 9, he needs to be strong. I mean, at least stronger than
He
what
is
he is
quite
right
strong.
now.
That's what I'm saying. He is deceivingly strong. He's not weak. Like
Okay,
like
that's a new.
one player who is genuinely like not that strong. That is this Kramaric for this guy, Croatia.
Yeah,
This guy, he's huge, but he's not that strong. Joselu is also not strong. Joselu, this guy who plays for Espanyol, he's
Spaniel.
also not that strong. Like, people who look short but are strong. Like Kun Aguero was one of those players who was not very tall but was very physical.
Yeah,
Tevez.
and that's a striker that would work in the Premier League. If you see Haaland recently, he's getting trapped in the physicality game. Like teams like Fulham and Brentford are holding Haaland back. Can you see that? Like physically, like Haaland, who's actually himself is a very strong striker. And if
Lavanya
Haaland or
saying okay.
someone
So
like that is,
I'll just it
yeah,
ties into the comments now. So Osimhen is shining in the same league that you're making fun of, Lavanya. I'm going to only say this: AC Milan, Scudetto winners, beat Spurs 1-0 over 180 minutes. Even though they won their game 3-1 yesterday, someone still got a goal against them in one attempt. Spurs couldn't score against AC Milan, the champions, one goal. Spurs is in terrible form. AC Milan, the champions, only could score one goal against terrible Spurs. If you think the league is so great, you're going to find out after Napoli gets completely gutted this season, and we're going to see how well the Italian teams shine. Because when they don't shine, you will understand that we're not making fun of them, but in fact telling you what the state of the league is. If it's not PL and it's not La Liga and it's not Bayern Munich, don't expect anyone to win anything in Europe. It's very simple. If they do, it's an absolute anomaly, and you will see them not win
If
anything after that
if
year.
Real Madrid exists na past quarters, we are winning it. I am saying it out loud. We are winning it if we win past quarters. If we get an easy team, even Benfica can be one of those teams who cause an upset this season. People are forgetting they are
Yep.
scoring goals. Like they are scoring goals here, there, and everywhere. Like they scored 5 against bloody hell. 5. For God's sake, 5-1 was the no 5-1 is like an aggregate score line. They scored that in one game. Goncalo Ramos is one more good shout for United. Like
Yeah, it's a good shout.
my man is good at holding stuff. You can see it on Twitter as well. He was holding his stuff real good. So yeah, you can see like he holds dicks quite nicely. And I'm talking about Premier League defenders here. Yeah. So yeah, you can look into him. Quite literally.
How is Napoli doing in the Champions League this season?
They are winning. They have
Like,
won everything. They lost
Oh,
one
Vol
game to
scored!
Liverpool.
Come on.
so
Come
it's 1-1
on.
now.
Yes. Wait, I mean, I don't know if they have to do a check or not, but it looks like, I think it was Wang Hee-chan. Thank God. Something good came out of the Bundesliga.
Oh, shut up, man. Patrick Schick vanished, bro, from this uh, globe. I remember him playing really well. This guy,
The Euros. Leverkusen, right?
yeah, in Leverkusen, I love watching Leverkusen,
Oh,
bro.
it's definitely not offside. Kieran Trippier passes the ball to him.
You
Yes.
fucking idiot. Prepare. Point over
He,
the
he
Fuck
tried
that.
to clear it, and he slipped, and it just literally went to him on a plate. Bad luck.
Like I am myself like a Leverkusen fan these days because of course Xabi Alonso. Reasons are quite simple. Next coach and all. But coming, I'll be very honest. If you are very smart, now, anyone in United should, anyone in the hierarchy should just propose that signing Osimhen makes sense. 100+ million signing you can do. Don't go for this Frankie De Jong wala saga once again. Sign a midfielder who was quite less valuable, like in terms of the money, in terms of the transfer market. And I think you have good players in the academy as well. There's Jabri is quite good, and Zidane Iqbal is class, but I'll say people will kick me out for this, but and Ethan will actually kill me. But
McTominay.
Hannibal Jabri has a higher ceiling
Yeah.
than Zidane Iqbal.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Any
yeah,
I agree.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We all agree on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Hannibal,
I agree.
Hannibal, Hannibal has been was supposed to get into the team last season, had more game time, but it didn't work out.
Iqbal would be a Lingard at best. I'll be honest. I
Oh,
mean, yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
ouch.
Then.
I like
Yeah,
I like
if he
Charlie
even succeeds and
Savage and
gets into the
Iqbal.
first
I'm
team,
excited for, yeah. Savage and Iqbal, I'm both excited for both. Let's say
You had this center defensive midfielder you sold him, but that guy was also quite good.
Jimmy Garner, yeah,
by
man,
the
but
way,
he's not even getting
Nathan,
playtime in Everton. So
Nathan and Suryansh. Okay, a hypothetical question. By the way, while we're discussing Osimhen and spending 100 million on them, imagine like so what we see it likely happening. Let's say before summer, the Qataris take over, right? Because from what I heard, the Qataris are gonna get a second bid by end of this month and whatever. So, what do you think of Haaland transitioning to not Haaland, sorry, Mbappe transitioning to a number 9 with PSG project falling
Anupam,
and
I prefer you don't speak after this, or the Madridistas and the United fans. You know one
I'm,
thing that
I'm, I'm
no,
very
because
happy. Okay, I'll
at the
answer
end
it.
of the
I'm very happy
day,
if he comes to us.
If Qataris get United, then I mean, sorry, Madridistas, but there is no competition, man. There is no
Oh
competition,
yeah,
man.
that's actually
If the
yeah.
Qataris,
If you
if the
look at it that
Qataris get
way,
us, then
if you look at it that way,
if
yeah.
the Qataris get us, again, there's a big
I'll
if
tell you
over here.
one thing. If Qataris go, Mbappe is coming to Real, and that is I we don't need to brag about it, but We do
Listen,
have
bro.
a
Listen. I'm just going to say, be careful what you're about to say. That's all.
no. He's coming to Real. I'll tell you that.
But you all don't want him, nah.
Yeah. We don't
Yeah,
want him.
you
That's
guys.
why he's coming to Real.
He's a
No,
snake
no,
now.
no, no,
He's a
no,
snake.
no,
Perez
no, no, no,
doesn't
no.
want
Wait, hold on,
him.
hold on. I'm giving context here. Because of what he did to you guys, you all don't want him. I don't mean you don't want him because he's not a good player.
No. I get your point. I get your point. What I'm trying to say, but what I'm trying to say here is that even prior to the World Cup, there were these rumors going on around that Mbappe is still in contact with us. The day he signed the contract, he messaged Florentino Perez, "I am sorry. Everything was done. Everything was done. Like Perez did feel betrayed, but I think if Perez has to give Madridistas a gift, for the Santiago Bernabeu, new Santiago Bernabeu, as you lot have seen, like it is beautiful. A very beautiful stadium is coming up.
Well, it was always a beautiful stadium. Like
It's now even like I'll say it's more futuristic to be
yeah,
very honest.
exactly. I was just going to say it just looks like a shiny coat of paint, like the saying
Yeah,
goes.
yeah, yeah. Very beautiful stadium. Like I'll say, Allianz Arena, as people say, it's a very futuristic stadium.
Yeah.
It's even Santiago Bernabeu is going to be on the same similar note. Two signings will be there who will be like the inauguration signing,
Galacticos.
the Galacticos, as people say. One is Killian, the other one, my heart says, is going to be Bellingham. Because I think if this Bellingham saga continues, eventually Liverpool have to make better signings because they need even a higher squad revamp. Compared to us, they are actually at a worse position because they almost every player is aging there. Like they have majority of players up on the wrong side of 30s now. Like earlier it was like okay and all, but now it's not working. So I'll say it's not the right time.
Yeah, I wasn't convinced he's going to Liverpool either. So Lavanya, who's a Liverpool fan, I just looked at it this way. Between all the injuries and between all the age of the player and the fact that you have to sometimes, because of the injuries, play out of form players out of position, spending 100 plus million on Jude Bellingham doesn't make sense to me, in not in an acquisition sense, but in a rebuild of a team sense. So to spend 150 million, Liverpool's going to have to spend 300 million, because if they're going to spend 150 on one player, they certainly need more than two, three, maybe four players. I mean, when I saw Henderson Milner come on yesterday, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my, have they given up on the game?
They
Like, I
need
couldn't
four
believe it.
midfielders. They need four midfielders. They need two. They need a, I guess, centre back as well. They have to go again. Like Josco Guardiola is one name which is popping up. I think he will go to Liverpool. I want him at Real, but I think I am not very convinced with the way we are going after this guy, Josco. I think he might go to this Liverpool. Like I think, but he will be a terror for you lot. I am telling you, if you have seen his World Cup performances, United have to better be ready because Van Dijk and Josco Guardiola or Ibrahim Konate and Josco Guardiola will be a tough opposition
Konate
to.
also gets injured quite fairly, man. Like I remember doing the TCSP stream when they wanted to talk about Liverpool signings. I had like the transfer marketing up and I was reading. I'm like, dude, this guy misses so many games, man. Plus, they already have Joe Gomez. I was like, it's
That
not.
was a
The thing about sometimes people get really confused, right? When people say you shouldn't sign a player between not good enough and not available enough. Like if you are a A plus player but only plays 25 games in the season, you might as well be a D, because you need to play all the games to
that is Osimhen
maximize your
for you.
chance.
That is
Sorry.
Osimhen for you. That is
Huh.
Osimhen for you.
But what
He
I'm
plays.
trying to say, but if we have backups, it's okay, na, Suryansh. If you buy a backup for Gomez, who was highly promising, who's injury prone, and you buy him another center back that is injury prone, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot, na, because there is no backup to the backup. It's too
Yeah,
injured,
right.
you know.
Okay, okay, but among all of this, right? What I want to ask you is, Qataris signing United is a standard for them, right? Like they would be like giving a statement because none of these oil countries have yet bought a big club or an already established club. They have bought PSG, which was a
I mean, in
good
fairness, I
club
think
but not
Newcastle
that
is
good.
established. I think I know people
Come
won't look
on,
at
you
it that
can't
way.
compare Newcastle to United.
No, no, I'm
Like,
not
not.
comparing. I'm
I
talking
mean,
about. I'm talking about
if Saudi
established.
buys Real tomorrow, or say for
Oh, I
example, if
Real,
mean,
Abu
I
Dhabi
mean,
buys
Real is not for sale,
Barcelona,
right?
the other.
I'll tell you
So
one
that would
club
be.
which people are forgetting should be bought is that AC Milan. Milan at this point
Oh, yeah,
in the market is the most heritage club there. There can be, because if you look at Milan, Milan was the one who created modern
but
football. They
yes,
were
they
the
did.
ones
But
who
the
were like,
value is. But Syria back then was the best league. Today it's not.
I,
yeah.
Let's put it
it's
that way.
not, but Anupam, I'll not say it's getting back on track. I'll tell you that.
Do you think so?
Syria, leaving this Napoli season aside, the last
See,
season was
with
Syria
the
was
money in Premier
I
League, with the money in Premier League, none of the leagues can even like respectfully compete. I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
talking about the
I
clubs.
agree.
The big
I,
No,
clubs
I
can
I
agree.
think
compete, but not at the
I
league
actually
level.
disagree. I think La Liga can compete because they play beautiful styles of football. But
La Liga, as
in
like
terms
if
of
you
an
talk about the top
attractive
teams,
in terms of an attractive acquisition, I don't
dude,
know,
the
man.
top
Serie
three and
Bro,
A,
four
I'll tell
clubs,
you one thing.
the top three
Real
and four
with
clubs are a different story. But the rest of the 16 clubs, what?
Newcastle scored. Newcastle
Don't
scored.
say
For
Newcastle
fuck's
scored.
sake, come on, bring it on, Drew. I'll just tune in. Get out, Nathan. Get out.
yaar, sick
Who
man.
scored? Bruno? Who
Almiron,
scored?
Almiron.
Oh
Sick, yaar.
man, it's not a day. It's just not a day.
Fucking hell, Spurs also won today, yaar.
Spurs decimated the team they played against.
Dude,
Yes,
we were like
Almiron.
5 points.
Almiron! Yes, yes,
Bro,
yes, yes, yes,
we were
yes.
like 5 points away from Arsenal like 2 weeks ago. And now we are 5 points away from, not even 5 points. I don't know how many points will be from Newcastle
Yes,
or Spurs.
we are. I believe we are 5 points. Newcastle's 5 points behind us. I think.
Amazing.
Really pouring today. It's not raining anymore. I think the assist was, who was that? Was that Jacob Murphy?
I'm
Can't make
enjoying
out.
it because I had Almiron in my team.
Yeah, man. I had to take
FPL.
him out for double game week purposes, but yeah, good call. Cheap. It was a good transfer.
I
If
use the
any, Willock,
top five teams itself. I don't use the lower teams. I just
Willock with the assist. If anyone has Willock in their team, my God, an old Arsenal player. I tell you, right? It's really happening today.
Bro, but I'll be very honest. I feel that one thing is happening. This is Arsenal's year. This is Arsenal's year, because after this, if this year it doesn't happen, na, next season City will chew every team apart.
Bro, I'm telling you, next year, depending on what happens with us, I'm telling you, people said it's
Bro,
going to take 4 5 years. I don't think it's going to take 4 5
if
years.
Qatar buy us, just if Qatar buy us, then forget it. I'm not saying this because I'm
I'm
a
not saying
United
we're
fan
going to
or
run
anything.
away with the league. I don't subscribe to that theory in the Premier League. By the way, Anupam, for reference, our good old friend Jayant, when Erling Haaland was bought, City are running away with the league, and I told him, this is not how this league works, my friend. You can't win by 16 points with respect to Real Madrid. It doesn't work like that in this league. Every now and then it'll work. It doesn't work like that in this
We
league.
are shit, bro. We don't compare us to in
No,
league. We are
no.
done.
Last season, Baba. Last season, you all won by 16 points. Or something. You all
But
won with
Yeah,
like
Barcelona
five
was
by
games
a
shit
in
at that
hand.
margin.
time, right?
Ah,
And
they won with five
but
games in
again,
hand
last
or
season
something. They
was
won
Lewandowski
clean.
there last season? No, no.
No, no,
So they didn't even have like a proper number 9 last
no,
season.
no,
So
no.
come
I'm
on,
not making excuses.
they played with what? That Dutch guy. Yeah, what's his name?
Uh,
United flop. Depay. Yeah,
if
they played with Depay number 9.
United flop. No, but even right now as we speak, La Liga is the difference is only 9 points. It's like no one's running away with no league, dude. These are the two best teams in the world, leagues in the world. Just because you buy Haaland, you're not going to run away with the league. I don't care
No,
what anyone says.
I'll tell you one thing that I'll be very honest. Next season, I do see Haaland getting even more into the games for City. This season, people are talking about Haaland scoring those goals. Na,
Yeah,
the
it
impact
happens.
has not been immaculate. The way City play, na, Pep is not impressed with Haaland. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Pep expects a lot more from Haaland, and considering what Haaland is, Haaland will eventually improve. Only he is going to improve from here itself. So you are looking at a team which might even score more
Yeah, but
goals.
what about the other players might diminish, na? Mahrez is not young. De Bruyne
But
is not young.
they have players. They
Bernardo
have
Silva
players.
does not want to be there.
No,
Joao
no.
Cancelo wants to leave.
Bernardo is staying. The
Okay.
Barcelona wala thing, na. has ended because of this. Like there is this journalist Rashid Rahman. He posted something like,
Yeah,
"You're
yeah,
like it's next to impossible signing Bernardo with the current financial situation of Barcelona."
yeah.
So Bernardo is not leaving. Coming to Phil Foden. Phil Foden is the English cash cow. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think Phil Foden's the only one that has upside because
Dude,
he's so young. Like everyone else is pretty.
dude,
If you look at the
can
average
I
team
just
of their
say
age, everyone's pretty old,
can I
dude, in
just
that
say
team.
something? We are completely ignoring the fact that Barcelona might actually not exist in a few years.
Nah, I
Because
don't want
if
to.
they
I
no
don't
no no,
want to
I'm
do
not even
that,
taking the
dude. I don't
banter.
want to wind up
Anupam,
I'm
the
don't
not
do
even
build.
that.
taking the banter. No no no, Nathan, I'm not
Wind up
even
the
I'm
build.
not even I'm not even taking the
Anupam,
piss.
don't
Like
get into
seriously.
that. I'm telling you, Obi, don't get into that. Let's
No, no,
let's.
I'll tell you, Arupa, I'll tell you, we have a group mainly full of, like, I am probably the only proper, me and Lavanya might be the only Premier League fans in that group. And the conversations that go on 24/7, it's actually quite draining. But Suryansh has a good time with it. I saw it today.
I
For
read
me,
apart that person.
he enjoys himself in it. I'll admit. Me, not so much. Also, I'm obviously not a La Liga like full on full form like full
Enthusiast. You are
follower.
not a La Liga enthusiast, so
No,
you
and
don't.
also I don't keep in track with everything, now like the Twitter handles and all that. Everyone
But
else does in the
I'll
group.
tell you one thing, Anupam. Last season, Real Madrid did make a lot of Man United fans happy by winning something.
Yeah,
That was the best thing that could have
yeah,
happened. Like winning
yeah.
the Champions League was like because they would have rubbed it on your face. Yeah, I'll be very
Oh yeah,
honest. If
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Chelsea should
absolutely.
have won one trophy. I'll be very honest. Like that nil-nil scoreline. How can you score 0 goals in like three finals? What the fuck, man? You should have scored one at least once. ओन गोल ही मार देते भाई scored once ना at least score didn't score once so I was like quite embarrassed but like we won against Liverpool and all but yeah
Anupam, you were
uh,
saying sorry. Anish is saying,
Yeah,
bro, we are
what
too big not to exist. Anish, you were
yeah
no, no,
telling.
no, no,
he's
no.
Thank
Okay,
you.
okay. On that, I'll just say one thing, right? Like, I'm not gonna get into the controversy of whole of
Hmm.
things. See, with the recent refereeing thing, what I see the most likely outcome would be if La Liga has any shame or any reputation, or they want to keep some respect in the community, they would deduct some points from Barcelona. If they do that, they're out of the title race. Real comes in, and if Real get that opportunity, I really wish Real don't drop points and again lose the title.
we will
And
lose
if
it
that
I'll
happens,
tell you that Anupam we are serious bottlers we are the champions of fucking Europe we are champions of the fucking world and we still are considered like bums in front of a lot of teams like to be fair and to be fair we do play like that at times we cannot win against Real Betis you scored 4 against them for fuck's sake man
I couldn't believe it.
dude,
I
they were
couldn't
they were
believe it, dude.
horrible.
I couldn't believe it. As the stream was going on and as the game was unraveling, I was like, I was watching that game live. Like, what happened? Like,
But
I
how did you
actually
guys beat
couldn't
Liverpool like
understand.
5-2?
we could have done that. Like Liverpool, though we always destroy. Like that is our like go to thing.
Madness,
Like,
man. Football can be really mad, yeah, on a weekly basis.
Liverpool fans at this point don't take panga with us a lot. Like they know कि nothing will come good come out of. Even Salah after that goal was like, "Bhai, हो गया. I'm finished. अब हो गया मेरा revenge done. Let's leave it." So yeah, but
Our worst is being bought by a millionaire, which is normal for prem teams. Well, I don't know, Anish, how y'all
Yeah,
can switch from a
Barcelona.
socio team to a
No,
person.
Barcelona, they won't do that because they are structured in a way that their shares are
No,
owned by players, non-voting
but
shares.
how does that
Well,
work,
not players, but
Suryansh?
fans.
You're aware, right? Like, can they change from a public
no,
company from a
both
private?
the Real and Barcelona cannot do that. We are socio owned clubs, and the socios won't agree to this. Like, of course, both are cash making cows, and Lionel Messi. I'll say it out loud. Leo Messi coming to Barcelona is not just an sporting event; it's a financial god tier. Like you can say, it's a Ramban for them.
Yeah,
To be very precise, like everyone understands this the best way because I didn't want to get into a lot of things.
yeah, yeah.
Like it's a Ramban. You get a lot of money from it, and Leo should come. Matlab, if you La Liga,
Man, I want him coming back. Yeah, listen, man. I know
Leo
there's
should come.
this rivalry shit. He doesn't belong in that junk club. Yeah, come on, or go back to Newell's old boys or whatever. Yeah, don't do that to yourself anymore, man. Like seriously, like don't play for that team, man. Like see, do whatever you
That
want.
won't really be a very
Retire, go play five-a-side futsal. Do what you want. Do play in a Legends League. Don't go back to that team, man. Like really, like I'm not even
how
making
about
jokes,
Saudi?
dude.
How about
I
Saudi
don't
Al
care,
Riyadh?
dude. I don't
Al
care.
Hilal
Just don't.
versus Al
Just I
Nassr.
don't care. Just don't play for that team
But
anymore.
you have to give to leaving Messi aside, but you have to give credit to Cristiano fucking Ronaldo, bro. What a king, bro. Like he is the true goat in all sense because, like I'll say even Messi is the goat, but the thing is like coming to Ronaldo's perspective, like Sony bought Saudi to show people Cristiano Ronaldo. And at Sony Live, I guess the most traffic they face is when Cristiano plays. That's at times more than Champions League games. So you can imagine how big Cristiano Ronaldo is as a name.
Okay. Since we are talking about this, Suryansh, tell me something. Okay, what's he scored? 6 goals in what's it? 9 goals in 6 games or something like that.
What?
Is that
He scored like 4 goals in
Ronaldo
one, I
scored
think.
like 9 goals in 6 games with
He
something like
scored a
that?
hat trick. He scored a poker. He scored another hat trick. I don't know how many he scored.
So okay, so now you know what people come and tell me in the chat. Arey, yeah, all these goals he would have scored against for y'all. I'm like, come on, yeah. Like, are we
No,
really
no,
doing this? Are we
no, no. Let's
really
not
doing
get
this?
into that. Let him be, yaar. I don't
Arey,
want
Baba,
Cristiano to be.
Suryansh, I have no problem. People are coming to my chat and, and they are roasting me like I am in charge of his contract, dude. And I find
Bro,
it so
this guy,
funny.
just like you, is also a Ronaldo fan. You
No,
cannot
dude,
criticize him.
I am a Ronaldo fan, but to make it apples to apples comparison is like a joke, yeah. We make fun of the French league for God's sakes that plays
Saudi
Champions
is
League.
not as good as French league. Yeah, French league is
That's
better
what
than
I'm
Saudi.
saying now. And imagine how we react to the French league, and then people are coming to me. You could have scored these goals for you.
He
Weghorst is
would have
crap.
scored. Okay, he would have scored. Okay, we agree on that point. But let's not get into the thing, right? Let him be. Let's not try to bring him to
No,
Europe
I'm
when
very
he.
happy for him personally. Like not football related. I'm very happy that he's away from the limelight. He can enjoy the rest of his football. He doesn't have to deal with this toxic crap all the time. Big teams, this come after him when he doesn't score. I'm very happy for him that way. What is the Al Ali fans going to go? Ha ha! He didn't score a goal. They aren't going to say shit, dude. Like it is whatever, dude. Like who's going to banter him in Saudi? No one. Simple.
So yeah, but I'll be damned if I say I don't want Cristiano to come back to Europe, bro. At times, na that I just remember that moment, like Cristiano saving United as against that Atlanta goal, na.
Yeah.
People were jumping out of their seats like
Yeah.
fuck's sake, Ronaldo. Like those are the moments which actually
Spurs hat trick.
really, yeah.
Spurs
Nah,
hat trick.
Spurs hat trick was not something which I was
Dude,
like.
dude, remember the for Juventus against, I don't know, in the Champions League, he scored a hat trick against Atletico, I think, in
That
the
was
Champions
the
League round of
best
16.
hat trick. I absolutely adored it because I'll be very honest, Anupam. I don't like Juventus. I don't like Atletico. Atletico, though, I genuinely hate from the bottom of my heart because they have been they are like assholes. To be fair, they are the fake Madridistas. Like I'll put it like in that sense.
I
I
think
don't rate.
I blame that on the coach too. The coach creates the environment.
No, Simeone is the.
Nathan hates Simeone.
No, I don't like, dude. I've never seen a manager do the suck it sign to crowd. Like, dude, you're 50 years old. That's all I'm going to say. Like,
No,
I'm
but
not.
I'll tell you one thing.
There's no even need for additional banter. It's like, dude, you're 50 years old, and Triple H doesn't do that anymore. That's all. That's all. I don't have to say anything else.
But when Ronaldo did it, fans enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah, but dude, Ronaldo's playing. This dude's in a suit on the sidelines, like he's
I
scoring the goals, dude.
But
It's
coming to
different.
gaffers and this na players wala, Richarlison was shushing Conte. You fucking idiot! He's your own fucking
This
gaffer.
guy, man, he's like
You idiot! Like I don't understand Richarlison to be fair. Like
he's lost the plot, dude. He spent too many years at Everton. It's depression
I I,
kicking in.
I personally think Richarlison thinks he's some kind of an anime main character.
He
At this point,
dances like one.
bro, he was like. I'll be very honest. Brazil spent more time dancing rather than playing in the World Cup.
Tite also so
Bro,
embarrassing, dude. He's
he's
like
got a
joining
pigeon
in.
brain, bro. Let's put it this way. He's got a pigeon brain. That's it. I mean,
Yep.
the way he behaves, the way he dances, he's got a pigeon
He's
brain.
not. You can tell he's not in tune with reality. You can really genuinely tell he's not in tune with reality.
The fame and everything, the money, I think, is taken over his brain. Whatever was left of it.
Like he had one good moment this season where he scored his Champions League goal and he went into a celebrate his father, cried and all that. That was really cool. That
World Cup was decent though.
that was yeah,
World
he
Cup
was
was
good.
good.
I'd imagine that means a lot, but after that, dude, like don't know what to say,
Yeah,
man.
we can get into that Richarlison wala rant, but Richarlison is
That's not even worth it, dude. Is he even going to start next week? Like, what's the point of the rant? Nothing.
he'll start. He'll be like he'll score another offside goal, and then we'll be like, I have scored enough. Suck it, Conte. But I feel Conte should leave Spurs, but that man has made it even worse. They're like Spurs were already bad. Conte made them worse.
Dude, get Pochettino back in to Spurs.
He
Like
won't.
seriously.
Daniel
I
Levy has too much pride, dude. No chance.
No, Pochettino
Oh
is
yeah,
coming.
yeah.
Pochettino is
You
coming.
think
A
so?
lot
You
of
think he is going to swallow his pride and bring him back?
Pochettino is a dog.
Daniel Levy has no other options, dude. I'll be
Pochettino is a
honest.
dog who loves to eat his own shit. So I think Pochettino will beg and come back, like give us a
Yeah.
chance. Because I don't want him at Real. It's better he leaves because Pochettino, he's a candidate for Real's job as well.
But
So yeah, I want
can I
him
tell you
gone.
something, Suryansh? The one thing that you and me always we criticize, like when we are on the lives about Real Madrid, the one thing I will say, Almiron almost had an assist to end the game. Didn't happen though. One thing I will say about Pochettino is that he will definitely get some of the youth players in your team. That I one
That is
thing
why
no I
I
can
want.
comfortably say.
Yeah,
Instead
yeah,
of
that
complaining about it, no, the whole season, it will happen for sure.
I'll tell you one thing, but we have certain someone who is coming from that place itself. Raul is a genius.
Yeah.
Spanish football genius is coming to Real. ठीक है? I'll be very honest. I don't want Raul to join Abhi because he's very inexperienced and the squad needs an
We don't want
experienced
a
manager.
Lampard. We don't want the Lampard
Yeah,
thing
yeah, yeah.
happening,
We
dude.
want a,
One of the favorites is actually Allegri. What do you think of him?
he's a
Oh,
he's an asshole, bro. Anupam, forget it, bro. I don't want to say the word, but he's that only. I cannot say it on the street.
oh, I love it. I love it. Three at the back, no. Surya every week, dude. I'll be sitting there looking
No,
three at the back football,
but
dude. Yes, let's go,
Why he can
bro.
suck
He'll
on
be.
his fat on, bro.
I'm telling you,
Rudiger.
Bonucci, new Blanco, dude,
No,
for
no,
sure.
no, no,
Bonucci.
no, no. Bonucci, Rudiger, and who would be the third one?
He'll be like Chiellini. LA is nice, dude.
Ki-
Spain is
Militao,
better.
Militao is
Or
there, right?
or better, he's actually gonna push Xiaomini into a centre back.
Oh my god.
Brought in the best.
He's that guy. He is that guy. He would.
Seven at the back, dude. Italian Southgate, dude. Fuck.
Southgate is
Everyone.
better than Allegri. Let us put it that way.
I'm glad you have a high opinion of Southgate, dude. That's all I'll say.
I'll say Thomas Tuchel should come because he'll make Valverde even into a bigger monster to face. Valverde under Thomas Tuchel will be too good. I kid you not.
A lot of people are saying they don't want him, dude, which is surprising to me, considering all
You don't
the
have other names
managers that are
because
available.
they're. If you ask me, I would like to keep Carlo Ancelotti with a
Nah,
blink of
bro.
an eye.
No, dude. Listen, man. You're not going to get any youth academy in your team if that happens. I'll tell you right now, dude.
But
We'll be
but
having
Nathan,
the
Real
same
has never
argument next
been.
season. The same argument's
But
going to happen next season.
but
Just see.
Nathan, Real has never been a youth club. Real has always been a Galactico focused.
This is where no,
Barcelona has been a youth
I don't
focused club.
quite exactly agree, dude. So I don't know if Suryansh was there when I had this discussion, but someone told me this. I think it was on TCSB stream only. I'm like, this is not at the beginning of the season when Real Madrid were winning and they were one of the teams that didn't lose yet. So early, very early into the season, I was like,
16 games
where
unbeaten, like that
yeah,
time.
where yeah, around that time. Where is the youth there? I'm like, Gavi, Pedri, all this. I'm like, okay, you can make fun of Barcelona all you want, but at least they back the youth, dude. You
La
can do
Masia
that.
has always been there. I'll tell you about Real. Na. You can only name a few players coming out of our academy.
Ah, but
Like
the thing is, Suryansh,
मेरे को तो एक भी नहीं पता है भाई. I don't even know what.
Raul
of
is one
the
name.
chances?
I'll give you that.
Carvajal,
Okay, Raul is there. Yes.
Carvajal,
Raul is there. Raul is there. Raul is there.
Carvajal.
Carvajal, yeah, but he didn't get directly into the team, right? He was on a
Yeah.
loan as well.
Ah,
Raul was the only one. Raul didn't go on a loan. Raul came and then he was starting for us.
so
Raul,
my issue is now. My
How
issue
long has
is
Raul been like? Man, come on. Raul has been a
Ra-
generation ago.
I think Raul generation, 2 generations ago.
Raul
Two
was
generations ago,
last.
exactly.
Raul almost played like he played in 2010, I guess.
Oh
Last
my god, dude, he played way before. Oh, okay, last. Okay. No,
Last he played for 2010
because I think
exactly. Yeah.
he played for Schalke even for a few years, right?
Schalke, he played like in the end of his career,
End
right?
of his career, yeah.
Yeah, about that one.
So I'll put it this way. for me, they gotta inculcate youth, yeah. Because all these 60, 80 million loans players, if they start flopping, like eventually you're gonna have to
Bro,
back the youths, man. Like you have to. Like
We
it doesn't
have those
matter.
players in youth, Abhi. I'll tell you
And
why.
they
here's the
they
thing now,
they
Anupam, the worst thing is no, the chat was saying that we are Real Madrid. We compete in all the cups. We can't afford to play the youth. And I was thinking to myself, so what is Barcelona doing? Like
or
Barcelona in the same
or
position you're in the league. Like they compete for all
no,
the
no, Nathan,
tournaments.
forget about that. What about the class of '92? Or what about United? What has United been doing? Like for when
Listen,
Wigo was
people are gonna
successful,
laugh at
you
me.
turned it
People are gonna
positive.
laugh at me. But one of the best youth academies in England is Southampton. Today everyone will laugh and say
City is
they're
a very
20th in the league.
people don't rate it, but City after the takeover they
City
improved.
after takeover has a solid youth
Absolutely.
academy.
They
They
have a better youth
produced
academy than
talent.
United right now. They have a better youth academy than United right now, and United
I'll
players, like
I'll
ex
put it in
players,
this.
their sons go to City.
I'll put it in this way: City Academy is better than Cobham. They are producing that kind of
Oh yeah,
talent.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Definitely.
Sancho is Sancho, Foden, Palmer. These are not normal players. These are monsters they have created. They have this.
Generational talent.
They have this. Sancho, I'll not say. अभी तो नहीं, I'll not say अभी. ठीक
No,
है,
no, it is
yes.
what it
Not
is.
right
Yeah.
now.
He see,
Not right now.
not right now, and also he backed himself. I actually commend that even more. He backed that self to get starting game time somewhere else and did very well. Can look at it that way as well, of course.
There's this one more guy they have like who plays in their that right back they have now. Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis is one
Ridiculous.
more player they have brought in from their academy. So they have players. They have Liam Delap. Let me tell you one thing. If
Relax.
you haven't seen Liam Delap, na,
I've seen him play.
he is an English Haaland. So they have those players coming. I don't know what people are talking about, but City's academy has been very good in recent
So,
years.
so this is my take
Absolutely.
as a rival fan. As a rival fan, well, first of all, people will think this is an insult, but you can look it up. United and City are not rivals up until 2012. Both teams have been found in the early 20th, actually 19th century, but 20th century, if you want to be very accurate, where football was properly formed. Until 10 years ago, they were not our rivals. Our rivals are Leeds before they got relegated for
Liverpool.
15 years, and Liverpool.
Liverpool.
So if
I'll
people
tell you
know
one
that,
thing, Nathan.
uh,
I
No,
disagree
yes.
on this point because
Nathan,
I
can I
think
put it this way? Can I put it this way? The
No,
rivalry
because
between United.
a rivalry is something that starts like Celtic and Rangers didn't just start 10 years ago.
no,
It
no,
started
I'll
80
tell you
years ago.
about this one. Like, I'll disagree here. Like, if I am correct, that City and this I guess United used to face each other in back in 1930s,
Ah,
1940s.
but the rivalry wasn't
That
there
No, no,
was
like
a
no.
this.
rivalry at that point. That was a
No, no,
rivalry.
no. Nathan, can I say something? No, no, no.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
has not
sure.
been that big of a rivalry. It has been like I'll put it this way, right? It's how see Atletico is a rival of Real, but Real's biggest rival is Barcelona.
Yeah.
Yep,
So it's like that. Liverpool
that
is
is
our
completely possible.
much bigger rival.
Hundred
Liverpool.
percent,
Then
100%, Anupam.
And the
even
league
actually I
actually
found
guys,
this thing out. I
if
found
you
this thing out,
sorry
Nathan. By the
Anupam,
way, it
just
might be
you just finish after I'm going to give you a fun fact which I was told by someone else. The
yeah.
Leeds rivalry is actually bigger than all these rivalries because the Leeds rivalry is
Yeah,
not football related. So
Same
those
for
based
Liverpool. Same for Liverpool.
yeah.
Same for Liverpool. It's not football
I,
related.
I only condone Liverpool for this only reason. The 7-0 wala game, na,
Hmm.
Liverpool brought that Munich incident on.
Yeah, I saw that. We saw
That
it on the group, na?
that that
Yeah.
that is the worst you can do as a fan base.
All right, man. It's there are people in all the fan groups like that.
And
So
that's why Real and United have the people talk about that Beckham wala thing, right?
hmm,
It was the Munich A disaster which made Real and United such close friends.
yeah.
Real were ready to give Alfredo Di Stefano to Manchester United. We are not talking about some era player. We are talking about Di Stefano, one of the best players who has
Uh,
played for Real Madrid.
the
The guy
highest
at the time.
scorer after
The
Ronaldo,
guy
maybe.
at the time. Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
the
he's
thing at that
basically
time.
today's Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was the guy at that time. That's it. It doesn't matter which team he played.
So
He was the guy.
I don't need to explain every single time. That is the thing, right? It had its beautiful moments, but it was never a good thing. Munich disaster was something which brought two clubs close. Of course, I agree on that point. But you are bringing it in front of a game. Of course, you have rivals, but you cannot. That is very. I'll say it is very shameful. To be fair, like that is the thing, right? That is not rivalry. That is basically the agitation towards the other club. You generally don't prefer it and all. So that is the thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be really honest, Nathan. I didn't want to bring this point up, but if I have said it, I'll have to say it out loud.
Oh, say it.
You don't touch the disasters which has happened with the club.
Oh, I see, man. Listen, it was posted on our group, and when I saw it, I was like, you know what? There's always this is why people stay away from football, because they think hooliganism is like a widespread thing, when in reality it's just a
Ultra
few bunch of
boys
donkeys.
se boys, na?
Yes.
You know, boys noise and ultra sir. The true elites of Barcelona and Real Madrid. Ultra sirs are the one of the most notorious groups out there. And I kid you not, we are all lucky that ultra sirs are not currently coming again and again to the Santiago. At times there were murders, drug deals, everything was happening during the Boys and Noise and this Ultraset period. This is 2001 to 2006-7 I'm talking about. These are the times where things were really shady. In Liverpool United, it used to happen. It has reduced.
Yeah.
So rivalries go बहुत पहले से. It's not something which
Oh,
randomly.
it was
Where
worse in the 80s. It was worse
Yeah,
in the 80s. If you read about
Lavanya is saying who bought the Hillsborough banter dam. Lavanya, I'm not making any excuses for any fans. I'm saying we all have the same kind of fan base. There are these people here that give
English
all of us
fans
a
are the
bad name.
worst fans out there. Let me put it in this way. English fans, of course, they have the teams. We are supporting an English team, but
Ah,
the
yeah.
fans themselves are a bunch of clowns.
Yeah, man.
Indian fan
It
will
was a record, na? First time world record. No English fans got arrested in the World Cup.
yep,
It's just no comments.
that clearly shows the
Terrible.
mentality of people they are currently at. So that is the thing, right? I'll say Indians going to United, London and all, Manchester, London and all, will be more respectful towards the club rather than these English fans
Because
because
they're kind of spoiled, nah. They're spoiled.
they are lucky enough because the
Yeah,
teams are from their
exactly.
region and the language is more spoken. Otherwise, I don't think people rate them in any such way,
Yeah.
and that is the thing, right? So yeah,
Yeah,
that
I think as Indian people who are even the most extreme English, I mean Liverpool or United Indian fan, I don't think we'd ever bring up the disasters, because we have like a different relationship with death in our country. Whether doesn't matter which religion you're from, we just have a different relationship with life and death here as a policy. I don't think any of us would do that there, man. I just can't see an Indian person like dance around these things. Like,
no, also another thing, Jai, that just because you brought up the like immigrant community in the UK, I'll just be honest with you. Like cities like Manchester, even London to some extent, Leicester, we have a lot of South Asian people here. When I mean lot, I mean a lot. Like Manchester, if you go to city center, it's filled with more Indian, Pakistani, Bangladeshi people, more Pakistani than Indian, but still like a lot more like South Asian people
yeah.
than you will find English. And same goes to London. Like I live in London, and there are so many more people from the immigrant community here than white
Hmm.
people or people here. So it doesn't really mean. I think that's why they can't even be like, oh yeah, these
Yeah, okay.
to them anymore, to on that extent. There are more immigrants they're supporting in the stadiums. Even me, I go to stadiums regularly. There are more immigrants now. All the folks that you see there who are season ticket holders or whatever are older folks. They are like
yeah.
60, 65, 70. The young fans are not English anymore. More of them are foreign people or international fans like you, I, all of us. And the clubs realize that. That's why the clubs
It's
are
going to get
doing.
swept away in time, man. Like,
Yeah,
I'll
the
tell
clubs
you,
are
in
realizing that. That's
next
why they're
10
going to
years,
India and China and Thailand for their Bangkok for their pre-seasons.
Anupam, in next years, I'll tell you, this city will have one of the biggest fan bases in the world because a lot of Indians are now who have started watching football. City is like the club to watch. There will be a lot of Chinese fans. There will be a lot of Taiwanese fans. There will be a lot of fans coming out
I'll
and
put you this way: let Qatar buy United. City would be nowhere. Because City has one thing, that's money, right? If Qatar buys,
I'll tell you.
forget it.
No,
Forget it.
this I'll
Qatar is a far
disagree.
richer state than Abu Dhabi.
This I'll
Qatar,
disagree.
city is owned by Abu Dhabi, right? Abu Dhabi is nothing.
Yeah.
It's a brokey
No,
state.
no, no,
Same
no.
for
It's
Dubai.
not about Abu Dhabi. Anupam, I'll tell you one thing. You don't choose a team based on the money they have. And I think I
No,
speak
but
On
come on,
success.
but
On
Suryaj,
success, right?
how does
On
City have so
success.
many fans then?
Success, right?
success. Like,
No, no, success, right? Nathan started supporting United because we saw United winning. Let's be real. Or you support his start.
Actually, fun fact. I supported United because I had a very bromantic crush with David Beckham. I honestly, I didn't even know how much they won back then. Like, this is the God's honest truth. I'm not going to pretend like I'm some
he's your
well
Ryan.
embedded fan.
He's basically your Ryan Reynolds.
Like when I started, yeah, for me when I started, I saw the magical Wimbledon goal and I was hooked. I didn't know what they won. I didn't know about 99. I didn't know anything. My dad was an Arsenal fan, loves Thierry Henry. My United thing is strictly my own. Like, no one has enforced me, inculcated any kind of football culture in me. I fell in love with
Like for
Manchester United
me,
on my own.
I never. I was like, I became a Real fan because of like multiple reasons. Because I like that white jersey wala team. My dad would have always asked me to become a United fan, but my dad never hated me because I supported a club he was like quite neutral with. He because United fans, I don't think they like hate Real Madrid fans in general. Like Real is the only club I don't think United have no issues like winning or something like that. Others like of course there is issue. So yeah, it is like a real United to be fair. So
Yeah, but
Lavanya is
again,
saying,
coming to that
Suryansh,
point,
you gave Di Stefano. Liverpool gave the max place to United in the Munich disaster. Yeah, but Lavanya, we're not. So he's saying Hillsborough 97, Munich disaster 23. Let
I
me be
know
very clear.
Hillsborough incident.
Let me
Right.
be very clear, Lavanya. If anyone said anything about Hillsborough on this channel, they'd be banned. If there was a panelist that I know of has said, they will never be on this channel. I take life and death very seriously. If anyone has lost people close to
That's
them,
why.
they know.
That is why
I'm going to tell you very frankly right now, fuck football. When you have your loved ones with you, you should be very grateful while they're still alive. There are bigger things
footballers
than
will also
football.
fuck football. I'll
There
tell you
are
that,
bigger
Nathan.
things than football. And
Nathan,
one
I'll
of
tell
them
you.
is definitely the life of other people that have been lost in things like that. And if you can make jokes about that, you're a real piece of shit. Like a
You are
real one.
basically what we cannot say it on YouTube. You are RETARD. To be fair,
Yeah,
if you say that.
absolutely. Like you should get no platform. You should be cancelled. See, and I'm not a big fan of cancel culture. You make fun of people losing their lives, you're out. Dude. I don't care.
Bro,
Like I just don't
make
care.
make fun of people like the way they are, but don't. Death is something
Yeah,
you should make.
bro. Like outside Anfield, there's a flag like on a random like wall. Munich air disaster 98 58. I'm like, bro, give it a rest, man. Like it's over. It's almost 100 years ago
But
now.
I'll
Just
tell you
get
one
over
thing,
it, man.
Lavanya. I'll tell you one thing. Leave all these incidents aside. I hate Scousers in general. To be very honest. To where like Scousers, yeah, how can you love them? Matlab,
I
fair
just
guys.
can't understand what they say, really. I don't really have a problem. I
You
can
want
barely
something?
understand what they say.
You want.
I have to agree to disagree.
I'll be very honest. They are like Himesh Reshammiya in English version. Like you don't understand half of the things they say. Tera, they speak from their noses, bro. Come on,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
God's sake.
I don't get what they say. I'll be very frank.
UFC fighter, that Paddy the
I know
Paddy.
Paddy Pemblet. Yeah, I know who you're
Yeah,
talking.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That motherfucker is also a piece of art himself. That fucker brought like there's this brand Prime which KS
yeah.
and Logan Paul have
KSI and
launched.
Logan
Na?
Paul. Yeah.
This idiot made a new something of the similar note.
Yeah, he made
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
clone of Prime.
He's selling it online.
He literally made the package look like a Prime, and he was doing this advertisement as well, comparing like, oh, Prime has this much amount of sugar, and this has this much amount of sugar, completely misexplaining everything.
A TikTok handle, na check the entire thing. They were like, this is the same thing. They were just the package has changed. So they are not ready to accept that many orders because they don't have enough prime themselves to change the bottles. They are doing the same thing. They're just changing the bottle names and all. So yeah, that
Scousers are hard earning people. English government always against them. Yeah. So I mean I don't want to get politically pulled into this, but apparently they are very against the Tories, which is like the posh wing of the English government. Let's just put it that way.
Tories is the thing like we don't talk about much. See?
Yeah.
Let's not get into that.
No, exactly. I'm just saying, Lavanya has a point, but like
Birmingham
Okay,
because
geopolitically, he has
Tories
a point.
Tories is basically the BJP of UK. Let's
Yeah.
put it this way.
No,
don't
Rishi
talk
Sunak is
shit.
the
Chris,
leader
I'm
right
not
now.
stepping into that shit, dude.
No.
No,
Let's
it is.
not.
It is. It is. It
No,
is. It is. It is the right
Anupam,
wing. It
don't
is the
say
right.
it.
bro, it's not safe for us to say these things, dude. I'm not politically inclined, but even I know that's not a safe thing to say when you live here still,
We
dude.
don't talk about politics here, but Tories are just bunch of buffoons. You can say that. Like, let's not.
They're the right wing party. I mean, there are buffoons on both ends. Let's put it this way.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
For sure.
But Tories, like, you have to be. Malab, I'll be very honest. Scousers are just funny. To be fair, when you hear them speak now, you are just laughing because you don't understand how those things. Even though
Exactly.
they are abusing you, they're like, oh, I don't know what the fuck are you on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, get out, bro. Don't talk too much shit, yeah. So yeah, it's like quite funny to listen to them. Like,
Very
yeah,
entertaining.
Scouse.
They're very
You know,
entertaining
when
people.
you like earlier when you used to hear this Rooney interview, na, you were like, "What the fuck are you spouting here?" Even though Cristiano had no English knowledge, still you could have understood what he was trying to say. Rooney was like, "What are you saying, man? What are you saying?" Like back in the day when he used to come, he came from Everton. Na, my father was like, "I have never understood कि क्या बोलता था वो," because
Yeah.
like of course, dad is like quite proficient with the language, but he was like the words they said na they were like quite tough to understand. Like you had to look in,
Yeah.
like it was like fill in the blanks, you had to fill the blanks yourself, like what did they say in between.
Because of local dialects, actually.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
because Liverpool is so close to Scotland, they have a lot of Scottish dialects in them. So they use a lot of words that are not actually in the English
by the way,
dictionary.
Nathan, which team according to you has won the most titles in the UK?
I know
United
who it is. It's the team that's won the most trophies ever. Celtic.
Celtic. How the fuck they have won
Dude,
so
I told
Yeah,
Jayan this
because
last
they
time. You know, I told Jayan this sometime last year. He's like Bayern Munich. I'm like, you're joking, dude. It's Celtic. He's like, huh, really? I'm like, dude, people don't understand how
yeah,
good
because
Celtic were.
it's a two horse
Again, this is
race. It's a
another
two
this
horse
is
race.
another thing, dude. People don't understand how good Celtic were back in the day. People don't. I
Celtic have
don't.
two
No, but
Champions League
again,
winners, correct?
again, the Scottish League has always been a two horse race.
Oh
When
yeah, yeah.
Fergie
The
was there in the
league, the
80s, then
league is
Aberdeen,
crap. The league is crap.
yeah,
But
always been
Celtic
crap.
was a
So the thing
proper
with
European powerhouse. Celtic itself. Like,
the what was it called, the European the League of Champions or something like that, right?
yeah, yeah,
That Aberdeen won, like Fergie won with Aberdeen in
yeah,
1980s. So whatever, Celtic won it like 4 times. Not exactly in the 70s and 80s when Nottingham Forest were like kind of the Champions League winners.
yeah,
So during those times, Celtic won that like reason. I don't know. It was like the Super Cup. They don't have it anymore.
yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't have a parallel for that tournament. But Celtic won it like 4 times. Celtic is like winning the league since 1910s, maybe less than
Yeah.
that, every other year. Sometimes like 5 or 7 times in a row as well. They have won it.
They they
So
uh they have been a very good heritage club, dude. It doesn't look good anymore based on how much money all the other leagues have, but it's always been a very respectable club. Like you won't hear me say anything bad about Celtic, the team. Like you know.
people actually don't like them a lot,
Yeah,
to be honest.
I don't watch Scottish League. I'm sure there's lots of people that don't like Celtic, but in terms of caliber, football club wise, I don't really have anything bad to say about them. I think it's very well earned throughout history, so I'm quite
It was a
neutral to
different
this.
time.
Yeah, it was a different time, man. I mean, there was bloody
A different time.
Dynamo Bucharest used to be in the European Cup, dude. You're never going to see
I
them
remember
again.
the time when Galatasaray was a very good team. Like
Yeah,
Galatasaray was like
yes,
actually
always in
quite
the
good.
Champions League. Panathinaikos from Greece, always in the Champions
Yeah,
League.
yeah, yeah. I never heard Maccabi Haifa. I was like, I've never heard the name. But there was this other team from this Greek team which used to come. Like there were a lot of teams which were there. At times, Sevilla, Villarreal were like dominant teams in
Bro,
Europe.
Villarreal, go back in time, right? Juan Pablo Sorin and Marcos Senna. They used to boss the midfield in La Liga, dude. Juan Pablo
That
Sorin and Marcos Senna.
in
Go
like
check it up.
I'll say I remember in like my dad used to tell me like because उन्होंने ज़्यादा of course he has
Yeah,
watched a lot more football.
yeah.
He has a lot better understanding of football. To be fair, like in 90s he used to say like La Liga was very different than what La Liga is right now. He watches Real games. He's like, yeah, I'm not impressed. Earlier it was like really good. There were like fights and all. And to be fair, I'll say one thing: the games have actually gone soft. Earlier, the tackles were so harsh. God damn it, they used to
Today,
break each other's
today is
legs.
the best day to talk about it. Today is the best day.
Yeah, today is the best thing.
Casemiro might be saying the same thing.
Casemiro's like, please send me. I want to play back in Atletico Monero or something, dude. He must be so embarrassed that that's a red card, dude. Like, really.
He
Dude,
was
dude,
legend of
players like Pepe won't be surviving today's game. I mean, especially in the Premier League.
Pepe would have killed 3, 4 people according to the refs if Pepe played. Like Pepe
Pepe
is
must
like
be enjoying Portugal, dude. Let's just put it that way. He must be really enjoying it at the moment.
Pepe is like the king. Pepe is the goated gun. There was this there was this one more guy like I remember who, like this this motherfucker from AC Milan. I forgot his name. He was Villarreal's coach as well. Ah shit. What was his name? This
Um,
Gazelle. No, not Gazelle. What? There was this player now who was like also very like the fighting kind of a go.
Gennaro Gattuso.
Gattuso won't survive today's Premier League.
Oh,
Gattuso would have killed.
Gattuso won't
Absolutely
survive
not.
the press conference, dude. What are you talking about the league? He won't
Uh,
survive the press conference, dude.
bro,
Sometimes Gattuso is the guy who's like sometimes maybe shit, sometimes maybe good. Is
Bro,
that the guy?
yeah,
Gattuso and Keane. If there was ever a midfield that you'd pray to God your legs are nowhere near, Gattuso and Roy Keane would put. Oh my God, dude! I'm telling you, injuries after injuries. If they both ever played in a team together, they would take out the team, dude. I'm telling you, they would take out the team. Gattuso was such a brutal midfielder, such a vicious midfielder. He's like a little pocket rocket, and dude, even after 10 years of retirement and being a coach, he still has that fire in him, dude. You can look at his face, no, and looks like he wants to like get on the pitch and start thrashing people. Still at his
He was
age.
managing this Brazilian club or something, right? If I'm not wrong. He was in the
So
Brazilian league.
no, where?
Gattuso.
No, Gennaro Gattuso. I don't believe he coached in the Brazilian league. He was an
Gattuso.
AC Milan legend from the famous early 2000 teams, and he coached in it. I think he coached in Italy and in Spain since then. I don't know if he's
No, but
gotten a
is
job anywhere else.
Gattuso the same guy? If I'm not
Gennaro
mistaken, he
Gattuso
has
is
this
an
famous.
Italian. No, he's an Italian. He's not Brazilian. He's an Italian.
No,
Gennaro
no,
Gattuso.
no, he's
Gattuso.
not Brazilian, but he. I mean, I'm saying that is he the same guy whose like interview went viral? Sometimes
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
good,
yeah.
sometimes
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
That's
What?
Gattuso, right?
Something he said, right? He basically called them shit. Yeah, that's the guy.
You're
Yeah,
like
That's the guy.
sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yeah,
maybe
Yeah, that,
shit.
that
that's the
guy,
guy.
like Gattuso, is like the human embodiment of like shithousery.
Bro,
Gattuso, then Maldini would have had a lot of red cards in Premier League. Ramos won't survive. Ramos would be crying in the
Dude,
corner.
Ramos like
Where am I?
dude,
Ramos.
Tonali swap. There is nobody that can give you Gattuso vibes. Let me tell you. There are three people I can think of that are like Gattuso. Roy Keane and someone I don't think any of you all will know. Maybe Suryansh will know. Maybe his dad will know. Jordan Henderson's former midfield partner back in the Sunderland days,
That fucker.
Lee Captain Hall.
Yeah, that fucker.
It
Nah,
doesn't get more vicious
okay.
than these three people. If you wanted
This
to
guy,
name a fourth
the center
person,
back.
Nigel
I'll
De
tell you
Jong.
one more name. This,
Nigel De Jong,
yeah.
fourth
This,
person.
I'll give you one more name.
oh, even Cantona was pretty vicious, man.
No, but I'm talking about midfielders. So
Yeah.
Swap is
Oh,
No,
asking
okay,
me,
no.
in
does
midfield,
Tonali
yeah.
give you Gattuso vibes?
If we talk about in general like the assholes of football industry, right? There's this one more guy I need to name, that is Shelby from this
John Joe Shelby, Newcastle.
this guy.
Oh
Newcastle.
my god, yeah. Of course.
He is a proper shithouse. Proper shithouse. He is what English football is all about. He is what a typical English player should be like. Proper shithouse. Then
Like,
there was this guy as well. Like I remember him. I'll give you one more name. Like we had when Rahul joined, we had two strikers. I forgot their names. They were also
Morientes.
very like, huh?
Morientes.
Not Morientes. Morientes was not at Rahul Wala. They were
No,
like
I
two
thought you
strikers.
mean.
No, they were two assholes we had. Like they used to score tons of goals, and then Rahul integrated into the team. I forgot the names. कोई अगर
Sanchez? Hugo Sanchez? No, he's much before.
no, not Hugo Sanchez. Like I'm not getting the name. Hugo Sanchez, so I'll remember. बट वैसे नाम नहीं आ रहा थे भाई. I'll not know. I'm not getting the boo. I'm not getting the boo. Bhai, like if 20 plus people are watching, like, share, subscribe to Nathan's channel. Like, I'll tell you that it's Madrid Pandit says Suryanj this side, and of course support him, bro.
Yes.
Take him to 1K ASAP. Like, now he has Madrid Pandits on his side as well. So yeah, let's take him to 1K ASAP. Man's giving you content, like we are giving you history lessons for those who have just started watching football. These are history lessons. You'll enjoy it thoroughly. Like, there were times where
It's
football
just
was.
fun to look. It's just fun to look back on it, dude. And the great thing about having a young audience is like they don't know so many characters that pass through football as well, because they were never just documented. That's the best part.
I'll I'll say one.
Anupam, even though he's younger than me, he remembered Alan Smith, who was a. It was a big deal when that transfer happened because he came from Leeds when Leeds got relegated. It was a super big deal in England at the time because
Alan
we
Smith
Dude,
was
Leeds
like,
didn't like
United.
us.
dude, like players from Leeds like cried, like not players, sorry,
Dude,
fans from Leeds
I'm
like
telling you,
cried,
people
like
don't know
legit.
this. People go, oh, Leeds have not been in the Premier League for 50. I'm like, dude, you don't get it.
It's no,
The
I can
Rose
I can
Derby
I
has
can draw
nothing to
I
do
can
with
draw a
football.
Leeds
parallel.
has played.
It has,
For those of you who don't know, Leeds did play a semi-final in Champions League.
yes.
Um,
Leeds was a
So,
good team. They had
yeah,
fantastic
Leeds
players like
actually
Mark
got relegated 2 years
Viduka, Ian
after that. It
Hart.
was 2001.
Yeah, yeah.
It was 2001, and funny part is that got relegated after 2 years, just 2 years after playing the Champions League semis.
And and
They
and the
played
One
it
and
in
thing
which
is,
people forget.
2001.
and Anupam and Suryansh, and the thing is, their rivalry has nothing to do with football. And people today, where only football is available to gauge this rivalry,
They don't
they
know
still
about Leeds versus United.
yeah, and only
No,
football is the current thing you
it's
can
a it's
gauge
a
this
battle of
rivalry
it's a
on.
battle of roses. It's called a
Yes,
battle of roses for a reason because it is a
Yorkshire,
historic.
Lancashire,
Yeah, exactly. The Yorkshire and Lancashire were two like how do I say, not kingdoms exactly,
No,
but
warring areas of England. That's the simplest
yeah,
way to put
exactly.
it.
They were like
Huh?
they
you
were
know
like
that.
how the Marathas versus Mughals kind of
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
if India.
I'll give you one more thing. You know that thing as well. You remember that there were boxing events for Leeds versus United back in
Oh
days.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
That is
exactly
like
why
that is.
that's exactly why the 26th of December is called the Boxing Day.
Yep,
Like
yep,
that is
yep.
one of the reasons.
Yeah,
That's where the name
I'll
came
give you
from.
that. These are something which my father told me. Like, ki Leeds and United is not just a football game. Earlier, in
it's
the
the only
beginning, it
thing
was
left, Suryaj. It's the only
yep,
thing left of the rivalry, the
yep.
football
It
game.
was boxing events. It was like no holds bar or something like that. It was
Yeah,
like true
bare knuckle.
bloodshed there. Till the other
Do
person
you
is like on the deathbed, you don't leave that other person. There were like hundreds of people coming in. They out of which only two or three people were selected, and they were used to fight each other off. They used to kill each other off.
yeah
That was the thing, right? This is what Leeds and United is about. I'll
Yeah, and
give
the
you
same goes to Liverpool and United as well, if you know about the history of it, the
yeah,
Mancunian
that
history.
is the thing, right?
Because
But
Liverpool
even
was the port over there, and they
Yeah.
used to like charge the factories in
Yeah,
Manchester a lot of
Lavania's
taxes.
just put it up actually. He literally just put
Oh,
it
okay,
up. For all the
okay,
sea
okay.
business and dock dominancy, there was a struggle
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. So Manchester actually cut their own like canal kind of a thing through Liverpool. They bypassed Liverpool
Yeah.
to not pay the taxes, and that actually started the whole. They went into actual kind of a civil war for like 2 years. This
Now
is
it's a
before the
tourist
First World War
one
I'm
attraction.
more.
talking about.
Those
I'll give
canals
you
are a
one more
tourist
fighting wala.
attraction now.
I'll give you
Yep,
one
they are.
more
They
fighting
still
wala.
are. Yep.
For those of you who don't know, na, Tottenham and Arsenal ka bhi, there was this fighting event which used to happen back in the day. It was like quite like 60, 70 years back. There were like fighting matches which used to happen. They used to have like this Commonwealth games amongst themselves, like a short amount of people playing. Like, not there were not a lot of people playing them, but there were fans of different clubs. They used to play this game. Beer pong, the game, was the most prominent game at that point because English people do enjoy beer a lot. Of course, we do as well. But yeah, coming to the point itself, but that time there were like a lot of games which used to take place. People used to fight it off in matches. It were like half times were given because of people fighting each other off, not because of the game getting stopped. There were like fans coming on there, no security system, fucking each other up. Like, I remember in La Liga, I remember this Barcelona Atletico game. Uska, you'll find a reel as well if you want to see that reel, right? So in that, Maradona kicks the Bilbao's goalkeeper, like knees the Bilbao's goalkeeper, and he knocks him out. The match is stopped like around 70th minute because the fight has broken up. So that was the football earlier. It was not like 90 minutes continuous football. It was like 70 minutes and then fighting would start. The
Kind of
people,
like what they do in ice hockey nowadays.
yeah, yeah.
Just go to town on each
There's
other
this
during the
Netflix,
game.
there's this show, there's this movie about ice hockey. I forgot its name. Recent movie itself, really good, really good. It's like it has a lot of adultery in it, but yeah,
Uh,
it is like a good movie. Speaking of adultery, Kyle Walker might get
Oh my god,
real fucked.
dude, Prison FC is gonna have a good
I don't
squad coming
understand
up.
what's up with what's going on in Man City with the players they buy, dude. Like really,
Fullbacks are
Walker. Forget that. Oh, Suryansh, you're forgetting a certain gentleman by the name of Johnson. I won't say his first name, just in case.
Adam.
Yeah. Well, now you said it, but okay. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
that's three City players, dude, in less than 10 years. That's crazy.
the thing was that
No, the second one got free now. He is in
Did
the
he?
same Greenwood
Did
situation.
he?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it sounds according to everyone they're saying
but
he's not
Ben
going to
mentioned
No,
get a career.
no. That guy's statement came a couple of days before Greenwood's, and he was actually freed by the Manchester police. The
no,
same statement,
boys.
exactly the same statement. That
Anupam,
he is.
sorry to cut Nathan as well, but 30 plus people are watching. Subscribe to Sportsnet Nathan,
Yeah,
boys.
guys, do subscribe,
This is
please.
Suryan.
So
This is
that's actually a peak, Nathan.
Is it? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
I
have
don't pay
not seen more
attention.
than
I
30
don't pay
people.
attention, dude. I just enjoy the vibes, man. Like I'll be honest. I
Don't worry,
don't
Nathan. I've shared your stream. More people should
appreciate it.
tune in ASAP.
Daily Tech is saying referee for United game was a disgrace. Two thumbs up there.
Now
How
we
does
are
this
way
game
past
get
that.
Sunday evening kickoff? Dark vision. No comments.
I'll tell you one thing. Like, it's like way past it now. Like we are at this
No, no.
point
I
where
mean, he's asking how I assume
gone.
dark vision means
The
how does
United
it
team
get?
is gone.
I
From
assume. I
from
assume.
Antony, we went to fighting and all. So yeah, it's gone. The stream has gone
No, no,
into a
no. I think he
different
means why didn't the Arsenal game get more? I assume that's what he meant at least. Why didn't the Arsenal game more get the Sunday evening kickoff prime slot? I suppose that's what he's saying. I guess.
I have heard about this as well recently. Like this guy, the Nottingham Forest defender, who is it? Like that bald guy.
Uh, Lodi? No, bald guy.
Ronaldo Lodi is an asshole. I have seen him for a couple of years. He's an asshole. He's a typical Atletico Madrid
Yeah, we saw
Atletico
him too
Madrid
in the
player.
Champions League. That's another thing. But bald defender for Nottingham.
When was the? Oh my God! Yeah, I forgot. United did play in the Champions League.
Yeah, he did.
It
Absolutely
has
rough
been
game.
like United for Arsenal. It will be like an achievement itself playing in the Champions League, bro. But to be fair, like after 7 fucking years, after getting thrashed 10, I guess 10-2, and then coming after 7 years to again face Bayern, like great. For fuck's sake, man. If Bayern loses the thing, Bundesliga, then to Barcelona, Arsenal will be trying to avoid it by कि नहीं, we don't want them in the same pot. Bayern has decimated almost every team in Europe. They decimated.
But can I say if Bayern bottle
By
it,
the way, just
we have to do a
by the way,
celebration stream. We have to.
Yeah, we'll
Has to
have
be
drinks
done.
that day. Works. We'll have drinks that day. Drinks break.
okay,
We like
actually,
we'll
guys,
be
do you
like
think actually do
finally,
you
dude. Finally, we'll be like
do you think
finally we saw it.
do you think City can win it this season? Not the league, the Champions League.
No.
Madrid, Anupam, there's this team who wears white and like they
Is
have
that
this.
Do you actually?
Napoli's away colors?
No. They have their home colors as white and they have a certain Ballon d'Or winner, current Ballon d'Or winner in their team. Coming to
Okay.
the Ballon d'Or thing,
See,
I'll tell you.
I would want them to win too, but do you actually think in a matchup between like Real's current form with Real in his current form and City, when they are not winning the Premier League and they're giving everything to Champions League, let's put it this way. A few weeks down the line, they would have realized that they're not winning the Premier League, so they're out of the Carabao Cup, and they don't care about the FA Cup. So let's put it
I'll give
this
you
way:
one more situation.
firing Guardiola, angry at his team, wanting to win the Champions League against the Real, let's say in the semis or a final. Do you think you guys actually have a chance?
Anupam, I'll tell you one.
Or like realistically, I want Real to win in this fixture if it
I'll
happens,
give you a very
absolutely.
good
But
situation as well. Imagine a Real Ancelotti not winning the La Liga. Copa he loses to Barcelona, and then he comes against semi-finals in Man City. So at that time, the boy, Liverpool bulldozer is coming at Bernabeu. Chill your tits, bro. At this point, the only person chilling his tits is Mohamed Salah, and that too have been sucked upon by Vinicius so hard. His nipples are as big as his goal scoring record against Real. So yeah, enjoy.
Oh, God. I
Bro,
actually,
Uh,
I actually think Real are second
I don't
favorites.
get it.
I think Real are second favorites. I think my first favorites are Bayern.
I'll also go with Bayern. I don't want to face Bayern anytime soon. Let them face any other team and get out. But don't fucking give them to us, bro. I'll be
And the
damned.
thing is, if Bayern wins, I mean, what is anyone going to say? The Bundesliga is the best league in the world. I mean, come on, who's
No,
believing that
they'll
shit,
be
dude?
like, they'll be like, but I have to give credit to Bayern has set their defenses for the next 10 years. I can say that out loud now. Stanic is, I guess, is 26. Davies is 22 or 23. They have Matthias Delic 24 and Dare to pick Magano 23. Scary to look at.
Dude, ban is set for the future. Like if they don't drop a form or something. And even if they do, they're probably gonna buy the second best defender in Bundesliga anyway. So
In La Liga, they
Take
just go
Suman.
like, who's next, dude? Who's
Nathan,
next in this league?
I'll take Suman's comment once.
Yeah, sure.
Lavanya is like कि bulldozer is coming ना तो Suman was like Lavanya we have ultra sir रास्ते में bulldozer ही गायब कर देंगे भाई what shitting everyone shitting on each other so like for fuck's sake man I'll be very honest right 35 people are watching bro like share subscribe bro. For fuck's sake man.
And imagine if Liverpool pull the comeback off against Madrid. Yes, I know it's not happening. Listen, man.
my
Listen,
man
listen.
just my man just
I'll
wanted
say this. I'll say this. If they do pull off the comeback, which I agree with you, Dark Vision. I also don't think it's happening. You have to give them their dues up until they lose the next game on the weekend. That's it. But you have to give them their dues, much like I gave them their dues when they beat us. If they somehow pull it off, uh, I mean, Real Madrid's going to the fans are going to get it. I'm letting you, the Real fans have to hide. They just have to hide because at the Bernabeu, if Liverpool go through with a
they
three
aren't,
goal
they aren't, they
deficit.
aren't.
No, I know
Nathan,
they
you know the
aren't.
thing
I know
about
they
the
aren't.
thing
I
of the
don't think
thing
they are.
about current
But
day Liverpool,
Madrid fans are
current
going
day.
to have to run. They are going to have to run. They're going to have to run. I'm telling you.
wait I'll just promote your channel once boys जितने भी लोग देख रहे हैं this is your guy Suryan from Madrid Pundits तुम लोगों को पता ही है the king is here so you have to do one thing that channel को subscribe करो boys take him to 500 subs ASAP ठीक है it's showing 498 on my stream so
Wow.
500 works let's take him to 500 and उसके बाद up and above चलो let's go
7-0. We just need 3-0 to come. Exactly, Lavanya. I'm saying if you'll get through, you have to give your flowers, dude. I'll be the first person to do it, dude. I'll tell you right now. And 10 defense in the car park. Madrid will have a field day against.
I'll tell you
10
one
defense in the car park.
Let's not get carried away. I mean, I personally think that like the current Real team can beat Liverpool, but you know what I am actually scared about? Like Real gets drawn against Chelsea in the next round and actually lose to Chelsea. Because Real looks like that team they would lose to a shitty Chelsea. No. I'm being completely honest with you. I even believe that Real, if they face Bayern in the next round, they can beat Bayern. But if they face Chelsea, I think they're gonna lose to Chelsea.
I'll be
They're
very
just
honest
that team right now, man. I don't even want. I want Real to win, but I just
Anupam,
feel this.
I'll be very honest. I am seeing a Chelsea versus Bayern Munich happening. Like you know, na qualifiers. You know, some good shit matches going to happen.
Bro, if Madrid get Munich and we get Sociedad, it's fucking rigged. I'm telling you right now, before any lots have been drawn. If we get Sociedad again and you guys get Munich, it's absolutely rigged, dude. I don't care what
It's
anyone
United.
says.
It's United versus La Liga, man. It's United versus La Liga at
They're
this
trying
point.
to
Real
screw
को भी
us,
अगर
dude.
भेज दो La Liga में, just send
Screw
Real
us.
to Europa, and we are gonna face Real in the next round as well.
I'm
It's
telling you, I'm
it's all
telling
rigged.
you, they're trying to screw us, dude. If Madrid
Bro,
get
I tell you,
Bayern,
you'll not get Sociedad. You'll get Sevilla, the Real Madrid of the
अरे भाई
fucking.
कितने La Liga teams है यार यूरोपा में?
they
तो
all dropped
अनुपम
down,
तेरे को
na.
पता
They
ही है
all
bro.
dropped down.
Sevilla just get knocked out to face bloody Europa and they win it and then still get promoted and they'll still get knocked out and
How
they'll
many La
still
Liga
stay in
teams do
Europa.
we have to beat, dude? Like this is so
It's
shit,
all
dude. Like
La
seriously.
Liga, man. Like United is playing Premier League in the weekends and like legit La Liga in the weekdays. We're
No,
playing the
like
two leagues, yeah. दोनों league titles
I'm
अपने
being
को.
dead as serious though. I'm being dead as serious. I'm telling you right now, I'll happily do a live just complaining about how rigged it is for 1 hour. I'm telling you, dude.
No,
I'm
but
telling
I'll
you,
tell
if
you,
this happens,
Anupam,
it is rigged.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you, Nathan. It's happening. You'll face Sevilla in the fucking round, semi-final or whatsoever for this is. You will face Sevilla, and I kid you not,
Nah.
these fuckers in Europa are the worst team to face. That guy Al Nasrina never scores, but in
But I
Europa, that man fucking becomes Cristiano Ronaldo, and he fucking scores from every single way. For God's sake, man, shut the fuck up, man. You'll face them. You'll face Sevilla. Don't worry.
doesn't
Rashford
Sevilla
will get
have
you.
the Moroccan goalkeeper? I think
Yeah,
they
Bono.
have the Moroccan
they have
goalkeeper, na?
Bono and
They have Bono.
Nesri.
Oh, the Bono guy is, yeah,
Rubbish
man,
shit,
he was
yeah.
fire in the World Cup, bro. I don't even know why some bigger club didn't approach him already.
Because no one's willing to take a risk on these African goalkeepers most of the time, especially North African. Not willing to take a chance. He has to get another he has to get promoted to a better club, and then he'll get a big move if he maintains the consistency. Otherwise, it won't happen.
Bhai, everyone knows Real
Bro,
Madrid of Europa, you face Sevilla, and then you cry because Sevilla is one team. Na, like they'll not score, but they'll not let you score. At if they get a draw on Old Trafford, forget it. You are not winning it in their stadium. That is the only thing they'll try. That is the only
Dude,
thing
what
they'll
a
try.
dog this Emery is, yeah. He took 120 minutes to bloody go to the Europa League final with Villarreal. Here he's bloody letting West Ham score. Such a dirty fellow he is, yeah.
My memory
I
is
got
getting
so blood. Dude, they had 4 goals, dude. They had 4 goals the other day. I was like, what is this guy, man? Everyone was dancing. Defensive sound, defensively sound. He's eating goals from West Ham, dude. Yeah, I got really mad today.
and
That
the
that was
Villa
the
side is
other game
actually
going on.
decent.
Dude, that was the other game going on before the Newcastle game. We have the bloody Emery with his bloody good evening conceding goals to West Ham. And I was like, come on,
No,
yeah,
but
this
I
is
have a
too good.
genuine question, Nathan. Like this is a genuine discussion. Like coming to the band's side, which goalkeeper do you want next?
Oh
Because
no,
at this
yeah.
point, Jan Oblak.
I don't like saying anything about David
No,
De
not
Gea, dude.
Oblak. No, no, no. Oblak is the same
It
profile
makes me
goalkeeper as
feel
De Gea.
sad, yeah. I don't like saying anything about David De Gea.
If you if
Like,
if you ask me, Suryansh, then I won't take Oblak. Oblak is a great shot stopper, but De Gea is the
Oblak
same.
is
I think
shit. I was going to say that Oblak this season has been for you, and I don't want to claim more about it because people will be like, तुमने तो draw किया था against Atletico. By fuck off, bro. We didn't create chances. We are finished, bro. As I say, we are champions of the world and we are finished. Like I'm more than happy with that title. Like champions of the world still finished. This is the biggest trophy, bro. For fuck's sake, man. Well, but nahin, to be fair, like if
I would take the guy in Aston Villa, the Argentina goalkeeper. What's his
oh
name?
no, dude, I
Martinez.
don't like him. He's
that
a real
fucker
dickhead, dude.
he doesn't have the distribution, Anupam, you forget it.
I don't
Ten
care.
Hag
I
will
don't
lose
care.
his
He has
shit.
the personality. He has the
Oh no,
personality.
yeah, no, yeah.
He's a
What
dickhead.
personality,
He's a
dude?
di-
He's what a
Dude.
dickhead,
He's
yeah.
a
Like,
dickhead at the back line, man. He's a dickhead at the back line. I like his personality with a strong team. See, I want a strong goal team. Like legit, I'll be honest with you. He's the kind of a guy. He has a on field presence. You know, he's gonna
bro,
scare
what
the
is this?
I'll
opponent.
Yeah,
tell
sorry
you.
to cut you off, Anupam, but Rishikesh is saying fun fact. ESPN just launched a poll. Who will finish with more goals, Haaland or Chelsea? What is this, yeah?
ESPN actually shitted on Chelsea, bro. For
What is
God,
this, yeah? The why? From where? Like, why? Out of
if Haaland
nowhere, dude.
if Haaland scores another hat trick, then Chelsea need
Where
to
is the
buckle up.
poll? Where exactly? Is the poll on
I
Twitter.
don't know.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Rishikesh is saying ESPN. I'm going to guess on their YouTube presence because they did something
let's
like this
let's.
two
If
weeks
it's
ago.
on
Yeah,
YouTube, I'm voting on it
Haaland has
now.
scored more goals than Chelsea, dude. 2 weeks ago, they put some a image post on YouTube. I even saw that myself. People are taking the
Community tab.
piss,
I'll
man.
give you one more stat. I'll give you one more stat. You should go for Lunin. Lunin, the best goalkeeper in the world. Yeah, I'll tell you. I kid you not, Nathan. We have as many clean
Lunanen,
sheets.
baby.
Lunin, no Lunin. I can work. I think he can work at United.
No,
I'll be very.
I'm the one who says Lunin
Oh,
should
by
start
the
for
way,
Real
Nathan,
Madrid, dude.
just
I
just
get
just to
fried
update
in the
you,
chat, dude.
Nathan, just to update you, by the way, I'm on the poll right now. So 87% of the people say Erling Haaland, 13% people say
What the?
Chelsea. It's posted
Oh
5 hours
my
ago, and
god!
they have over
What is this?
100,000 votes.
100,000 votes.
100,000 votes on the poll. It's on ESPN FC's YouTube channel. I'm on
What
the
is
poll right.
ESPN trying to do, dude? Like they're trying to get abuse, I guess.
I think Chelsea are still at like 14, 15 goals and Haaland is at 27. So Haaland has a considerable amount of lead already. Chelsea haven't scored like 6, 7 goals in a match recently. Like
Can
very
take
Dude, a
few.
can take
guy.
a couple of
Sorry,
weeks
sorry,
off,
sorry.
dude.
The the comment section is actually amazing. Someone says Chelsea will definitely have more goals than ESPN FC this season.
For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. Yeah, but man, I'll tell you one thing. Lunin for United, not a bad dream. Like Lunin has that ball distribution. He has that composure, and if he gets enough game time, he can be a very good goalkeeper. And that I'll be very honest. Now, Lunin is a very balanced personality. If you want someone who is like who will listen to the coach and will be like, yes, I agree to this, he is that kind of a player for you. So I think Lunin works for United. People will call me a idiot or whatsoever they want to call because United is a big club. But are you mad? It's not always about signing the biggest player in the world. Who knew Fede Valverde? We bought him for 5 million. Right now, he is the dream midfielder for almost every club in the world. You ask me, any club would want a Fede Valverde in their team. So I think
But what is Valverde though? Is he even a midfielder? Because sometimes he
Bro,
plays on the right wing, sometimes he plays on the
he's
left
Federico
wing. I got
Valverde
even
is an absolute box to box number 8 with the aggression
no,
of
but
a
I've seen
number
him play
6.
on the wing as well. If I'm not
Yeah,
wrong,
no,
I'm pretty sure Ancelotti has played
let's
him on
not
the
get
wing.
into that, Anupam. It's going to be that conversation itself. No, is a mind boggler. Dude.
I'll tell you one thing, Anupam. Valverde is a all-rounder. That's the best way you can describe him. Valverde has no set position. Valverde,
But he's definitely not a winger, dude.
he's not a winger. I'll be very honest. He's not a winger, but he's a
Thank you.
makeshift every player. You
Yeah,
can play him as a centre back. You can play him as a right back. He used to play as a right back. I'll tell you that.
I think a
Uh,
right back would be quite a good position for him.
in under Zidane, he was no. But
No,
yeah,
no, I
he
mean in general. I mean the position
yeah
itself. I
yeah.
think it would
He's
be
a
a.
he can play as a right back. He used to play as a he has played as a left back as well. He has played as a striker. So leaving goalkeeper aside, he has played at every position in his career, possible every position. So I think if you want to describe Valverde, there is no position, but he is a type of an all-rounder. Like cricket, mein they say na, there's an all-rounder who can ball and bat. Valverde can do anything.
Let me put it this way: Jose Mourinho said something very famous about upon acquiring Michael Essien. When I bought Michael Essien, I bought someone who can do the job of 10 players minus the goalkeeper. And I think no, sorry, 9 players minus the goalkeeper and striker. And I think in that ilk, I think Federico Valverde is quite Essien-esque, I would say.
This is the best recent time. What do you call alliteration? Like the words which have
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
symbol starting.
But
SNS.
in truth, I think it most certainly relates to him. I would say. I think he's very
I
Michael Essien.
Yeah, I'll say even this guy Kamavinga is playing as a left back. He plays really good, and that is quite astonishing because that man played a bloody World Cup final as a left back. For God's sake! And the time he came, France became a much better team. So I don't know what to say, but like we have players who can play at multiple positions in Real, and
I mean,
that is what.
reminds me of Philip Lahm, honestly, if you remember him at
Hmm.
Bayern. So Philip Lahm was that kind
Philip
of a
Lam.
player. He was very versatile during the in the lower half of the field, not as an attacking player, but you play him CDM number 6, you play him centre back, left back, right back. He's played all the positions, won Champions League, amazing player.
That is someone I wish left the Bundesliga at a certain point of time and went to either Spain or England. That is one
He
of those
wouldn't
players
have
I
joined
wish.
Real. I'll be very honest. He wouldn't have joined Real because we had Marcelo, and उससे पहले we had Roberto Carlos.
No,
So
but
yeah,
he started off left back, but then he moved to right. He was a right back and then went to DM.
yeah.
So Joshua Kimmich
He
is
also
his
started as a right back.
yeah. So Joshua Kimmich is his true predecessor because they literally formulated his career in the way of Philip Lahm. So he was training under Philip
But
Lahm
what's
towards the
astonishing, Nathan? Philip Lahm has zero red cards. Zero red cards. Are you fucking kidding me? 700 plus games and zero red cards as a defender is commendable. And commendable might be a very small word to describe his career. Philip Philip Lahm has won a sextuple. Sorry, a treble. I guess 2013 mein they didn't win a treble. So yeah,
Yeah.
he has a treble against his name as well. So he's quite like
And
decorated.
also he retired before he needed to, which is something people don't remember. He didn't retire too old, actually.
Yeah, he was 32 or
Yeah,
33 if
Yeah.
I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Same thing.
yeah.
I'll
I
say
think it was
one
the
player.
10th league or something like that. He won the 10th league title with Bayern, and he was like,
Yeah.
"I'm done now."
Yeah. About that only, I'll say one player. Of course, I don't want him at United, but if they find one player of that caliber, they United will actually enjoy it. You need to find a Tony Cruz now. If United wants more goals and more these games like these crunching games like where you lose Casemiro, no, you need a Tony Cruz kind of a player. I People
Who fits
genuinely
that
don't.
profile though? Who fits that profile? Kamavinga did to some extent, but
Kamavinga is
the
a
by
Kamavinga is a menace. To be fair, he is not Tony Cruz. Tony Cruz is that calm guy who doesn't give two shits about anyone. When he's playing, his only partner is Luka Modric, which he sees. Otherwise, he doesn't see any player. And then he points those passes with 90 or 95% accuracy. Are you fucking kidding me? Tony Cruz actually lands the ball in front of your players, and Tony Cruz alongside Kylian Mbappe would be a deadly duo. If Mbappe is on a run, then Tony Cruz just putting that ball in. Oh, fuck's sake, man. But
even I'm more scared about Modric to Mbappe honestly, because Modric's passing ability is next to none when he's playing number 10 or in that kind of a position.
Van
Goodness,
Dijk
he
has
is.
zero red cards. Van Dijk has nothing, bro. Van Dijk is you cannot compare Van Dijk to Philip Lahm. Come on, yeah, Lavanya.
But 1 minute, he might not have
Wait, come on.
he might have
Van Dijk
zero
has a
red
red
cards
card.
at Liverpool, but
No,
does
no.
that mean he has zero red cards at
Southampton,
Sunderland and
I remember
Celtic?
he had a red card.
No. Van Dijk definitely has a red card. I'm 100% sure. I think I've seen him out on a red card. Not
No, but
confirmed, but
even if he didn't, he still played for Southampton and Celtic.
Just shitted on someone, Nathan.
No. I'm just what I'm trying to say is I don't know if he didn't get a red card in those teams. Really, that's what I was trying to say because I obviously don't watch it.
Bro,
The Scottish League at least I don't watch.
yeah, man, for keeping Lavanya's art, I'll say Van Dijk, best of all time. Happy, Lavanya.
The
For three.
Catamol has many red cards
no, no,
indeed.
no, 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 no. Van
That's what
Dijk
we were
has one
discussing.
red card.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Van Dijk has one red card and 13 yellow cards. I don't know where he's picking up his stats from.
But
This is
I'll
on the Premier League website, by the way, PremierLeague.com. Just go to Van Dijk's page and all of this.
Lavanya's corrected himself. He said one right card. He's
Okay.
typed it here.
I'll tell you one thing. Van Dijk is the best defender, Premier League defender, whatsoever you want, Lavanya. What type it? I'll just say it out loud so that you are happy for a minute, bro. Because
Justin
after
Mariano got caught for using banned performance enhancing. He doesn't even play football. Performance enhancing drugs. He was using this for oh god. Erectile
but
dysfunction. Perez
you
has
got
come out and said it's time to learn Chinese, buddy.
you got shitted on, Nathan. Mariano shitted on you. You need to have Mariano in your team now. You like as Anupam said.
I have the lowest possible opinion of Mariano you can imagine. And even then I'm
Bro, he
feeling bad
legit
for him.
has 2/3 of his haircut, bro. For God's sake, man, you look like a fucking shithead. Actually, a shithead, bro.
I think Saint Maximin has a worse haircut. I don't really understand what the haircut is, but it
No,
looks worse.
I'll say Pogba had the worst haircuts a lot of time. Considering, by the way, Pogba is injured once again. Congratulations.
What?
He has a muscle tension and he's out for the game against
Done.
Sassuolo of
Done.
Juventus.
Hey, any updates on Garnacho, by the way, Nathan? Let me
No,
just check
Yeah,
Twitter.
he was seen with crutches.
oh
Garnacho.
fuck off, yaar.
Oh, he's out. He's out for the season. He's out for the
What?
season, dude. I mean, probably out for his career now.
Hey man, what is happening today, yaar? Like
This is the worst day to be a United fan, to be fair.
and
What
people
happened?
said it, and you know what's the funny thing, Surya? People said it wouldn't get worse than 7-0. Boy, were they
It
wrong.
was a defeat. This is a demolition, bro. Morale after that 4-1 Betis game should have been high. Losing Garnacho, and I'll tell you one thing, like Against that FA Cup game you have, Casemiro won't be there. Palinia in the form of his life against no Casemiro, and Scott McTominay having the best game of his life right now is going to deliver a stinker that game. So
No,
yeah,
no, we need Sabitzer and Fred on in the midfield. I just
Bro,
can't. I
this
just can't buy it.
Fulham
No, no,
game,
no.
dude. This Fulham game. I don't even care about the
No,
league
no, no, no.
anymore.
I don't
The
know what the
Fulham
fuck
game, dude.
Sabitzer is up to. No, no, be it Fulham or whatever, man. We need Sabitzer in. We can't go
Jabber
with a Meg
Dabber
Fred, man.
21 is here. Hey, Newcastle United supporter here. Welcome to the channel, Jabber. We do Premier League watch-alongs and Champions League and Europa League watch-alongs with UFC. Welcome to the channel and congratulations on your win. It was a good performance. It looked like it was going to end in a draw, but it was a
by
good
Lavanya is
comeback.
writing something. I will come for you, Suryansh, when Van Dijk pockets Rodrigo and
But
Benzema.
dude, pocketing Rodrigo is actually not that difficult this season, Lavanya, if you've been watching the games. And now
Bro,
this will sound like I'm shitting on Real Madrid, but I'm not. It's like everybody's really, really out of form at the
I'll be
moment.
very honest, Lavanya. The last time he did pocket Benzema, but he was laid down by Valverde, and Valverde's 13-inch cock finished his career. And I was talking about Joe Gomez here, the 13-inch. Yeah. So Lavanya, you can please fuck off. Now, I don't
I'm not really sure where that went in the end, but okay.
bro, you don't
Uh,
take panga with me, Lavanya. I can be really toxic as a fan. For Real Madrid, yeah, I
no,
can.
but I genuinely, Lavanya, even if those things happen, Madrid are considerably out of form, dude. I don't think it's something to brag about. If you did that last year, I would have given you a high five. Like I'm not even joking. Like they're so incredibly out of form right now. It's like,
We are sad to look at this point when we
well, no,
see.
I won't go that far, dude. You're still 9 points
No,
ahead of
but as
Atletico
a fan,
Madrid.
I'm so. Suryansh has seen Valverde news. I did see him with Van Dijk there. You didn't see what I did? Yeah, man. Bro, don't shit on me, bro. I'll just shit on you. Move on.
Apparently, Van Dijk has an affiliation for Latinos. Good for him.
Yeah,
They are very beautiful people. Thanks. Hope
yeah.
we get top four. Jabba Dabba Duan, considering Spurs' ability to lose as much as they do, it wouldn't be very
Newcastle is
shocking.
interested in Harry Maguire for 40 million.
Oh
Just
yes,
so you
and
know.
you can have. Oh, look at that lineup, that tasty lineup, dude. Botman, Burn, Shaw, and Maguire, dude. Oh, tasty. Please, please take him from us. We'd love it.
40 million though. We're losing 40 on him.
No, take him for 10, and please don't let the door hit you on the way out. Please.
मैंने पहले ही बोल दिया
Um,
I'm like we are losing भाई Lavanya we are losing bro I need to lose 1-0 so that we get that underdog wala status once again and then we win the Champions League so yeah beat us 1-0 on Santiago Bernabeu the fans will be
It's so funny. I think Suryansh was there on the live stream final on TCSP, or at least he showed up and then obviously went to do his own watch along. And we were talking about the odds. The kickoff before the game was Real Madrid was 2-1 odds on Liverpool, and I was thinking to myself, what have been people watching all these comebacks? Like, what have been people watching all this time? 2-1. Now, for people who don't gamble, I don't gamble, but I'm a little aware of these numbers just because of watching UFC and stuff. 2-1 basically means that your chances are not very good in a final because this is football after all.
2
2
to
to
1
1, 2
I'll
to
say I'll give you a very good go it's like a odd 15-20%
Yeah,
like
it's like 75% chance Liverpool's going to win, which is
yeah,
crazy in a
yeah.
Champions League final. It's
2 to 1 doesn't
crazy.
mean like it is like it is a 75-25 split you
Yeah.
can say that
Yeah.
because it becomes like 2 to 1 becomes 3
Yeah.
and yeah correct
Yeah,
correct correct
exactly. It becomes like it's 1-0 and 2-1. So three out of four spot, like a three out of four in a fraction. And I was like, this can't be real. And like Jayant was like, why? What's the big deal? I'm like, no, Jayant, you don't get it. 2-1 is not cannot be a realistic odds for this final. It's like people are going to be making money off this final. And he's like, what? I don't understand gambling, so I don't get. I'm like, yeah, dude, trust me, people are going to make money off of this. 2-1 is a crazy, crazy odds for a football final. And yeah, man. See, Maguire should try championship next season. I hope he goes to Bristol
No, okay,
City and
actually, Maguire can't defend. He needs a back five system to be
bro,
a
what is
decent
this, dude?
defender.
He needs like a back five,
He
a back seven. He needs like
he's
a
gonna
back
be a
nine. Oh, dude,
no.
just get
He's
him out.
that
Basically,
slow. He's like that slow turtle kind of a guy who stand there like a wall, don't do
he
anything,
only
just
Anupam,
just head long balls away, and be a physical menace in that place. Once
Anupam,
in a
here
while,
you go
score an
wrong.
old goal.
There's only one turtle in the football right now, and I don't think he's considerably slow. He's quite fast, to be fair. Like every team wants him at their own clubs, bro. That turtle is quite fast. You cannot call him Maguire a turtle. You should call
Oh,
And
Maguire
he's
a
going to
rabbit.
look great in United Red at the end of the season. I think.
he's a
Yeah,
slot.
man.
He's a
He is
slot.
going to
Yeah,
look
he's
great in United Red and then criticizing himself for the fuck's sake, man.
okay.
Qatar champion again.
Let's
I'm
settle
bloody
for this, right?
I'm telling
Let's
you,
settle for this.
I'm telling you, Suryansh, he's going to
Let
come. No, no, listen, Suryansh will get this back.
let's
Okay,
settle for this.
Suryansh,
Bellingham,
he's
right?
going to come to
Bellingham to
Madrid.
Real.
He's going to go to Madrid because his mother was a Liverpool fan. Now, if you get the joke, you get the joke. That's all I can say. He's coming to Real Madrid. He's coming to United because mom's a Liverpool fan. That's it.
My word. My man was like his family is entirely different fan bases. Like his dad is an AC Milan fan. His bhaiya working at his house is like some Napoli or some shit fan. My God, man. Man
Dude,
started from
I had a great laugh. But when people were asking which teams your family support, he's like my mother was a Liverpool fan. I'd love to play for them. I'd love to play for Real Madrid. My favorite teammates. I'm like, dude, he'll pick the top
No.
five of all the leagues, no, and then and then he'll be like, oh yeah, this my uncle was a fan of AC Milan, and my grandfather used to watch Bayern Munich.
but
And be
in
like, this
the
is great, man.
biography, na, he clearly states like my dream is to play for the Los Blancos.
Bro,
Like, but
it's
Yeah,
over,
but
dude.
La
Like,
Liga at that time is not really. I mean, this
yeah, but
generation, I don't know what
I'll
La
tell
Liga
you,
is gonna
Anupam,
be.
I'll be very honest. Now, if I'm being honest, I don't see him leaving PSG anytime soon for any
thank
team.
God, let him stay there,
Any
man.
Okay, now to add to that, what I personally feel is the Qataris might completely turn PSG into a feeder for
Feeder,
United
yeah.
when they buy it.
That's one thing people are
that,
scared of, which is
that
Cause,
interesting.
is
cause, cause, cause United are a bigger name than PSG. Let's put it this way.
yeah,
And
yeah,
PSG,
I
despite
agree
all the
on that
influx,
point.
they have not put
Anupam, I
anything.
agree on that point, right? But then what becomes is that Mbappe's dream of winning the UCL with France, na? The thing is
Yeah.
like it's not PSG who is the team he is like in love with. It's the dream of winning the UCL in France. Once again, bringing the glory back to France. If he doesn't do that, he is coming to Real. Then that
I mean,
I'll put it
he
very
should just
simply.
play for Bordeaux, right? Like a team that's
Yeah,
actually
But
yeah,
again,
or Marseille.
Haaland is in City. Haaland is in City, and he clearly recognizes that Haaland versus Mbappe
Haaland
is the
showing
next
in
Messi versus Ronaldo.
no, no, no.
So
I'll tell you that, Anupam. This is bull crap, which we are going to
I'm
talk
not
about.
Yeah,
comparing as them as a players, but as a
I don't think
rivalry.
they'll
I don't
ever
think
reach
it's
the heights.
I'm not
I don't
no,
think
comparing
so.
them as players. See,
no,
don't get
no.
me wrong.
They
I'm
are
not
not
comparing
players at
anyone
that
to
level.
anyone, but
No,
as
no. In
rivalry, they
terms
are
of
gonna be a big rivalry.
rivalry, in terms of it's not that kind of rivalry. I'll be very honest. This United versus City will be a thing. But Mbappe coming to United, I don't see. It's way too unrealistically.
Then
Let's be real.
someone has to take the seat now. See, El Clasico has always been a big deal, but it was a big deal during the 2010s to 2000 maybe 18 was because of Ronaldo and Messi both being in Real and
Earlier, it
Barca.
was also
Let's
big.
be
We
honest.
had R9 as well. We had Ronaldinho's as well. We had big names.
But come on,
So,
let's be real. Most people watch them because of Ronaldo and Messi.
so
Let's be honest
majority
over
of
here.
fans came in this era, right? Anupam.
Yeah,
Majority
exactly.
of fans.
Because of the rivalry. Because of the rivalry.
I'll be very honest, Anupam. I'll be very honest. Of course, United will be tempted, you Qatari and all,
If
but
if
I
if
don't want
Messi
to
was the
burst
only
that
guy in La
bubble.
Liga scoring 90 goals every season, it won't be as much fun for the Real fans as well as for any neutral fan. It was there because it was a
But
fight
Suryansh,
between
do
them.
you actually want Mbappe in your team after what he's done?
Yeah, I
Like
want
genuinely.
because I want my team to
But
survive. I'll be very honest.
doesn't it like
No,
bother you that
Nathan,
he did that?
no. It does. Of course, I'll not completely.
The only reason I want him in my team is because he said his mom is Liverpool. That's why I made the joke.
Hmm. Of
Like
course,
I,
everyone knows.
yeah.
Of course, I know that. But the thing is, coming to the United Wala thing, I'll first of all burst that bubble. First of all, if the Qataris are moving from PSG, even Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, all are going to leave. Okay, the
Yeah.
likes of Sergio Ramos is also going to leave. They are all going to join the clubs they want, and that is going to happen. Okay, so we can agree on that point. Coming to others, Others as well, I feel like they will go into the right directions. Others going into the right directions and all. I don't have any idea about it. But if I talk about Real Madrid in general, I think Real Madrid, of course, you have that Pesa and all, of course. But Real Madrid is Real Madrid. You cannot take the glory of, if I'll be very honest, I'll not mince words here. The kings of Europe na, belongs to one team only, and that is Real. Any fan base in the world, if you ask them, of course, Barcelona ones will not agree because they personally feel they are bigger than us. But if you know the title Kings of Europe, it's Real Madrid. United is a big, big, big club, but Real has that history.
Yeah,
Real,
I agree, Suryansh. To some extent,
Okay,
I have a better way of putting it because I mean I shouldn't say better. I have a different way of putting it. I think there are certain clubs that are elite, and then there are good, very good, whatever else you'd like to determine. To me,
and to me, there are just
Bayern
three elite
Munich,
clubs in the world.
yeah, to me, that's Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester United, Liverpool. These are the
No,
clubs where the
Liverpool is
history
not
is
elite.
unmatched. No, no, no. I mean,
No, 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 no.
no, no. With regards to history, I mean, I feel their
which
history
in
is
terms of
unmatched.
history, Anupam, you have to
Unmatched.
give Liverpool
No, no, no.
the
Yeah, in
credit.
terms of history, I'm talking about their elite status is unmatched.
Even
Like
Milan will come into the
yeah,
discussion.
Milan.
AC
Unfortunately,
Milan, yes.
Milan has really, really dipped down. Otherwise, I would outside of this, just outside it, I would say Milan,
Dude, they
just
won.
because.
They won the Scudetto last season. Come on.
No, no, I
No, but
know, but like after
Anupam,
11
I'll,
So
I'll
years.
be
technically,
very
so
honest.
technically, Liverpool also won one league title in 30 years. So
Yeah, but
Liverpool is
they,
also not elite.
yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. If you want to add AC Milan, if you absolutely have to, I would agree. I wouldn't dispute AC
But you
Milan
know what?
in that
When
list.
Liverpool lacks, they don't have money. They're poor. FSG is poor, and the
Yeah, no,
brand value of
that's fair.
Liverpool is not as much.
I
See,
agree. That
Liverpool
is
is
why
out
I'm
there in the
saying
market right now.
that no, that is
No,
why
no,
I'm
no,
saying
no.
in terms of history, I think these
Yeah,
clubs are the elite. I think if no one has a
no, no, no.
personal choice, I feel like if people put these offers, if you put 10 clubs offers and these are the 5 clubs, the other 5 clubs don't even get a look at the contract. Like the players don't even look at these other 5 contracts. They only look at
Yeah,
the top 5. They don't even care.
no. But
Like they
Nathan,
won't
listen.
even look at the other teams.
Like, but when you said elite, right? I can tell you this one thing. Like, say for example, we can see the United scenario. We officially know that two bids came in the 5 billion range, right? If Real or Barcelona goes into the bidding, if that's even hypothetically possible, I can say that Real and Barcelona would be bidded for the same amount, right?
Oh
If
yeah.
Real
not
will be
more or less,
Oh
but around
yeah.
that range,
no,
right?
no.
Maybe even
Guaranteed.
more.
But I
Maybe
can
even
tell you
more for
one thing:
sure.
Liverpool is already out in the market to be sold. No
Yeah.
one is bidding,
Yeah.
and even
Well,
if they bid, I can
they
guarantee
have
you, no one is
retracted it
gonna bid
now.
more than 2 billion.
They have retracted it
They
now.
are retracted, but they
Yeah.
tried, right? They
Yeah,
tried,
they did.
and no
Yeah.
one, though, no one wanted to buy them.
Yeah.
So that is why my point is,
Ah, okay. So
United, the cases are not even sure.
you're coming from it from a marketing perspective, like a popularity
Yes,
I'll tell you
marketing.
because they
one
are a
thing,
bigger
Anupam.
brand, they're a bigger value.
Yeah.
United is a
Yeah.
bigger value.
Oh yeah.
Come on, come on.
Then it's Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Manchester United.
If
The
I'll
Yeah,
list even becomes
exactly.
smaller.
That's why I said there are
The
three
list even
clubs
becomes
who have that
smaller then.
influence.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll give you
Yeah,
the most. I'll give you the answer for this question is Anupam. The simple thing is, when we name clubs, the first club is Real Madrid. The
Hmm.
first club is
yeah,
Real Madrid.
yeah,
It's without a doubt. Of course, Qatari investment, everything. Up coming to the Mbappe saga, Kylian was about to join us. The French president, na, and I'll give you this very good detail on this because like it's already one. I'll leave by 1:10. In
Yeah,
five
dude.
minutes, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah, yeah.
doctor's appointment in the morning, so even I'll head out. Perfect.
So I'll give you this very easily that the Qatar World Cup na, was the thing they were waiting for. It was never about. I'll be very honest. They were never serious about UCL anyway. It was always the Qatar World Cup which they were waiting for. The bidding was successful. They knew कि Qatar is happening. They were like, let's get this shit on track. So they bought in players. They bought in this guys. Ye wo. It all started in 2012. I'll give you the correct dates. Kylian and Neymar joining were the signings which they wanted to propagate this idea. Leo Messi coming in was an bigger catalyst to this project they were trying to do.
It was
So,
unexpected bonus.
yep. So in case of Mbappe, they were like they wanted to. Let us assume this thing. Why didn't they give him a 4-year, 5-year deal to Kylian Mbappe? Of course, the
He
money was
didn't want it.
He wouldn't
because
sign
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly.
he wouldn't
He
sign.
wouldn't.
You
He
get
wouldn't
what
sign.
I'm trying to
Exactly.
say. You are getting what I'm trying to say, right? We are reaching the same point, right? Everyone is on the same tangent. If I
Yeah, absolutely.
so the thing is, like, they knew he will leave for Real. Eventually, he's going to Real. That is something which is
Yep.
inevitable. It
Yep.
is happening, and it is written in the star that he will play for Real.
Yep.
This might happen this season, or it might happen next season. Benzema is going to leave Real
But
eventually.
dude, okay, tell me one thing, right? Mbappe is a top player. He goes to La Liga, makes Real a top club. He scores 50 goals a season for the next 10 years. Probably wins a few Ballon d'Ors, right? But he has never done anything. In his legacy, he doesn't have a rival because Barcelona are dead. Atletico is
I'll
dead.
tell you one thing,
Barcelona, even
Anupam.
if they're winning the league
Anupam,
this season, in the
I'll
next
tell you
coming
one
future,
thing.
Barcelona is a dead club. And I
I
don't see any of the other small clubs coming
no,
up,
no,
right?
no. I'll tell you
So
one thing.
La Liga is a dead league. Let's be real. La Liga is a dead league.
Oh
Who the
boy.
fuck gives a shit? No.
Everyone,
Barcelona are bankrupt. See, I know numbers, right? I do maths. I know numbers. You to show me numbers. Barcelona are dead. Atletico are dead anyways. And the
Don't.
anyways, beside these three clubs,
Atletico's dead.
every other club is dead. So Real is a very top dog club, right? I'm never undermining that. And
Yeah,
Real
I
would probably
have a
win a league
petition.
Champions League.
Put Real in the Premier League. That's my
Yeah,
petition.
absolutely.
Forget that
They
league.
do it, then make it. Then make it a league. Yeah,
Bro,
absolutely. But
baller,
beside
dude.
Real,
Real
Barcelona, the
Madrid
La
and
Liga is dead.
Barcelona in the Premier League. Oh.
I'll give
Dude,
you one thing.
Barcelona.
Against English teams, na, Real and Barcelona have a very good score. Very,
Yeah,
very,
because
very
you
good.
know why? Because your English teams are fatigued playing a good league. Barcelona are refreshed. They play the second team and still win the
I'll
games
question you.
anyways. Let Liverpool
I'll
do that.
question you on this, Anupam. I'll not get into this debate, but weren't you the same team who lost to Seville? Weren't you the same team who lost to Villarreal? Weren't
Yeah,
no,
but
don't
dude,
give me this. Don't. This is a very shitty comment you did prior to this.
I just
2009.
said, which is a fact.
No.
Play them
I'll
Wait,
give
week
you
wait,
in,
wait.
week
numbers.
So
out.
wait, so Suryansh, you don't agree that just so I'm clear because it's getting a little muddled up, or I should say I'm getting a little confused. You don't agree that La Liga is a dead league? Like if you take out your team outside
No.
of it?
I'm not saying
The
it's a
top
very
three
good
teams.
league.
The top three teams
Of
from
course,
there.
I don't like
I'm agreeing
Atletico
on
Madrid
that
either.
point that Prem is the best league. But
No,
I'm
no, no,
going
no,
to
no.
say
Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. Remove Real, Barca, and Atletico. Put in any other teams in those three teams,
Oh, bro, no
any
one's
other teams
watching
from
that
the
league.
Spanish league.
No one's watching
I'll
that
And
league.
I'll
is anyone
tell you,
watching that league?
then I'll tell
Does
you one
anyone
thing.
give a shit if those three teams are not there?
No. I'll give you numbers. Remove the I okay. Let's not remove Spurs. Let's remove like
Dude,
United. Then of course the five teams, the top five teams, right?
dude, you have any idea the amount of viewership championship gets?
Oh, that's actually a good
Do
point.
you have any
From
idea
India,
the
how much
amount of people
it gets?
crazy over
Give me that numbers,
championship, not
right?
just in England, outside England as well? Or the
From
amount
India,
of
give me the
passion.
numbers, right? From India, give me the numbers.
Oh, well,
Okay, from
how
India, no, but in general, a lot.
yeah.
Even
Yeah, of course, I
European
agree
fans.
on that point. Everyone is watching them because they are a scouting region. I'll give you that. On that point, I'll give you that. I'll give you one more thing. La Liga, even being a dead league, Real Madrid was able to generate a revenue of 770 million.
Oh, yeah, it's all Real Madrid and Barcelona. I don't think
I'll
any
give
of
you
Yeah,
us are
exactly.
disagreeing that.
I never said Real Madrid is a small club. I'm
No.
never saying
I'm
that.
not saying that.
I'm
No,
always
I'm
saying.
not saying that. I'm saying it in the league's perspective itself. The revenue generated is not just, of course, in terms of Premier League, the marketing and all, everything. I know everyone agrees on that point. Let's not get into that, right? It's a known fact. It's an endless thing, right? You have the facts correctly. I'll get into the Mbappe wala thing and I'll just answer it quickly.
Yeah.
Mbappe at this point has no competitor. Let's get it straight. Haaland is an elite level player. Elite. But Mbappe in the World Cup, what he has done, na, no one can say he has a competitor at this point. Mbappe goes to Real. I'll tell you why I feel this is happening. Barcelona, everyone is talking about the numbers and all, na. If
Yeah.
by chance they bring Leo Messi in, the
Yeah.
numbers will change in one day. The numbers will change in one day.
Not $1 billion debt gone. Leo
No,
Messi
of
himself
course,
is
yeah,
not worth a
you are
billion
also in
dollars.
debt.
He can't just
Majority
generate
of
it
the clubs are
overnight.
in debt. Majority of the clubs are in debt. Even Real is in a debt. The
Yeah, now
positive,
that's where
you do
United comes
numbers,
in.
right? Anupam, you do numbers.
That's where United comes in. Qataris are buying the club at zero debt.
They have
That's in
not
the
yet bought
statement.
it, Anupam. That's the thing,
Yeah,
right? They have not yet bought it. That is not how it works.
No,
You
but
can
but Suryansh, I don't know if you're aware of it, but what happens is they have leaked their alleged plan, and the alleged plan is to start up upon buyout zero debt. So
yeah,
yeah,
of course
they are
they
gonna
can do
clear
it.
the debt and buy the
yeah,
club at 5 billion. So they're
Okay,
technically are investing around 7 billion in the club.
they can do it. I am not saying they can't. But it's not how everything works in a certain manner. You cannot expect
So
them to
yeah,
spend
absolutely.
billion on the
But
same thing.
again,
No, no,
Suryansh,
no,
when I
no.
started the point, as I said, assuming United is bought by the
Yeah,
Qataris,
that is
if
what
we
I'm
are
saying,
not being
Anupam.
bought, then there is no question Mbappe is going to Real. There is
oh,
not
okay,
even a question.
okay,
With the
like that. Okay.
Glazers, there is not even a question. I'm not even competing that way. My point comes in when a Qataris buy the United, like
So
United as a
basically,
club, right?
what you're saying, Anupam, is the Qataris will be the possible swing vote for Mbappe's decision.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that's what
Given
is
the
okay,
whole
okay,
positive scenario and there is no debt and the future, like given see Barcelona, see, let's be honest,
The thing is, na
with even Leo Messi comes
Nathan
in,
and
Barcelona
Anupam.
is not gonna survive.
Nathan and Anupam, I'll tell you one thing. They are not always like what you guys are expecting. Now, I'll do you something like I'll do commerce, right? Of course, I
Yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
commerce now. There's this thing called a positive debt. There are two types of debts. Like there's the bad
Yeah.
debt and negative debt or something like that. You can say it in that way. Bad debts are generally not good for your team. Barcelona, if they get Leo Messi, they'll get into the positive debt wala thing. And I don't
Yeah.
need to explain what Barcelona are able to make in a year. I don't need to explain what this Real are ready to make. Javier Tebas is an asshole. I'll tell you that. Our La Liga president na, is a big idiot. You can actually see every club is bloody cursing him or something like that. La Liga, of course, is not at that level in terms of marketing and all. But in terms of quality, La Liga teams are not behind Premier League. No one can say
Oh,
that.
in terms of quality of football, no, I don't think people would say that either. Actually,
Yeah, it's not like as if there is a lot of gap in terms of quality in both the
but I
leagues.
will say this, Suryanj, if you look at our league between 12 and 20 today, at the end of as of this game week
No,
ending.
people saying na the league like Southampton will finish 10, 12. It's not going to happen. Let's be real.
No, but I'm just saying between 12 and 20th, the gap's only 5 points.
No, that
Like
I agree.
like
But that I agree.
I'm watching La Liga, and
No, but
Elche
in
finally
Bundesliga,
got
I'll
into
tell you
double
one thing.
figures.
I'll
Like
tell you in Bundesliga, Dortmund are 2 points behind Bayern Munich.
yeah.
So that doesn't make it Bundesliga is the toughest league on the planet. You're getting what I'm trying to say. Points
Yeah,
are a very good.
but if you look at the last team in the Bundesliga, they're horrendous.
Of
Whereas
course, that is there, Nathan. I am not denying the fact. But if I go to previous Premier League season, there were times where teams were pathetic sitting on the 20th position, and I don't
yeah,
need to get into that because
yeah,
I've been watching
yeah,
Premier
of
League
course,
for a while.
West Brom and
So
Portsmouth, and yeah,
So
for
there
sure.
are teams like I am not going to elaborate much on it, but I kid you not, the Qatari investment is not an indication Mbappe is joining Man United anytime soon. But I can give you one player who will definitely join, and that is the name I brought in first in the stream. Osimhen will be the striker of your team, and this I'll tell you. You can anyone can record this anywhere. You can keep it with yourselves. ठीक है? Keep it with yourselves. Osimhen.
Nathan, clip it.
Huh,
Posted as a shot.
I'll
I
post it.
really think he's going to come too, dude. Actually, so
Yeah, I'll give you the reason why. Dusan Vlahovic is targeted by Real. So United won't want to have a issue. And if you are spending 120 million, 130 million, go for Osimhen. No fact. No
also,
issue.
Suryans, just a little heads up. I don't know how much Serie A you watch. Dusan Vlahovic is left-footed, which is a problem because it's the unorthodox foot in general football. And I don't know
You
how good
rightly said,
is
you know why?
I don't know how good is he in his other
I'll
foot.
tell you one thing. No, he scores a lot of free kicks.
No,
Um,
I'm saying with his other foot, as in his weak foot. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know how
he's
good
good.
he is with.
He's
Yeah,
dual-footed. In like that 33 goal wala season, Vlahovic scored like 11 goals from his right foot. So that is quite good. That
oh
is
yeah,
like
that's pretty good.
one third of the goals. Bang on, bro. Bang on. Like I'll give you one more number. Like Vlahovic has scored like three or four goals like free kicks like previous season. So that are quite staggering numbers. I'll give you one more stat. Vlahovic to Real makes sense because he can play as a right winger as well. It's like we don't want a striker, we want a right winger, so we will play a striker at right wing, and that is highly possible. You will see Vlahovic on right wing and Karim Benzema starting up top. So that is Real Madrid for you in a nutshell at this point.
Much like when Raul wasn't ready to leave the club and Ronaldo was bought. Pretty much something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But in that case, Raul did play at
Yeah,
times.
yeah, he was towards the end anyway, but I'm just saying they makeshifted him, they
But
didn't give him the
yeah,
7 and all
prior
that.
to leaving, I'll say I had a very healthy discussion on this. But I'll give one more thing. Like Anupam, be happy. You'll get. I'm saying that as a very good woe. You will be more than happy if you get Osimhen. Not jinxing it or anything. Osimhen at Osimhen at United will be a very good signing, but one player has to buckle up then. I don't want to see Rashford falling off anytime soon
Yeah.
now. If next season he comes back to his default settings, fuck him up. There's nothing short of that
It's going to
because
get cut. It's going to get cutthroat for sure if the Qataris come. Like people
hmm,
are definitely going to lose their positions and stuff. No doubt about it.
and
Oh
I'll
yeah, the team is gonna be completely jinxed because now they're not like tied. With the thing with Ole, what happened was he was playing Maguire primarily because he bought him for 80 million, and he couldn't drop it. That would be a big statement on the club.
but PSG one is
Eric could
different
do
to
that
that. Na?
because he didn't buy him for
People
80.
are saying that QSI group is different. Group is not different. QSI is a parent company. The Qatar
Offshoot.
group is. I'll tell you one thing. The Qatar group is the parents. QSI is the daughter, and QS groups which were giving money to the PSG are the brothers. Okay. Now you have the sister group in your team. That means the ownership will still remain the same. And I kid you not, they do play menge players. So if you get a 80 million ka defender and he becomes a flop, then he'll still play for your team. So it's not going to be anything different. But I think people should be happy that we're getting this, that. But let's not be over optimistic.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's not be over optimistic at this
That's
point.
true.
Enthusiasm is a very good thing, but at times over enthusiasm leads to some dark hours for not
Yeah.
just you but the fan.
We have to see how it turns out in the end. Before we all sign off
So
because it
thank
is
you
getting
for
late.
having me, Nathan. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Surya's no problem. I'll just read this one out and then we'll all head out.
Excellent. People, how many people are watching? You enjoyed it till now.
Nathan, I think you crossed 500 subs, bro.
Yeah. Awesome, dude.
I
Thank you
think
everyone for the support. Regardless of the number of subs, thank you for the support anyway. Much
Five-
appreciated.
500 crossed.
I have no, it's saying 495, but it's all good, dude. It's all good.
You
There's
will
no,
cross by tomorrow morning. It will happen. Like, congratulations to Nathan. Like,
yeah.
and support him.
Thank you for all the
I'll
support,
be
guys.
seen
Big
here
up
like
Madrid
eventually.
pundits and everybody.
No, 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 don't need to thank me, bro. I like your content. That's why I promoted.
No, and it's not even about that. It's just sports is about the conversation. Yeah. If you
Yeah,
can't have a conversation, you might as well just I don't know watch TV or something, whatever.
I'll be very honest, like boys, work hard and support by Nathan, bro. He's a very good content creator. UFC in India is not being covered by a lot of people. People do watch UFC in India? A lot of people do. A lot of my friends do. Sunday morning is UFC morning. So do support Nathan and make sure the channel grows. And you fuckers, please subscribe to him. ठीक है और जैसा मैं बोलता हूँ मैं गांड में मरो and subscribe to him as much as you can. ठीक है
Yeah, and I just wanted to read this one thing before we go. So Arnab is saying, the EPL fan cycle is sell your soul, team goes trash, blame the manager, realize owners are shit, starts campaigning, does big irrelevant signings, back to selling the soul. More or less, that in fact does happen, Arnab, whether we like to admit it or not. But let's just say our change in ownership is overdue, irregardless of whatever happens after it. That's the best I can say it. Just looking at the little success Newcastle has had in a very short period of time. Don't know what the outcome is, but it is overdue, much like Newcastle. So, looking forward to seeing what comes out of it. It's very simple. I don't know if Suryansh and Anupam agree with me, but that is my takes on getting new owners, really.
I support Arnab. I support Arnab.
No, because it's 100% a thing that it happens. There's no denying what he said
Mostly
there.
it happens, but I'll be
Yeah.
like, I hope it is a good signing
Of
because
course, you always want to hope that your owners
my
stick
father has
around.
been a United fan and I have seen him be just people don't show it, but they are like, yeah, nah, I didn't enjoy this game. There were like games where he was like about to break the TV, and so yeah, like I don't want to see that happening once again. But that is one guy has to perform, and that is Marcus Rashford. If he doesn't, he is going to get kicked out because I'll tell you that Qataris don't give two fucks about it.
Yeah.
Kingsley Coman, PSG Academy's brightest talent, was kicked out because they felt he was not good enough.
Oh, and
So
do they regret that one? Huh?
yeah, he scored in the UCL final and then he scored against them. Chupo Moting, who was not firing, he has scored 17 goals.
Stoke
For
City.
God's sake,
That's all you need to say. Stoke City.
he did it on a Tuesday night at Stoke, and he's doing it
No,
at
and he was a big time Stoke player. He's
when he
one of the
started
Stoke.
at
Bro,
Stoke,
Surge.
people
Bro,
had
Surge and Abri. Surge and Abri.
Arsenal Youth
Arsenal
Academy
reject,
reject.
Arsenal reject to becoming one of the
Dude,
most.
someone needs to look into Bayern scouting system, bro. Like, legit.
Look at us.
What up with
Anupam,
this scouting
I'll tell you,
system?
the best scouting na is at Bayern and Real. Look at Real scouts. We bought an Eder Militao. Militao has been great. We lost Sergio Ramos and Varane in the same window. People don't even think about it. We lost Varane and Ramos in the same window. We won the Champions League that season. So it's not an easy job. So I'll give you one more name: Vinicius, Rodrigo. We have one more guy coming in. This
No, but
Nico
the thing
Paz.
is,
Alvaro.
Real all yeah, Real. Ipoba is a Brazilian guy, right? They're paying 60 million or something for.
Endrick.
No, Endrick is that guy. Nico Paz is an Argentine boy we bought. He's in our academy
Oh,
right
okay. But like the
Even
thing with Real is they
in
still
England we
spend
got
big. Like
Brighton. In England we got Brighton and Leicester, who always seem to get a good deal from players.
now. Mitoma,
oh
yeah,
yeah,
did they get it for 2 million? But for fuck's sake, man.
no. But
Any
if you're talking about a good deal for players, then Benfica, man. Just look at the number of sellings they have done in the Joao Felix thing. Nunes, then
yeah,
again this thing, Enzo
Enzo.
Fernandez. In 6 months, they turned over like what 10 times the money.
We spent 30 million getting Lindelof from them as well. People won't remember that.
Lindelof, bro, at one time in his career was a
Lindelof,
very good defender. At one time in his career was a very good defender. Then he
he's still a
started.
decent defender. Like he's a very chill dude actually. Like he was a lovely guy.
He will do well. I think he'll get some
So
upswing
Nathan,
with
I
Ten
was
Hag.
just saying it now. I fear Rashford the most. But why?
Yeah,
Because I have seen this season prior to this. Of course, not these kind of numbers, but this is reminiscent of one season he did prior to this, and he was very
Ole.
young. Yep,
Ole season.
yep, he was very good at that in that season, and then that next season you all know what happened.
Yeah.
So I don't want that Rashford back. I just want he continues this momentum because
And I don't think he would. See,
if he,
I'm a bit of a kind of a like I'm not the super ambitious, like the over diluted kind of a
you are
fan. I'll be very
basically a
honest with you.
pessimistic United fan.
That's all
I'm
right,
not pessimistic.
but
I wish for the best of United, but I'm very pessimistic. I'm just
I don't blame anyone for being so pessimistic though, Suryansh. We don't have a lot of things to back up our positivity, unfortunately. That's the sad part. I would
For
love to
the
like go,
past
he's
10
a
years,
pessimist, but
for the past 10 years, you cannot be an optimist if you are a United
yeah,
fan.
exactly my point. Like I can't blame anyone that has a
No,
pessimistic view
it's
at the
not
moment.
because of that. I mean, the thing is, you don't even have to look past seasons. The thing is,
Yeah.
with Rashford, if you see his present game, even when he's in the form of his life, or he was, the thing with Rashford is when he is not scoring goals, he's garbage. He's shit. Like he's literally like invisible for the whole game. Then he scores a goal, then he becomes the headliner. But if you remove the goal, he's invisible.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Fair enough.
technically, he's not a very brilliant player. It's just like he doesn't have a very big presence. And if his goals disappear, then he is not contributing anything to the team. He's just
Yeah,
invisible.
let's just
It
say
takes
I wouldn't make him captain of my team. Let's just leave it at that. I
far
believe
away
that's
from
a
it,
good
man.
explanation.
I would use Rashford as a super sub if I'm being honest. Like I don't hate Rashford. I'm loving that he's scoring goals. But I use
Super
Rashford
sub.
something like a Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. What Fergie used Ole as. Important big moments, maybe scores a few goals here and there. Not as a starter. Not reliant on Rashford because he's not a guy you can count on. You can't trust
Yeah.
Rashford.
Yeah, fair enough. I think that is
I'll say one name who will be a big player in near future for United. Amad Diallo, as Anupam said. Amad Diallo,
Absolutely.
that's good.
very big player.
That's
But
good.
Amad Diallo has to be that typical uh, Ivory Coast Donny who focuses more on the game and rather on less on beer. If he
Yeah,
focuses more
I
on beer,
think
his career is fucked.
imagine this: Garnacho, Palestre,
No,
Diallo,
no, this cannot
front
work.
three.
I'll tell you one thing: PS3 and Diallo to won't work. मतलब, as far as I've seen
You
Diallo,
don't think so?
no, 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 no. Like the problem we are suffering from that too much left side attack, that will happen. Like in your case, it will be right side, and
Right
Garnacho will
side.
be just standing there, and for the fuck's sake, Garnacho will be like. At this point, I don't know. Garnacho is out for how many days, and injuries are
Yeah.
No,
not.
but then again, we have Sancho, we have other players on the left as well
Sancho,
who are young.
Sancho, I'll say, has not yet
Cam.
justified that 70 million price tag. He
He'll
has
he'll
to.
go into
He has
Cam,
to.
I think.
He has not justified his price tag, but he has the potential somewhere in there. Look up his
Oh
partnership, look up
no,
his link up, and he has done that in the Champions League. I'm not saying
there
he's
is,
just lacking confidence, man. He's just lacking confidence, genuinely.
but he
Okay,
has to.
guys, it is getting late. Sorry to cut both of you all off.
Oh
I'll
yeah.
just let you guys answer two questions. Sorry, one question and one statement. Lavanya Singh, watch out for Ben Doak. He's a right winger for Liverpool. And Sobarup Sarkar is saying, who should City sign in midfield if both Gundogan and Bernardo leave this summer?
Bellingham,
Suryansh, no, he's saying if Gundogan and Bernardo leave this summer. So
Bellingham,
Suryansh, Bellingham
Bellingham.
and
Bellingham won't go. Bellingham won't go.
let's just say let's no, he just wants to know your opinion, right? So let's hypothetically say Bellingham and who else you think they should buy to replace them?
There's this guy in Inter, very famous guy. Everyone knows
Barella?
his Barella. Go for Barella. There's one more guy you can go for. That is Salemakers from AC Milan.
Salemakas AC Milan. Okay. Belgian. Okay. And Anupa?
I Barella would be one thing that would be on the top of my list, but I don't think Bellingham is possible, and I don't have another one person like replacing Bernardo Silva. Honestly, I mean, I
No,
don't
I
see
mean,
someone on his.
I guess Subarup means just the numbers, right? If you lose two midfielders, you got to add them. So,
Otavio can be one name. Otavio can fucking play the way Bernardo plays.
I mean,
Otavio is that.
Mahrez might
Who's
go
the
too, man. He's
midfielder
not
in
getting any younger.
Brighton? Who's the midfielder in Brighton? I forgot his name, dude. He
Uh,
plays in the same role as
McAllister.
Bernardo Silva.
McAllister.
McAllister. He might be a good shot. He
Good,
might be a good shout.
good ball knowledge. मतलब, to be fair, good ball knowledge. ये वाला कुछ उसका तो. I have to
okay.
give
He
you.
Big
McAllister
question.
is a very good player and he's Premier League proven. He has experience. He has done that against the low blocks. He has done that against like a good Chelsea team, a good United team against 2-1 जो हम लोग को हराए. So I
Plus in
can
the
see
final.
McAllister solid.
Yeah.
And Calvin Phillips maybe because he's a CDM,
Nah,
so he's
man.
already.
Nah.
That
Back to the
No, 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 no,
championships.
no. He
That journey goes
there's a
back to
player
the
in there. There's
championship,
a
bro.
player in there.
Chalo, I'll have to
There's a
leave
player
that.
in there.
Bye, 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 bye.
Yeah. I'll see you, Suryans. Thank you for coming.
Yep. Anyways,
Yeah,
Nathan,
dude. I'll also head
thanks
out,
for
man.
having me,
It's
man.
super
Lovely
late
talking
today.
to you.
Yeah, no problem, Anupam. I'll see you soon, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Take care.
sure. Sign up
Yep.
for the next stream. Yeah. Have a
No
good night.
problem.
Yeah. Bye.
Good night, dude. Bye. All right, guys, that was the stream for today. Liverpool, Newcastle 1-2-1. It went into an added discussion. Thank you for the panelists to join in later. Do like, share, and subscribe to the stream, guys. I will see you for the Champions League games now. I gotta go. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So thank you for joining in. And I'll speak to you guys in. I'll see you for the next watch along, which will probably be a Champions League one.